Based.
After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by a very special guest on this 28th episode of Based After Dark, hosted by yours truly, Mr. Tasty Life, alongside T Papa Slice, Jake C, the Giga Gamer, newly full-time streamer Prison Joe, and of course everyone's favorite, Hamzy. Now, our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is the one, the only, the Bulgarian nightmare, the elusive, the fucking wizard, the women respecter, Mr. Des7ructo.
Hey!
Welcome in. Des7ructo, I want you to know, in honor of having you on this podcast tonight, which it really is an honor, I currently have my favorite e-girl full screened on my side monitor, and I'm going to be watching that for the entirety of this podcast. So, thank you.
I've never heard more beautiful words in my life. Never in my life. Anything more beautiful than that. You had my attention, now you have my full-time curiosity. E-girls, say less, say less. The only reason why I got invited here was e-girls. The e-girl attention. You think I care about you guys? They're actually holding me hostage. They're paying me. Gun to my head. Right here. You can't see the gun, but it's there. Help me. How many times should they blink?
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I'm gonna be blinking the whole stream. It's in Morse code.
It's okay. He's safe, I think.
Yeah, he's safe. We're in for a ride this stream. Do you guys want to take a shot? Is that the plan? We'll kick it off with a little shot.
I'm prepared.
You have a shot ready.
I am prepared.
I have a shot,
but I'll watch.
That's about all I got.
It's
It's only appropriate.
Lead us in a
Salute.
Bulgarian salute. Yeah, is there like anything you say before you cheers?
Yes, actually we have a very specific like how to way of drinking. Like, for example, we say na zdrave. Na zdrave is like the cheers. You can say
Yeah,
na
that mean?
zdrave.
Na zdrave.
It means cheers. It's like the Russian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the type.
that was a stupid question.
And the other thing which is like very interesting is that like you must always look at the person's eyes when you give like a cheers. Always. I don't know why. This is just I kid you not. It's like an extremely big offense if you don't look at the person's eyes. Yeah. That's
Everybody
how
look
it
at their cameras while you take your drink.
Okay.
is. Say
Ready?
less.
Okay.
No zdrava.
Homies.
Drama. Yeah, no
Zdrave.
zdrave.
Ooh. So you stare the whole time, or like just while you're cheersing?
While we were cheering,
Okay, I'm still
No,
there. I was still there.
I don't know if it was like a long.
That's good. Hamzy's got the Stella. Okay, I see you. Did you chase with the Stella?
I don't have anything else to
You're
use.
such a Chad.
My bang is empty.
You're
So.
such a Chad. What a that fucking animal, bro. Chasing with a beer.
Hamzy, have you done a DNA test, bro? Do you know like your origin? Do you get it, some shit like that? Who knows, man?
Where is this going?
They've tried to, man. They've tried to. And I think what they found out was that you're my dad.
That would make a lot of sense.
Chuck, there's a father.
Is you banging other people's women like something related to me not being in your life or something?
I have a real question. Destructo, like, do you have children?
I really hope not. But I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Good
not too
answer.
sure, bro. I'm not too sure. I'm not
Good
gonna lie.
answer.
It's not a 100% thing, though.
You ever have like some mad unprotected sex, but you like don't give a fuck like?
All the time. Bro, I've spent the last hour out of pretty much every single one of my streams every day talking about how I hate condoms. So
I do not like
Bro, I'll
condoms.
cheers
I'm
to
not a
that.
fan.
Dude. I'll cheers to
Yeah,
that.
fuck condoms.
Fuck
Full
that.
and praise.
I was gonna say condoms are for fucking pussies, but I'm not even gonna say that shit, bro. Fuck that, bro.
Oh, Destructo, welcome to the podcast. Would you like to just give us a rundown? You know, give us some history, maybe some hobbies, or maybe not some hobbies actually. But just give us a background. Just go through it. Yeah. Let the people know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you and how did you end up here?
Yeah, how did
It's
you?
actually a very interesting story. Okay, so it's gonna be maybe a long story. So
No,
basically,
go ahead.
We got all night, baby.
I've been on Twitch since the beginning, since day one, just in TV and so on, even X-Fire, days before Twitch TV. So I've been in the community for a very, very, very long
Oh, okay.
time.
I
When
didn't
Twitch
know
is
that.
actually, when Twitch is actually very, like, how to say, decent. And you might wonder why did they never like get into streaming like earlier on, so I could like have a head start. Well, it's very simple, because they're being very racist. I'm gonna tell you how. Listen. It's actually a very interesting story. So back in the early days of like content creation, early YouTube and like Twitch and so on, you could like upload videos to the internet and so on, but gaming was still not like a business as big as now. It was basically just like something that like nerds were doing, like playing video games. So it's not as big of a business. So ads didn't really like exist like that back in the day. So the only way to actually make some kind of profit out of like doing content creation was like signing like a partnership. But partnership back in the day was exclusive only to like the major countries around the world. Basically, if you're not, let's say, from the US or let's say like the UK, maybe, it was like probably like 3, 4, or 5 countries that actually allowed you to like sign a partnership from. So there was literally no point. No one was doing that. Like it was still brand fucking new, like content creation, and you would not really want to like invest any time in that because obviously you're not gonna get any return from that, except for some people timing like comments in the chat. Fuck this guy, man. Fuck his stuff. Fuck his gameplay. What a nerd, man. Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck are you even? I'm way better than you, and things like that. So yeah, I never actually got into content creation back then. I've been like trying to like do all kinds of like crazy shit on the internet for a long time. For example, I've been like a full-time poker player. I've been like a pro gamer in for 2 years in university. That's a whole other story. I'm gonna explain. It's like a completely fucking wild story. I also went into pro gaming too for a little bit, like in StarCraft 2 and Hearthstone. I was like a competitive player for some games. I was actually even like thinking about moving to Korea at some point. I kid you not.
Oh, you were
That's
good.
crazy. Bro, you talk about that. You'll talk about that on stream, and I just blow it out of my head. Like I don't believe it. I don't believe that you're actually.
Yeah, no, that part was definitely made up. I don't believe that shit for 1
You're a
second.
professional StarCraft, whatever, World of Warcraft player. What was it?
Hearthstone, bro.
Hearthstone. Sorry.
Okay. What kind of bet are we gonna make? I can prove it to you guys. But what kind of bet? What are we gonna
believe
bet?
more about it.
Yeah,
Put your money where your mouth is, Jake. Let's see what's going
No,
on.
I just want to know more about it, dude.
Yeah, here's
I want you to go in depth with it. Woof.
okay. So I don't even know how to go in depth in this shit. Like I've been playing video games since I was like in the womb, bro. Cause like I've had I kid you not, bro. Like my family had one of the first computers in my city, like in Bulgaria, like 25 years ago. So I don't know. Bro,
This is
bro,
back in 2015.
I'm almost listen. I look. If a slight future disappearance has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Just cut all ties with me. Like his disappearance is like completely.
I thought I was not going to be on the next podcast.
That's okay,
disappearance
man.
just did that. Just did that.
As
like
a
John F.
Pisces,
Kennedy.
bro, I'll fill in the spot. I'll take care of Annie. Well, she'll take care of me.
Have you ever made anyone disappear before? Is this something you've done, Destructo?
Yo, CAA, relax. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Hey, no cops in this call anymore. Fuck 12.
No cops, dude. Fuck 12,
Yeah,
bro.
my God, bro.
Don't worry
Fuck-
about it, bro.
fuck 12
What do you
and
say?
fuck
Fuck
21.
24 or 21? Yeah, sorry. Fuck 21.
You know what
bro.
the most fucking hilarious shit is? I have no fucking idea, bro. Like, I have no fucking idea. Like, I've been like, I don't even know where it came from. Like, I was like saying, like, fuck the police, fuck 12, fuck something on stream. And either someone in the chat like was like, fuck 21. And I was like, okay, that's a thing. So I was like, fuck 21, bro. Like,
Hey, yo, fuck 21.
Yeah, it's all about the way you say it. It makes sense.
fuck 5-0, fuck 12, fuck the police, fuck the pigs, fuck 21, fuck like 69. I don't know. Like, you have all these.
Yep.
But yeah, about like the content creation thing, I actually got into content creation at some point. I was like making like YouTube Hearthstone videos, and I was actually popping off big time in 2016, I think. And I entered university at the same time that it actually started popping off. And I somehow got focused too much on like paying attention to bitches and not to Hearthstone. So actually kind of like essentially...
Can I ask you what you went to school for? Like, what was your focus in school?
Okay, that's a very broad topic. So basically, all my life I've been thinking about like going into IT. And in high school, I studied like IT. I like went to like web designing academies. I actually worked as a web designer for some time and things like that. And then I got to like 12th grade, and I like the time came for me to like enter university. But then, man, like I was studying math in high school, bro, and that shit fucking sucked balls. And I was like, okay, it does suck balls. And I was like, okay, if we enter university, I'm gonna have to study like university math. And I was like, yo, fuck that shit, bro. That shit ain't it, bro. I am not doing that. So I was like, fuck this shit. And I just decided to like sign up Asian studies. And why, you might ask? Well, basically, Japanese culture has been in my life for a long time. Basically, my grandfather is also like the co-founder of a karate club, like a Kyokushin karate club.
I'm surprised by everything you say. I'm just surprised by it.
This origin story really about to pop off, bro.
Yeah, wait, what is that?
Shut the fuck up and let him speak. Let him speak. It's getting good. It's getting good, but let him talk.
So yeah, my grandfather is like the co-founder of the karate club with another businessman, and like that's also like part of the reasoning of my interest in Japanese culture. Then I also became a weeaboo. I saw like bitches, hell yeah. And I decided to go to university for studies, and I actually signed that shit up. And it was actually the best choice of my life. Like, first of all, like, yeah, you learn interesting shit like other languages and things like that. Second of all, you get Igeros. It's like one of the... listen. Bro, it's one of the places where you get like mad Igeros. I kid you not. I regret my decision. I don't care. I don't care what kind of career you might get out of like an IT fucking university like thing. I don't care if you're studying finance, business, bro. The Igeros in like those art like type like fields, bro. Trust me, it's way more worth it than a stable career. Trust me. And bro, and you know actually how I confirmed that too, and I actually can't even like regretted my decision. Like this year at some point, I don't know why, I was just like drinking or something, and I saw an event, like a completely random event made by art university in Bulgaria. And I was drunk as fuck, and it was only for like people from their university, and I decided to infiltrate that shit, bro. Like, I don't know why, I just like felt like I'm gonna go to like an art university party or whatever. And I went there, bro, like I went to the entrance, they were like, who are you? I don't know, I'm this guy from that like third year, like a completely random name. And they're like, okay, that's cool, like who are you with? And I was like, I'm here with this girl, like completely made up name. And they're like, okay, you go inside. I went inside, bro, and I was like, I felt such fucking mad regret, bro, that I didn't sign up art school, bro. Like, bro, I can't even explain the level of art house that you get like everywhere around you.
The art host? Wait. Is that a word? What is that? You gotta explain more on that.
Art host, high tier, very high tier.
Very high tier.
Right. Like I want you guys
Open-minded.
And
yeah.
I can't even believe how many of them were. I would probably be homeless if I studied like art studies, because I wouldn't be, bro, I kid you not, I wouldn't be able to focus on anything else, because like you look left, you look right, you look like they're everywhere, we're like surrounded, we're like suffocating from art hall. You would not be able to focus on any single other thing, bro.
It sounds like Magic City. That's what it sounds like.
So yeah, art school is Magic City. It's really
it sounds like it's but you don't have to waste your money. It's it's just there. There you go.
No wonder Magic City is my #1 US destination. Like I kid you not. Like, if the plane does not land directly in Magic City, I'm not stepping to the US, bro. I am not stepping there.
We'll make it happen. We got to crowdsource and get you over here.
Bro, I want to see the plane ticket. Sofia, Bulgaria. Magic City. I don't want like New Jersey, directly.
That's fair. Oh.
Do they by any chance have those like helicopter like land things on Magic City like on top of it or not?
Look, we can
I'm
find
sure,
one.
I'm sure there's something close, but helicopter travel, it's a little dangerous, but I'm sure you're willing to take the risk, right?
Shout out Kobe.
Dude, yeah, I'll do that. Jesus, man.
Honestly,
What
bro.
did you have to say?
Yeah, respectfully, bro. He was like a great basketball player. In a very
Kobe on my
respectful
chest.
way, bro. Kobe on my chest, bro. For real, I even have a Kobe.
All right,
Kobe
speaking
tattoo.
about the Mamba mentality, though, take us into the esports. So, like, how did you get involved in esports? How long were you involved? What is like? We need the origin of this, okay? Because half people on the call don't believe you, but I know, Des7ructo, you're a man of honor, and I believe you. So go ahead.
I've seen you game, bro. I believe you.
Like I said, like we had one of the first computers in my city, so basically, naturally, I started playing video games. I was like extremely young. I remember this shit, and no one is gonna believe this, like, because it sounds crazy, but I was 6 years old. 6 years old playing StarCraft, bro. And we had this Bulgarian like community thing like called Head Off, which was like I don't know how to explain it. Have any of you guys played like Warcraft, StarCraft in Garena like back in the day? Like it was like very popular, like a platform for like playing those games.
Play that. Like it
Yeah,
was it like a tournament style thing or like a bracket?
Is it like like everybody would show up to the same play? Is like a LAN type thing? Is that what you mean?
It's like a server type thing, but not. It's like a Discord. I don't even know how to explain. It's so
Okay.
weird, man. I don't know what to compare it to. It's basically like you would like pirate the game, obviously, because like no one buys games over here. Movies and music, everyone pirates, bro. It's completely like we do not.
Pirating is legal in Bulgaria.
I do not support pirating. We do not support pirating. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
Everyone,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Everyone does it. So basically, you would like pirate these games and you would like play it on this like platform. It was extremely popular. Anyway, I was 6 years old playing on these platforms, and I would be like completely beating the shit out of people, bro. And I would go to the chat. I remember this clearly, and I would type, "I'm 6 years old and I'm beating your ass." And they're like, "Yeah, you're 6 years old." And yeah, I kid you not. I was telling me, I'm 6 years old in the chat and I'm beating your ass. Who would believe that shit, bro? No one would believe. Which actually leads me to another story. I was playing this game called Mu Online. RuneScape type thing.
You said that again.
a little bit there. Yeah, repeat that.
Mu Online. It's Mu Online. It was like extremely popular
Like a cow?
back in the day.
Moo, like a cow? Yeah.
Like Doja?
MU.
MU.
Okay.
And I was
So yeah, like a
playing
cow.
Yeah, and this was my first docs ever, bro. I was playing this game as a child, and I was like tapping some crazy shit in the chat. And I'm going outside, bro. And some dude, I was like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, and some dudes like 10 years older than me come to me. Like, I'm outside playing outside, and they come to me, and they're like, my name was Diddy. That was my name in the game. And they're like, are you Diddy? And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Yes, I am, bro. Like,
You see why I don't believe this, dude?
bro, they found me in real life, bro. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
10 minutes later.
Yeah, I kid you not.
How big is the place where you're at? It's like, what are we talking? Is this a city or a village? Like what is?
Yeah.
Like, set the stage for us, because
they find
sounded
you?
a bit. Yeah, how do they find you so
Recognize you
quick?
by
you know?
username.
How many people were playing this, bro? Is it just the cul-de-sac, or like what's happening, bro? What's going on here, man?
Okay, so my city's population at that time was 50,000 people, so it's not that small.
50,000, and he found you in 20 minutes?
Yeah, bro. Like I don't even know how, man. I don't even know how. It's not even a server. There were like people playing it. Actually, it was like at least a couple of hundred people, like me and like 10 other people.
Okay.
Like,
You were 6 years old.
Yeah, 7, 8, something like that. I was like around that age.
So what did they do when they found D?
Yeah. What happened? Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
They came to me like, bro, are you like D? And I'm like, yeah, I am. But at that time, I couldn't understand like how crazy it is that they actually found me out of fucking nowhere. Bro. So I was like, yeah, I am. And they're like being very cool, by the way. They were like, you should stop typing like that, because I was typing some mad shit, bro. And I was also typing with like no space between the words. I don't know why. I was just typing like for no reason. Like,
It's just long emotes.
Like the wide people masturbation 69 420.
Wide people go fuck yourself.
yeah, bro, the same shit. And I was typing like that. And they're like, oh, stop typing like that. Some chatter shit like that, bro. But at the same time, they were like, yo, you're cool as fuck, this and that. Because they were like 18 and I was 7 or 8. And big bros or something like that. And I have kind of an idea how they found me. I think that the server was hosted by an internet company, which by my, the company was like, honestly, it was like an internet company, which is like extremely big in the country. Like, it covers like half of the country's internet. They're also like my family's friends. And like, listen, forget that.
It doesn't make sense to me, dude.
The lore is so,
It just keeps.
And basically, I would assume that those players were like friends with the higher ups, basically the people who like hosted the server. And they like went to them and they were like, okay, obviously they have access to my IP address, like things like that. And they were like, okay, who the fuck is like this guy like Diddy? And they told him, which was like a breach of privacy, I guess, at the same time, which is kind of weird as fuck. And that's my assumption on how like they found me. Actually went to
What do you think they would have done to you if you were an adult and they found you? You think
If
they
I
had
have
ill
no-
intention?
Probably would like throw hands, but that's like a normal thing over here.
Okay.
Yeah, like
This like doesn't sound real.
So
but it's
okay, so
oddly-
okay. Well, let me
Yeah,
piece
no,
it
that's
together.
why,
So
like,
That's what I'm
wait,
thinking, bro. It
piece it together.
doesn't make sense.
So you were playing this game on the server
Yes,
that apparently
yes.
that your family has ownership in.
no, my family doesn't have ownership. The
Okay.
internet company, which covers the internet for half of the country, has ownership of the server, and my parents are really good friends with the owners of the internet company. Basically, because like my grandfather was one of the first people who was like working on computers in my town, and he was like into Linux. He found like a Linux society and things like that. And those guys were like zoomies, like they were like little children when they started the internet company. And he was there when he found they were like he kind of helped them with those things and things like that. So actually he helped them with that. So obviously they became like good family
How
friends.
long did it
after that.
take for these people to find you? Is it
Not
like
much.
was it days or was it just like hours after you played the game?
The thing is, I don't know, cause like I was playing the game and just go outside and just pop out of nowhere, just spawn like a RuneScape event, bro. Like
Had you been playing the game beforehand though? Like was that the first time you ever played the game, or have you played it before?
no. I've been playing for like a couple of days.
Okay.
like,
Okay.
so,
So they
yeah.
okay. All right. Well.
So they brought, like,
that's-
so
okay.
many-
That's possible. That's possible.
Yeah, they saw me tapping some crazy shit and they were like, and you asked what would happen like if I was like older. Well, okay, were like PC clubs like popular in your place, like in the US, like when you were like younger?
PC clubs.
like
PC clubs, you would go to like
like a
club,
LAN
Okay,
cafe. Like a
an
LAN
internet
cafe.
Yeah, like an internet cafe.
I've never
Yeah.
been around
Yeah,
one.
I've never been to one
yeah.
myself.
There was one that I went to a
Internet
little bit
cafe.
growing up. It's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
familiar.
not anymore, but like back in like 2004.
We ain't got that
2005,
down here.
that
No,
was for
yeah.
sure.
I used to play Counter Strike and Half Life at the
Yeah,
internet
bro, me
cafes.
too. Me and my buddies would go. That shit was
Okay.
fun. That shit was fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We would play the Counter Strike over there in these PC clubs, and they would be like packed. They would be like packed with people, and it would be like very often that we were like making like a LAN game. It's like a game only with the people in like the PC club, like they're playing against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would make like some made up rules, like PKs in RuneScape, like you cannot save, you cannot, you can do shit like made up rules like that. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. We used to do that too. Like that was pretty standard with like Halo when it came out. They have like a LAN thing like that, and people it gets heated, bro. People get mad and like
There's
yeah,
that a bit.
definitely, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And you would have like some people playing at this side of the club, some people playing on this side of the club. And they make these rules. You can throw grenades or something. And one of the motherfuckers would throw a grenade, bro. Instantly. He throws the grenade, bro. This motherfucker stands up, goes to the other side, and he's like, just like starts like, insta swinging. No words on it. Insta starts swinging.
On
like the
side,
people-
yeah.
Yeah, on side, bro. So I don't know what would have happened when I was like older, but that shit was like actually crazy in PC clubs like that. It was like, I don't know, a different like time or something like that. I don't think that can happen nowadays, especially with doxing and things like that.
Bulgaria sounds insane, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the hell,
Okay,
bro?
okay, so
That'd be on the news if it happened here, bro. I
So this
swear.
was a shouted. So like how did this lead into you eventually? Like so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
went from the computer to going to the cafe with like
Yeah.
LAN tournaments, and then how did it evolve from there?
Yeah, so okay, I was like playing like StarCraft, I was beating people up, like I was going to the clubs, I would like play against other people, I would see that I'm actually good, but actually I'm pretty good at the games. And around, like when I was a child and like a teen, like esports weren't like actually a thing. They actually started being a thing with League of Legends in like 2010, 11 maybe when it started to pop off. I actually played League in 2009 in the beta. And I've been like, what I wanted to say is like, I've been playing video games for my life. I've been in that since I was like in the womb, like I said. I've played almost every single freaking video game out there. So it was only natural for me to like develop an interest. And probably my experience during these years like led me to actually games. And I think that if you're like extremely good at one game, it actually your abilities can your ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, they translate.
Translate to
Yeah,
another one.
they translate to
100%.
other games. So I started by playing League. I was like reaching the highest ranks. I would like, okay, I'm reaching the highest ranks. And then like Twitch would start to pop off and things like that. Back in like 2010, 2011, that's when it started to pop off. You would also like start like getting things like boosters in the games. And then I would start from like, let's say boosting in League. I was like boosting in League of Legends. Then I was also like extremely big on StarCraft, and I think StarCraft is like the father of esports because like in Korea it was extremely fucking big. Like nowadays, you know how like big events are in like esports, like League of Legends and CS:GO. Bro, if you see like how crazy events were in Korea back in like the in the early 2000s and even in the late not the late 90s, but I guess the early 2000s. Shit was insane, bro. So I was in the scene for a long time, and Twitch started like popping off, and I would like play at a high level, and at the same time I would like watch all these like at the time big like StarCraft streamers. They were like honestly, and that was like Twitch peaked, by the way, because like the kind of like I'm gonna speak about like how Twitch was like later on in the podcast, because like I'm gonna like distract myself way too much right now. Anyway, and I had like my first interaction with streamers, with content creators, with other pro gamers, with people who are doing this like a business for a living. Team houses started like popping off everywhere, so I was like, okay, so actually something can be like made out of video games. Because also I've been working jobs for a long time. I've worked like all fucking kinds of jobs since like 14, bro. And like very early on, I was like, this shit, doing this shit. That's why I started playing like
Well, you
time
cut out. You
poker.
said that in
Yeah,
one
he
time.
cut out again. Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. So what I wanted to say is that I've been working like a lot of jobs. Like I've worked all kinds of jobs since 14, like all kinds of jobs. And very early on in my life, I don't want to work a fucking job. Fuck working a full-time job. Fuck
Can I
shit,
ask
that
you
shit
this?
like that.
In Bulgaria, what is the worst what's the worst job you've worked?
Honestly, all jobs fucking suck balls, bro. I can't even compare it. It's bad, bro. I've
That was
worked
worth
in
the
every-
pause. That was worth. That's a good answer. All jobs do suck. Yeah, there you go.
All jobs,
Their
like,
balls.
because I've been thinking about this, because like, okay, it's good to have a stable career. I respect that, especially in the US and so on. But in Bulgaria, especially during that time, you weren't raising on the ladder too much, and like standard wasn't too high. And if you were like doing things on the internet, you would be able to like earn a lot more money than just a regular job. Even nowadays, like just by doing some crazy shit on the internet, you can earn like more money than like the average like monthly salary in Bulgaria. So it's more worth it if you like realize it to like do something crazy shit on the internet than working a full-time job. There's nothing wrong with like having things like that. But at the same time, I was like, fuck this shit, bro. Like, I couldn't care less about a fucking career. That's why, like I said, I started getting into like full-time poker. Like, I've done freelancing. I got into like digital marketing and shit like that, like very early on in my life, like social media and things like that. And I was like, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm doing a full-time job. So, I've been playing video games. Content creation was a thing. Pro gaming was a thing. So I was like, you know, I'm fucking enjoying this shit a lot, bro. I'm like extremely enjoying it. I like started playing like StarCraft like 12 hours a day. I reached like top 200 in Europe. Like I was in the top 200 Europe players. I started playing like small tournaments, like ESL tournaments and things like that. I would like play against like the Korean pros. I would like beat some of them. I would like actually get some. I never played like big tournaments or anything. Like I was not like a pro gamer, but I did like get into that scene. I was like in the top players of the place. I did win some small tournaments. I did beat a lot of the actual pro players at the time.
ESL is like that's legit. That's professional. That's professional circuit. Like those are legitimate tournaments.
Yeah. They also had like a lot of like qualifiers for like actual big like tournaments, and I would like beat people in that. And from StarCraft, I also transitioned to like Hearthstone. I was actually very big on Hearthstone. I would like be like top 50 legend and so on, which was like, if I say kind of impressive, sounds kind of weird. Bro, I'm so good at Hearthstone. Bro. Goddamn, bro, I'm gonna get so many like what, man? Goddamn, top 50 Hearthstone. And yeah, I like started like competing in the Hearthstone tournaments too, and I was like beating a lot of people up there. And I also started doing like content creation at the same time to like YouTube videos. I said, okay, I'm good at this. Let me make some guides and things like that. And I started like making guides. I actually started like popping off. That was like around the time I entered university 2016. And like I said, I got distracted later, so I stopped doing that.
Do you still have this YouTube channel that you made these videos on?
Bro, I am not releasing those videos. I have some of them on private. I am not dropping those. I obviously, like, I'm not gonna delete them. They're fucking like, I don't know, hidden behind 14 keys or something like that.
So you would you say you were just a very talented top player, but you never got deep in enough? You were distracted by going to school, is what you're saying?
Yeah, just by like the overall lifestyle, cause like my hometown was like kind of small. And there's not much to do in my hometown. Play video games, do some crazy shit from time to time. Obviously, there's a lot of crazy shit I'm not gonna say now, but apart from like doing that. And I went to like university. I moved to the capital where I live right now. And like the capital is like the biggest city in Bulgaria. It's like the population is like 2 million right now. You go from 50,000 to 2 million. Yeah. Wow. And it's a completely fucking different world, bro. And like you have like all these like people, all these like girls, like parties, things like that, and it's just very easy to get distracted and like influenced by things like. It's like very, very easy. So I started paying attention to like university. I was like studying languages like Japanese and so on, focusing on some parties, the bad lifestyle, which also led me to like playing full-time poker at some point, which I'm gonna get into later. And that's when
sorry to interrupt you. At what point did you learn to speak English?
I'm very grateful to my parents for that, because like, okay, let's speak about my upbringing a little bit.
Okay. Let's get into it. I'm rapt attention.
Yeah.
Right now.
So my father is the founder of a biker gang, and we also
Dude.
Destructo's father started Hell's Angels.
Bulgaria's Angels, bro.
Oh my god.
No, get into it. Go ahead.
And we also had like the first like rocker type, like biker type, like bar in the city. We had the first one. It was called the Hole. The hole, not the hole, but the hole, like a hole.
Like a
hole. Because it's like underground as fuck.
And
The Hole. Okay.
So from one side, I had like my father's like biker gang shit, but on the other side, like my grandfather is an artist too. He's been like a artist, like painting for like 30 years or so, 40 years or so.
He did it right. He went to art school, huh?
Yeah, he went to
Art school, karate school.
Yeah, I'm noticing a trend.
Bro, he picked up the baddest bitch in town, my grandmother, bro. I kid you not, she was bad. Bro, I kid you not, bro. Bro, everyone says this, bro. Like, being very humble, everyone says that, bro. Art school, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I kid you not, bro.
Oh my god, he just said that. That was real.
Bro, she was the baddest fucking bitch in town. On God, bro. I kid you not.
That's based as fuck.
Bro, I'm being very honest, but it's the truth. Like I've seen how she looked when she was young, and honestly, like.
Bro, okay.
Anyway.
Continue.
He was like an artist, and he was like in those like very intelligent communities. He was into politics. He had like a lot of like politics come to him. He was like involved in one of the parties in like Bulgaria. Not he was not a politician or anything like that. He was just like a supporter, let's say so. So he was always
stop
like.
real quick. So your father was he worked in IT. No. Oh no. So he owned a bar. Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't work in IT. So he owned a bar. He was in a biker gang, and he also owned a martial arts studio, a karate
That's the
studio.
grandpa. The
No,
grandpa.
that's my grandfather. Who was the he didn't.
Oh, this is your dad. This is your dad. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but my
sorry.
grandfather is like the co-founder, but my dad was the biker gang.
Okay. I'm just trying to get it lined up.
The
Sorry.
grandfather is the politician, karate, IT, hot wife.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
Okay. Now I follow. Sorry.
My mother hot too. I'm not gonna get into that. Anyways.
No, let's not get in there. Just go ahead. Just go on. Just
Listen,
fucking go.
Anyways, so yeah, like from one side, like I grew up in that like biker bar from like a very young age, so I've seen everything. Like I've grew up around like bikers, bro. Like from my side of the things, like I've seen all the fucking craziest shit in life. But on the other hand, I was raised by my grandparents, because like my parents like started living in foreign countries for one reason or another, and like I was raised by my grandparents, and they always wanted me to go the intelligent way. They didn't want me to be like the gangster or like some like hoodlum or something like that. So they signed me up for like English lessons like when I was like 6 years old. They just wanted to have like the best way paved for me. Like they were like, okay, English is going to be big as fuck. It is big as fuck already, but it's like the language of the future. It's like the common tongue. So they signed me up for like English lessons when I was 6 years old. And actually picked up that very quickly. I was like extremely good. I was like going to competitions, like national competitions, and I would get like first, second place and things like that. So from a very early age, I saw that like I'm good with like language. That's why I also choose like Asian studies later on in university, not like math. Fuck math on my chest. On
Do you speak any languages besides your native tongue and English? Is there anything else?
Yeah, Bulgarian, English, I speak Japanese. I've also like my German was also perfect in high school, but I haven't practiced it for like 7 years since high school.
All right.
My German was very good. I also studied some like Vietnamese and Indonesian too. I spoke those like conversation like, on a higher level. but I haven't really practiced them. And I also kind of forgot how to speak German. I can speak like conversational German, but I'm not really like fluent in it anymore. Like I used to be very fluent in high school. I was also like considering going to Germany too, because I have some relatives that live in Germany, and I was also considering that as an option. But here I am, 2022, playing RuneScape, a game, 30-year-old game, RNG game, children's game. Enjoying life, to be fair.
Well, that's a good follow-up question that I have here for you is how did you get into RuneScape? Did you play RS3 or did you get into old school? When did you start playing RuneScape?
RuneScape was extremely big. It's one of the most popular MMOs, and like I've said before, I've played all of the fucking MMOs in the world, like World of Warcraft, Lineage, Silk Road, Guild Wars. Like there was like a Loz Online, Fiesta Online, Talisman Online, Mo Online, Cabal Online, like whatever, Dark Age, Camelot. Oh, I can keep on. EVE Online, like Final Fantasy, like Runes of Magic, Talisman. Did I say Talisman? I think I did. Obviously, I played the new ones, Lost Ark, and so on. I can keep going.
You made your point.
Yeah, I played all these MMOs, and I also played RuneScape as a child, like for a long time. 7 or 8 years old, I think, back in 2004 and 5, like when RuneScape 2 came out. I don't think I played RuneScape 1, but RuneScape, and I don't remember this, but was like RuneScape on Miniclip.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I found it.
That's what launched it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would assume so that that's how I like, got into RuneScape myself. And I think that everyone who plays like games, who considers a gamer or someone has played RuneScape at one point in. It's a must. Like you've been on,
Yes, most people know what it is, or like the standard reaction is they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember playing that, years ago or whatever." So,
Yeah.
but
Or people will be like,
remember that
people still
game.
play that?
Dude, that's exactly.
Yeah,
I get that all
People
the
still
time.
play that. Yeah, every time.
And I used to play as a child, and like I was a kid, but I was playing like free to play RuneScape. I never had membership or things like that. My parents wouldn't pay for like online game at the time. They were like, why the fuck would we do that? And I played only free to play RuneScape for like a long time, and I was extremely enjoying it. But just like tutorial I want, like, and doing like some basic like farming and woodcutting was a really enjoyable experience. And I played for like, I don't know, like on and off for like 1-2 years, and then I stopped playing, and I returned like. It was the end of last year, but I didn't play too much. I played for like on and off for like a couple of weeks and so on. So I basically started playing this year in February, and that's when I also started streaming RuneScape. And one of the reasons why I chose to like start playing RuneScape again was like, I was like, okay, man, I remember this game RuneScape. I feel like very nostalgic about it, and I'm like an adult now. I can like play with membership. I can like actually enjoy the game itself. I also have another reason why I chose streaming RuneScape, which was a very strategic reason. So. Do we get into that now? Like the strategic reason?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. This is,
Absolutely.
yeah, go ahead.
So.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, bro.
He really blue balled us
Right
like
as
that.
he's
There's
getting
no
into
way.
it.
Man.
All right, slight DC.
Okay.
Nothing
Bro,
big.
the
His
whole
whole family tree, dude.
Hey, we have a chance to talk now.
yeah,
So
no,
let's-
this,
It does not
this is
suck.
fucking. This is actually sick.
So for everyone listening,
Real, dude.
Des7ructo just DC'd from the call for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take this time to
Yeah,
take
we
it
gotta
in, I
break
guess.
this. This is a lot. Yeah,
Jesus,
Holy
yeah.
shit,
going on here,
bro,
yeah. I'm
bro.
kinda-
The whole hot moms bit he does takes on a whole new fucking meaning now.
Yeah, bro. It's starting to make some sense, bro.
My
It does
God,
make sense,
dude.
yeah. Maybe a little, what is it, the Oedipus going on there? Maybe, possibly.
Yeah,
Complex, one of
Oedipus.
those.
Yeah.
Dude, like everything sounds like a lie, but it's so well constructed and so specific that they can't be.
He said something.
Dude.
He said something, and I was
I
like,
think,
"Yeah, you can't make that up. Like this story is now real." Like,
I think the stories are real. Maybe a tad exaggerated, and he's kind of scrambled. We know Destructo's a crackhead, so he's got a high functioning brain. Like he's real fast with it. But I think he's telling the truth. It sounds legit.
But the story of when he got
he's back.
docked.
He's back.
Is he back?
I got to drag him back in.
yeah.
All right, are we ready? All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Brace yourself for Destructo. Here we go. Hello, Destructo.
I just got
You
to
back?
join the government, bro. What the fuck?
That was probably those guys looking for DDDDD. They probably got your ass again.
Yeah,
They got you again, man.
Yeah, they got you again. All right, that's okay. Go. So go ahead and continue. You were talking about the strategic reason that you started streaming RuneScape on Twitch, but if I do remember correctly, you were not streaming RuneScape. You were streaming a different game in the RuneScape section when we found you. But go ahead.
No, he was playing RuneScape, wasn't he?
He's playing RuneScape, I think.
Maybe it was.
No, not when we found him. He was playing a different game in the RuneScape
No,
section when we found him.
But he switched to RuneScape, I remember.
No, give me a sec. I'm gonna explain.
Okay,
Maybe,
let's
Go ahead.
maybe that was a sign not to speak. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna speak. I was indeed like playing RuneScape. I think when you found me, but I was doing like mother-alone mining or some dumb shit like that.
You were doing quests. You were like questing on vanilla client without quest helper, and you were
Yeah,
lost.
I specifically
You were in
remember
Ports
just
for Rim.
Ports Harem.
Just
Yes,
walking
exactly.
around doing nothing.
That's what I remember.
Was that one of your first streams, or how early was that?
I've tried streaming over the years for like a day or two, but like I said,
Your first stream, like really
Partnership-
back.
partnership programs weren't a thing, so I didn't really. So that was my first time, like actually, like getting involved into streaming, like how it's supposed to be.
That's crazy.
I've done like 2, yeah, and you actually found me on that day, and that's
Yeah.
also. It was insane. It was like some, I don't know, fucking some insane. I don't know if it's a coincidence or whatever, but it definitely like inspired me to like stream RuneScape a lot more. It's like I started streaming RuneScape, but also I started playing RuneScape at the same time. And I'm gonna get into the strategic thing at the same time. So okay, why did I decide to start streaming RuneScape? So like I said, I've been on Twitch for a long time. So I calculated everything that you can calculate on how to start streaming and pop off. Like, you might wonder, okay, he's a pro gamer at these games. Why does he not stream these games? Okay, I started calculating things. StarCraft 2 has like 3,000 regular viewers in peak hours. It has like 1,000 viewers in like non-regular hours. Guild Wars 2, I was streaming like Guild Wars 2 at the same time. I tried streaming that, I enjoyed it a lot. But at the same time, Guild Wars 2 peaks at like 1.5k like viewers at the same time. But I decided to like look at World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, 200,000 fucking like people streaming and watching them. You would never get discovered there. Never. I was like, okay, there's no point in that. You would never get discovered. Then I started looking at games which had like, let's say from 7 to 15,000 viewers. 7 to 15,000, like a golden bracket. Where if you like pop off a little, people can notice you. And at the same time, not only that, but I started looking at like how are like the viewers like, how do I say this? Like, how do viewers go around between the different streams? For example, you have like the top 3 streamers who are like covering like a lot of like the top section, and then you go down. Go like second row is like 100 viewers, third row is like 50 viewers.
Like the distribution, you mean? The
Like
distribution viewers?
like the distribution of viewers, yeah. And I was thinking, okay, so if like I can get, let's say, the third row with like, let's say 20, 30, 40 viewers, then you can actually pop off, you can get noticed. And I saw the RuneScape section, and not only that, but I started looking at like, how does the viewer distribution look at like peak hours? And how does the viewer distribution look at non-peak hours too? And I was like, okay, I would be thinking, okay, I can start growing in the non peak hours, because I can get like noticed way easily. And then when I grow, I can start streaming in the peak hours where actually more people watch, and you get like noticed by way more people at the same time. And also, I've been considering all these things, and at the same time, I've been considering like, is the game entertaining or not? What kind of content can I provide in this game? And that's what actually like kind of made me stop streaming RuneScape from the start, because like I started playing RuneScape at the time I started streaming RuneScape. And I was doing like skilling and shit like that. So I'd go on the stream and I'd be sitting there and doing like mining. Obviously, I know how to make it entertaining. But at the same time, for me, I'm like, okay, it's gonna take me like 1 or 2 months or even more now to actually build an account and start doing late game content. And like I said, I've like been playing MMOs forever. I've played every single MMO. And that's why everyone accuses me of having a bot account nowadays, because that's how I played RuneScape. I basically wanted to go from like point 1 to late game as fast as possible. No skilling, no like combat achievement diaries and useless bullshit like that. Like I don't give a fuck about that. I decided to go straight for the actual late game. Not only that, but I've always been a PvP player, always, in every single MMO. And I tried RuneScape PKing, bro. That shit fucking sucked balls. Like it was bad. Bro, that shit was bad, bro. Like I was like, okay, I am not doing that. I honestly started building the account with the idea of PKing. And I got to a certain level. I started like playing Venge PKing. Everyone was like playing some made up rules. I started playing NHing and things like that, and I decided I just saw like first of all, there's no ranked system, which pissed me the fuck off. It was lame as fuck. Second of all, it's kind of dead. People are killing on like PVMers and things like that, which is like not fun to me. Third of all, like there's so much fucking RNG in the game, bro. So much RNG that it pisses me the fuck over. The RNG got me fucking mad as fuck. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna stream RuneScape. I'm gonna switch to like a different game. And then I started like streaming like Guild Wars 2 and Maple Story, I think, for some time. And I remember like I was streaming and Legends of Runeterra too. I was like extremely fucking good at the Riot like card MMO. I reached like the highest ranks too. So I had some success with that. I started like streaming Legends of Runeterra, and I was like the highest ranks. And there were like other streamers who were like the highest ranks. They saw my stream because I was like one of the top players in the game, and they would like come to my stream, follow me, and start giving me some attention. So I got hype in that, but I was thinking that thing, okay, Legends of Runeterra, okay, but go to Twitch now, go to Legends of Runeterra and see how many viewers are watching that. It's dead, exactly. The same thing with Guild Wars 2. I started like streaming some Guild Wars, and you actually guys came one time. That's why probably what Prison Joe remembers. You came to my stream when I was streaming Guild Wars 2. And I actually found that cool as fuck.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, so was that the second time? Because I thought that was I thought that you were playing that and you were switching into RuneScape when we first found you.
It was the second time. Yes,
it was the second time. Okay.
Yeah, and I saw you guys doing that, and I was like, okay, that's really fucking cool. I have like these like RuneScape streamers who are like supporting me, even though I'm playing a different game. So like, you know what? I'm gonna try give like RuneScape another try. And yeah, and like in the meantime, like while I was streaming these other games, I was also like building my RuneScape account. I was doing all the boring like skilling and things like that. Because in the back of my head, I always had like RuneScape as an option, always. And I actually got to the late game, started doing like PVMing, which was not my intention. I actually started enjoying it a lot. Actually, like when we got to like the raids and parts like that and bossing, I actually started enjoying the game a lot. You also came like for a third time too, and I was like, okay, these motherfuckers are like out here supporting me. This like feels like, I don't know, it just felt like so fucking like, I don't know, I just felt so fucking good, like this is my thing at the time. And that's why like, yeah, you were like actually a big part of why I'm actually continued like streaming RuneScape. Otherwise I would be like...
the RuneScape community, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah. I mean, you're the only, like you're what I watch. Like, shout out you for having a good stream.
Yeah, I would say majority of all of us in this call have, for the most part, built our communities based off our personalities and gimmicks and bits, et cetera, and obviously we saw that potential talent in you, and that's why we all liked watching you, because you're hilarious and entertaining.
Yeah, you were like a big part of like the motivation for me to like keep on streaming RuneScape, like for real, like a big motivation. Because like considering all of like the things I was like thinking about, like I was deciding which game to stream, and like I saw that you were supporting me, and I was like, okay, there's actually like point in starting this, because we know like how like competitive like Twitch streaming is nowadays, and how like fucking hard it is to pop off like if you're not.
Well, that's to give you perspective. So that day we found you, like that's what we were doing. We were just browsing the lower section of RuneScape at like 5 a.m, and there was like 40 to 50 streamers with like 1 to 10 viewer. And yeah, like it means it'd be like it's definitely real with you, because we went through tons of streams and we are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? This guy has no camera. What the fuck is this guy like?
Dude, tell the story of how we found him real quick. Just like give a little brief interview, because I feel like we haven't talked about that yet, and like why Des7ructo is here on the podcast today. Because it's a funny story. It's just like kind of random happenstance.
You can get into it if you remember better. Are you telling Des7ructo?
No, I'm talking to you. I mean, like, it's a pretty simple story. Like, literally, we'd go on these like super late night DGen Discord calls.
We still do this all the time, by the way.
We still do this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're asking me or him, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but you know, one night we were like, hey, let's just like browse this like the lower viewer sections, or like 1 to 10 viewer section of RuneScape, and like see if there's any cool streamers in there. Because like everybody who's tried to stream on Twitch knows that the worst way to grow your Twitch channel is by streaming on Twitch. There's no discoverability. So we figured like there's probably gonna be some pretty cool streamers down in like 1 to 10 viewers. And we'd probably gone through 3 or 4 different streamers, just like dropping some follows, like chatting shit. And then like we pull up to your stream, and like I was losing my mind watching you. You were like doing some quest.
Oh my god, I remember exactly what we were doing. We were actually looking in people's bios to see what they had written in their bios.
That's what
we were doing.
Oh my God.
We were going through everyone's channels to check out their bios and compare their bios to ours.
Which one of
And
you
we
was so? Which
forgot
one of you
about
clicked on
that.
Destructo though? Which one of you clicked on Destructo? Was it T Papa or
I don't remember.
I believe it was T Papa
Yeah,
because
it wasn't
all I
me.
remember,
It was me.
all I remember is T Papa saying, "You have to see this."
Yeah, I think it was T-Papa.
Because like I was watching some other channel where some guy had like an upside down camera and the music was distorted, and I was like, "This is fucking awful." And then all I hear is T Papa. He's like, "Bro, you have to see this." I said, "Give me the." He threw the link in there, and then we all showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. This dude was
They
just
were-
like making us lose our fucking minds, just saying like the funniest shit, talking about like hot milfs and like hot moms and shit, and like how he loves
And the
tennis
raves, the rave
girls.
culture too, the Bulgarian
Yeah,
rave
talking
culture.
about the
Oh my
rave
God.
culture, dude.
Mine never.
Yeah.
My favorite part was in the bio. Like the part that got me was the. Yeah, so under donations, like when you scroll down his donation button, it says inflation and the disposal of most paper money in my country has made strip clubs expensive.
It's the truth,
I remember that shit.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we hung out for like it was like an hour and a half or like 2 hours. We hung out there for a long time, and we
You
got
did.
like drop the sub and stuff, drop the follow,
Yeah, do
and
you
like
guys remember? Did you have affiliate then? Is that the night we grabbed Founder too, or like?
Yeah.
yeah,
That
he
was
had
the
a
night.
because we subbed pretty quick.
Okay.
And, yeah.
You did. Like, if I remember, even back then, you said that was like the best investment in your life.
It
Like, I
was.
remember that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Destructo founders, dude. When you're XQC size, bro, like people, I'm gonna pop into that.
Well, that's the thing is he had like a couple founder badges left, and you fucker sniped him because I tried to subscribe, and I was like the 11th or 12th.
Oh,
person.
that's right. Yeah,
when he gets
bro.
partner. When he gets partner.
Yeah,
you
when
can
Destructo
you can
gets
link
partner.
it, bro.
All right, yeah, okay. So that sounds
I'm
good.
saving it.
You'll
I'm gonna
get
hold
it.
you to that, bro.
I get to XQC11 when we go to like Amazon and we see like Tasty Life account for sale, Destructo Founders badge like $100,000.
Partner check founders. Hell yeah, dude.
It is a cool story. I mean, then here we are.
Yeah, and then here we are.
I don't think we had a podcast at that time either. I don't think we
No,
did.
No,
we weren't.
no.
No, we weren't even doing a podcast. So
You
it's been a long journey. Talk about your journey in streaming. Like what from that point where you just had us in your chat, being idiots, and until now to where you just got your Fang kit in old school RuneScape, which I don't fucking have.
Yeah.
And you're fucking gaming. So
See, that's,
Yeah, I
that's
feel
why
like you're
believe
really-
him about being a pro gamer because you got
Yeah, bro.
really good.
I
at
I feel like
RuneScape
you're really finding
quick.
your stride with like TOA release, and like you've been doing the like high invocation raids. Like I feel like you're kind of really finding like the content you enjoy as well in the game, which is cool as well.
Bro, I
Definitely.
remember doing Destructo's first expert mode with him, and since that first expert Casey, he has never done a normal Casey ever again, dude. He's just
as
only
you
done
shouldn't.
expert.
As you shouldn't.
Hell
Bro,
yeah,
Normal,
dude.
Normal is worse than 12, dude. Fuck.
fuck 12, bro. Like fuck 21, fuck all of them. Like, but yeah, I do enjoy. I think the TOA is the best raid in my very honest opinion, and do enjoy it a lot. And there's also like strategy behind that. Like I've said, like I've always been like a high level player. Fuck the high level community. I've been like a high. Fuck them nerds. I've been playing like fuck the high level community on Java, and
And fuck, we do raids.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
you,
we do raids, bro.
Oh man, I can't believe you deal with them, dude. Props to you.
on Java, on the raids. I nut on them like the
Insane.
Akron nuts on them.
I ain't nut on them.
Listen, Destructo is simply using Weedy Raids as a vessel for her content. That's all. I respect it.
It is just good content, and yeah, like so that's cool about RuneScape is that I think that personality is like way more important than actual like skill or things. Like, skill is important, but personality is like way more important.
RuneScape is
And I-
glorified just chatting.
Yep.
That's all we
Yeah,
are.
yeah, that's very true. And I didn't know that at the start. So like I said, I started playing the game with the intention of getting to like I was gonna like stream other games, like for example, but that doesn't exist in RuneScape because in other games you have a ladder, like you play StarCraft, you have like top 50 Europe, and I'm like, I would be streaming and I would be like, okay, I'm like the top 13 player in Europe in StarCraft, and that's how I get attention with my skill, you know, and personality too, both of these combined, and that's how I started playing with that intention. Started playing RuneScape. Like I just intended to get to the highest level as soon as possible and start doing like the highest level content as soon as possible. And that's why I also started playing TOA a lot. It's like very hype for me because like it was a brand new release raid, and no one knew nothing about it, and it was like very easy to like become like one of like the better players doing TOA, which I'm not one of the best players doing TOA right now. I'm not gonna lie, I can be, but I don't really honestly find the point in like actually like trying to lure viewers with skill when obviously like the personality is like more important. Like you can actually like see it. Obviously there is like a community for that. Like
Do you and No Monkey have beef, or what's the deal?
Yeah.
No, we're actually met homies with him, bro. He comes to the chat every day. Like he says I'm his favorite streamer.
Wait, does he? Does No Monkey come and hang out at your stream?
Bro, he says I'm his favorite streamer. I kid you not. Like you can ask me. Like
Are you serious? I didn't know No Monkey came to your stream.
yeah, bro. Monkey's cool as fuck, bro. Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
We met him in real life.
New content is a great way, like especially in the RuneScape section. New content is a great way to boost yourself and get discovered. No Monkey's a product of that as well. Like he took TOA, he created all these metas, made a lot of good videos and guides, and like he deserves to be where he's at because he put the work in.
Yeah, he's been fucking eating, dude. Well deserved.
For sure. It's deserved.
I actually knew about him on YouTube. He's on YouTube for like a year before he started streaming.
Yeah.
He started streaming and popped off, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I think it has to do with his looks, bro. I think he was made in like a government laboratory or something. I don't know. Like honestly,
I have a command in my chat because someone just wrote this one day. It was like a first time chat, and I lost my mind. And he just goes, "No Monkey looks like an anime bully."
He does, bro.
It's a command. Whenever you type "No Monkey," that screenshot pops up.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the vibe and the hair for sure. Like he could definitely be an evil anime character, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that has to do with his success a lot. Because you go to his stream, you look at him. He's always got insane gameplay. You then look at him again, and you're thinking, nah, bro, this is a fever dream. Bro. Like, no, there's no way this is happening, bro. Like, it's like so trippy, bro. But yeah, there is interest in like in like high skill play. And I also you know, it's really fucking funny. This one time, bro, I'm never gonna forget this. I was like learning chambers, and I decided to do my first solo chambers. And I was doing so fucking bad, bro. It took me like 3 hours to complete the solo chambers. And I decided, fuck solo chambers. And I was like well into the trade, and I decided to like change the name of my stream to like World Record Holder Solo Chambers.
Oh, that's right.
Bro, when I did that, bro, all of the fucking RuneScape World Record Holders came to my stream. All of them. Inferno World Record Holders, Chambers, TOB, everything. All of them.
God, those fucking nerds, bro. I hate them.
This fucking guy, bro.
Bro. My viewers jumped by like 40 viewers or something just because all of them, bro. And they would be seeing me there, bro, like fucking like 17 deaths in like 3 hours, like in like a solo chambers, bro. And they're like, bro, they're going in the chat like what the fuck am I even looking at, bro? Like they're like losing their minds. Some of them were actually cool though. Some of them were like playing with the meme because I was like, yeah, I'm a pro gamer. I'm like a world record holder, solo chambers. Like I'm doing like, I'm not saying what kind of world record, but I'm a world record. And they're like, yeah, bro, yeah, bro.
You've never died in the game, so it makes sense.
That's true.
It's very true. I've actually never died. Yeah,
Same.
I've only like sacrificed myself for the team, but never died actually. Not even one day.
Half those Giga gamers are super cool, and then the other half are super weird. So you probably got some of the cool ones.
Yeah, some of them are like very cool, definitely, but yeah, a lot of them are like, what the fuck, like chatters, like type thing, like the ones, you know what I'm talking about, the one, bro, you click on the wrong tile, bro, that's gonna be like 1 second off of your normal timer, bro.
Tile.
Bro.
It was like T-Papa trying to learn solo chambers, and some dude was like, "You just watched the video. Why aren't you doing it right?"
Oh, that guy.
Yup. Same exact thing.
That's pretty.
He
standard.
literally watched the video. How does he not know? LOL.
You just watched the tutorial.
Oh my god.
Why isn't he tick perfect?
Uh,
All right, I'm gonna take a piss. I'm here, man.
And
Destructo,
Yeah.
I do have a question though. In terms of like the like RuneScape content that you've been enjoying, because I feel like you love TOA. Like I feel like you've been enjoying every time I see you in your stream, you just seem like you're having a fucking ball out there.
yeah,
And
fun
it's
as
great
fuck.
to see. And you've been you've just been raising the invocations, every single time. And like I feel like at this point, like you can either go like in one or two directions. Like either like you try to be like one of the best when it comes to TOA, or like do you have any plans to like branch out into some other, like is there anything else that's like piquing your interest in terms of like other kind of PVM that you want to get into, really?
PVM, not really, bro. I honestly want to do either like the most extreme, highest form of TOA, or actually going to PKing again. Like try PKing out again. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I actually want to try that again. My only problem is with PKing is that like it's kind of dead, bro. Like I always like I try PKing out, or like look at PKing streamers, and they're like 80% of the time they're not even having proper PvP. They're just like killing some PVMers, bro. And I don't really find any fun in that. Like, bro, like, what's the fun in like you go out in the wildy, like you snare some guy with like PVM gear, like half of his foot gun fighting a fucking like wildy boss and there. You kick him and you're like, bro, I'm so fucking good, bro. I'm so fucking good, bro. Oh my
They
god, the
typed
clicks,
DF,
bro.
you know?
Yeah, the skill, the
It was
skill.
a good
Oh my-
fight.
Good fight, bro. Good
good
fight.
fight.
I'm like, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Like, have a fucking honest fight.
No,
1v1.
You make some valid points that people have made for it for sure. Have you? Well, you definitely need to delve into the Theater of Blood more eventually. 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, and now I'm gonna be doing that. Like, especially with like solo TOB and like hard mode TOB. There's a lot
Okay.
of fun into
Okay,
that.
all right. Well, shit, dude. I bet we were just talking about doing Tom, bro. It's like, you don't have to do all that. Shit.
No one's stopping you. You can go in there and
Yeah,
practice.
bro.
It's
By all
different.
means, dude. I'll be there.
And I forgot something else too. That thank you, Hansi, for reminding me.
The
The
Inferno,
Inferno.
of course.
The Inferno arc. We're not gonna
Oh,
forget
no,
about that.
man. Destructo
You said it would
Inferno
happen
arc.
in December, dude. It's December now. When's it happening?
Listen, time is not real, bro. Like, who the fuck is gonna stay? Tell me, like, what? Bro, what day is it today?
Bro, how many
just promise me this. Promise me this. Don't do it at the same time T Papa does it, okay? You guys need to have different
Yeah,
Inferno
dude.
arcs so I can
Oh, yeah,
fully
yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
both
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
I swear to God, I was in Destructo's
Oh
stream
yeah, we won't
yesterday.
double up.
This man asked what day is it today like 7 times in the span of an hour, dude.
I do that
I hope,
too.
I hope you're having a
only-
wonderful day. What day is it today?
I only do it for chat engagement. I do the same thing. I ask what day it is like 6 times.
But what day is it today, though?
How
For
do you
real?
bait
It's
chat
the
engagement?
word.
You just keep asking what day it is like every half an hour.
No, nice.
Bro, and I was gonna say time is not real. It's Thursday. Who says that it's Thursday, bro? Who said that? Who said that? Like you said, like I have to do my like Inferno arc in December. I said that.
Yeah, you
Who
did.
says it's December, bro? Who said that? Like my December. is
We
the
are
middle of
now. You
December,
have to do it.
I said it.
True.
Now
bro. I
do
said
it.
it. So yeah, it's not gonna.
My first taste of full-time streaming really was recently, where someone came to my chat and they said Happy Friday, and I was like, yeah, happy. I was like, wait, it's fucking Tuesday. I was like, fuck you. It almost got me. That almost caught me slipping. It was close.
It is weird having that lack of schedule. That's like days don't mean as much anymore. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Like the schedule.
It's cool, but like not really.
It's
Yeah, my
I think it's
schedule
yeah,
cool.
laid
yeah.
out, but
I
I'm
like
not.
it. I like it.
I'm
a
not keen on the day. Like I know my schedule each day. I just don't know exactly what day it is. Like I know what's going
Exactly.
on. But the day doesn't matter as much anymore.
My entire week hinges around Wednesday because that's when I stream early. That's that's it. That's how I know what part of the week it is.
Destructo, I had some more questions for you.
I also have like one question for you, maybe before we like proceed.
No, go ahead. I'll ask
I was actually kind of curious, like, okay, we're like streaming like big time, and if especially if you're a full-time streamer, have you been considering about like if you'd like enjoy like an office type experience, like if you're having like a regular job at being in the office, because like you're interacting with like all these people in the office environment, and it's like a whole fucking different world, like the corporate world. Like I've been thinking about that, like how it would, like right now, like compared to like full-time streaming, how you would be feeling in like that kind of like environment and so on. Because sometimes I'm speaking to my real life friends, and they're like, okay, like I'm in the office, we're doing this, we're having these lunch breaks, we're doing this with the colleagues, and I'm like always like wondering about like the corporate life now compared to like, full-time streaming.
Do you mean like what if theoretically there was an office with a bunch of like isolated cube stream rooms and like streamers went there to stream? Is that like what you're talking about?
That's one thing, yeah, and at the same time, like comparing the lifestyle, cause like how like do you get like some time of like maybe like I don't know, like you feel like a specific way, like when you're like out here like on your computer in your like your own room streaming, like let's say for like a long time compared to like how would you be feeling like if you're like at the office right now, like your own like personal like
just, like,
how do I
the,
say
the
it?
difference between the two, like
Yeah, how would you?
You're
mean,
saying like
this one's
between
better.
working in an office and streaming, or do you mean like streaming
Yeah,
in an office? Well,
yeah.
for me, I can't answer that because my job was pretty crazy job. Like every day was different, different experiences. Like it could be real flat or fucking insane. And that's the main reason why I love the job. That's why it took me so long to quit. Honestly, like if I really if I disliked my job, I would have I would have went for this a long time ago, because I had many of times where I was building momentum and I had to stop streaming / content creation for my job. So I can't really answer that because my job's all over the place, man. Like
I mean, I live that life
crazy.
every day.
Hamzy would be better to answer that.
Yeah, Hamzy
does that every day. He goes
I
back.
work like 40 plus hours a week in an office / hotel, and then I stream like 25, 30 hours a week as well.
Yeah, you're a legend for that. Honestly, you're a legend for that.
That's
I
actually
stream
insane.
30 hours a month, and I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was asking that question, because like you're streaming, you end the stream, and you know how you feel after you end the stream. Like I was just in this like complete different world, like this complete fucking different reality, and now you're back and you're like, okay, I'm in my room right now. Okay, what the fuck? This is like
That's like it's a good way
That's
to put it.
accurate.
Yeah, it's
And
really
that-
accurate.
That's why I asked, like, if you're like having a regular job, like, okay, you're there in the office with all these colleagues and people, and like after you finish your job, there is not the same thing as like finishing the stream and realizing like what the fuck is like going on around me. It's such a fucking like I don't know how to explain
we're
my
like-
question.
I could add on to that. I would
feel
say like as soon as I get done streaming, at least now, even before, my brain, well, at least the way my brain works is always what's next. Like, what do I need to do next? I rarely sit at my computer and sit in that fucking kind of twilight zone of like, you know, like I don't. That's just not me. I'll immediately start doing something else. Like, you know, as soon as I one tick into today, I immediately started washing dishes and I started meal prepping and cooking. Like, I just went on to something else. But that's just how my brain works. It's just I'm very task oriented. So, but that's me.
But at the same time, do you think that is because like you were working a full-time job and you just had no time to like waste? Because if you're like only full-time streaming, you do have some time to waste, and you can actually like afford to like.
That's what I'm trying not to do, though. I'm trying not to
don't
waste
even have
time,
to
because the time you waste is the time that your competition is going to be outworking you, and that's just a mentality you have to
But
have.
after each stream, I have to go stare at a wall for 15 minutes.
I give myself 30 minutes of Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
I watch calming baby sensory videos on.
There definitely is that like decompression period
Like,
after.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Decompression.
Yeah, that's actually a
I
really
feel like
good phrase.
we're closer. This is gonna sound crazy, but we're closer to like rock stars than office people. I think, you know. Like imagine, you know, like when you get off the stage at the concert. You know what I mean?
If it was like a little
they're
more
gonna
humble,
sit down.
Bro, I get that your wife thinks we're famous, but you need to relax, okay?
It's grandiose, but I get what you mean. I get the.
Thank you. You know, it's
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say the main thing, as someone who I don't do what Hamzy does. I don't go back and forth. But I was like a corporate drone with no streaming for about 2 years, and then I transitioned to full-time streamer for the last 2 years. So like I've experienced both separately, and the biggest difference was, well, number one, with my corporate job, like it was so much easier for me to detach. Like as soon as I clocked out, I thought about my job zero. Nothing. No, I was never stressed or worried about it. Like I'd go walk in the next day and be fired. I didn't care. I hated that place. Like it was just, as soon as I was out of that building, clocked out, entirely separated from my mind. I was actually me again. Whereas with streaming, like when you're a full-time streamer and content creator, you don't really have like an off mode. Like you're always kind of involved in content in one way or another. Like you could receive a Discord message about like a sponsor or something at any point in time. Like, but you're much more committed to it as well, because you actually like want to do this. So every minute, you know, you waste or disengage from creating content is a minute that, you know, you're kind of in a way throwing away. That's kind of a toxic way to look at it. But think you're much more attached to it when you're full time and like content is your life. You know,
I think that's the hardest part is like figuring out the work life balance is just like
it's a lot more difficult.
It's so hard.
It's a lot harder to keep yourself busy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like for me, that's been the weirdest transition is trying to fill the hours, the 50, 60, 70 hours I was working before with something.
Yeah, like what can I be doing right now?
Being tasty, play Counter-Strike.
I know you do. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do something else.
I mean, you do YouTube. YouTube takes a lot of hours. Like YouTube is a shocking amount of work.
That's the primary thing that has filled my time is just chalking up ideas and things that I want to do. And pretty soon here, I'm going to start enacting those things. But I've been like for real, like as far as like outside of Twitch goes, because I feel like Twitch content creation is just kind of on the. You're winging it a lot of the time, right? I mean, you're live. It's not like your entire stream is scripted. So I feel it's a different art form altogether. It's very different. But I'm figuring it out. But I love it, man. So we'll see where things go. I have a lot of faith in everybody and myself. You know, everybody's doing great.
I've also been considering like going to YouTube myself again because like I've had like previous experience with that, but it's a lot of time and like, people don't like actually realize how much investment goes into like a YouTube video, especially because I'm gonna be like editing the videos myself because like I don't know, I just feel like
that's even more if you do that.
It's so much.
Yeah, you can't do full-time YouTube and full-time Twitch. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, I've been like not struggling with that, I've been dealing with that because like I'm always like, okay, I gotta make these views, but then like I'm streaming for like 8-9 hours and then I'm like, there is no way I'm gonna like sit here. Actually, after the stream, record like footage for like a video, then have to like edit it, like do the graphic designing and like, cause I've worked in graphic design for some time. I was also making a Call of Duty like montage videos when I was like in 2012 or 13, like those compilations. So yeah, I know how it is, and it's a lot of fucking work, man. It's a lot of fucking work, definitely.
Can I go back to I had a couple questions for you before we go on?
Yeah.
I just wanted you to get into, obviously, I mean, I know nothing about Bulgaria. I don't really know anything about the culture. I would like to hear your perspective on kind of the contrast between our culture, your culture, things that you've seen that stand out, I guess.
Insane difference, bro. Like I don't know how to explain this, but like without it sounding bad in a way. Okay, let me think about it before I give my answer. So basically let me not be too politically incorrect, so to say.
You
okay,
can speak
it's after
your
dark,
truth, and then we can edit it if necessary.
Yeah, if it's no, you say what you need to say. You know,
speak your mind, baby.
Yeah, just get it out.
It's not like
Unless
it's like
if it's racist, don't say it. But like otherwise,
yeah, that's why I'm considering. It's like racism, sexism, a lot of crazy shit which I'm considering right now.
No, sexism we tolerate.
That was a joke.
Man, that's a joke.
Obviously,
then it's real. Right.
I'm married, guys. I can't be sexist.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. I have a black friend. though. I'm not racist, bro.
Also how that works. Yeah. Have you formulated your answer yet? Are we still?
Yeah. So basically, okay, we had communism in Bulgaria, and a lot of like people were like brought up on communism. Like a lot of our parents, like not mine, but like a lot of people's parents were brought on communism. And then I can instill those like traditional values in them. And there's like so many people, bro, who like have this like extremely weird mindset. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a lot of like Bulgarians people are extremely friendly, extremely fucking cool people, like the nicest and coolest people that you would meet. But at the same time, you would have like the opposite end, which is like a large portion of the people who are like, they just have this like, I'm not gonna say like a gig chat mentality, but it's like, bro, if you like look at the average like Bulgarian male, it's like someone who's like extremely bulked, shaved head. He like most of his interests are like I don't even know how to explain them, bro. It's like being like a football hooligan and so on. And in like you know how in like America you have like this some of like people can like call someone like a white boy, like be like, okay, he's like a soft boy. Things like that over here don't really exist. Like everyone is like being like trying really hard to be like a giga chat and so on. Everyone is Yeah,
So it's like
weird,
a hyper masculine
Yes,
culture,
very-
like
yeah,
a
very
really
masculine.
traditionalist hyper masculine culture.
Definitely, like probably 80% of the males like go to like the gym and train martial arts, but like a lot of people, but a lot of people are like interested like that. So there is like a massive difference.
Do you
Also,
mean
like,
that in like in a bad way? Like it's too much, or what do you mean?
I wouldn't consider it in a bad way, just in a different way, so to say. Like it's incomparable. Like I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's not something you can actually explain. Like I'm not saying that everyone is like that. There's always like all kinds of like subcultures to like all kinds of different people. Like you can choose who to hang out with. I'm just saying that there's also like a very prevalent like type of like these.
About the
people.
majority, I mean, I understand because I mean, it's definitely not like that here. It's very the other way, especially now. It's
Exactly.
very different.
Yeah, it's
It's
completely
it's pretty regional, but I would say that's uncommon here.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like extremely different in that perspective and like yeah, I was gonna say something. What I was gonna say and yeah, overall, like a lot of like, for example, like the drinking culture here is extremely big. Like, if you don't drink over here, you're gonna get asked 3 questions. I've said this before. It's like an extremely big offense to like refuse someone from drinking. Okay, the first thing you refuse someone's drink, and he's gonna be like, okay, are you sick? And you're like, no, I'm not like sick. He's gonna be like, okay, then are you dying? And they're like, I'm not dying. Yeah, I kid you not. And do you know what the third question is? Okay, what are you fucking or something? Like I kid you not, bro. That's the actual third question, bro.
So that ties back into the hyper masculine culture. Is that like that's what we're talking about here?
Exactly, bro. A lot of the people, for example, if like you like for a lot of people, if like grow long hair, if like dressing a little bit of more like a different way, you're a loser, bro. For a lot of people, I'm not saying for everyone. Like I said, there is like a lot of like culturally diverse people. There's like a lot of people who are like into like different like interests and so that. There's a lot of cool people, and you get to choose your like the people you hang out with and so on. But I'm saying that there's like a really big portion, like a really big portion of the people who are like with the like hyper masculine like culture and so on. Like it's very weird to explain it. You gotta experience it like for yourself. And I know it's not like that in the US at all. Like
Do you think that's like a byproduct of being raised in a super traditional communist era? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, bro. Because like I said, their like interests are like very limited, and like for like if you're like in communism, they would like say some completely crazy stuff, bro. Like all like the most like crazy conspiracy theories. I'm not gonna mention them because I don't want to get too political, but like yeah, they make the frogs gay. They're making us gay, things like that, bro. Like bro, it's
Is running Bulgaria.
no. To be fair, some of points are like fair. Some of them, I'm not gonna lie, but
We're moving on from that, yeah. So I was gonna ask you, how's the dating life for you there? Like, how is it? Like, do you use dating apps there, or are you more of a guy who goes out?
I'm more of a guy who goes out, but he does dating apps too, bro. Okay, so what's very crazy is that I was like kind of popular in the country because like I was one of the biggest shit posters in the country, like on Facebook. Facebook is still the most used like social media in the country, which I don't know why.
Des7ructo is also one of the most famous shit posters in Bulgaria.
You're just out here memeing on Facebook.
I was famous in my country for shit posting on
If we
Facebook.
go to Bulgaria and hang out with you, like, are we gonna get like noticed? Like, what's going on?
That'd be pretty cool, honestly. I mean,
Nah, I'm not like famous like that. People don't recognize me on the street. They recognize me on the internet. And what is very crazy though is because like I would type some completely fucking crazy shit. And I would have like a lot of like girls slide in my DMs, and I kid you not, bro. They would say some things like, "Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you like for a while. Like, do you want to go on a date with me?" And I'm like, "Say less." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "What's going on?" Like, kind of
You don't even question it. You're just like, yes, let's go.
if you could put a number on it, how many times a month are you having sex?
probably like twice, maybe. It depends. Usually it depends because I'm very picky. Okay, so I don't want to sound like
okay. All right,
I don't want to sound
good.
I'm gonna say why. I don't want to like act really fucking spoiled or so. But I've just
No,
been
you like what you like. That's nothing wrong with that.
I've just been fortunate enough to like date like all kinds of girls, bro. All kinds of girls. I've gone on dates with like call them like e-girls, fit girls, like with some models, with like some every single type of girl, bro. Like I've had like
where
enough
do the
experience-
MILFs come into the picture with this though? Like where is the MILF origin with this? Because that's where I was getting with the like that's what I wanted to lead into with your dating life.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so when I was like very young, I was like my family was like obviously like very well known in our hometown, and like almost everyone everyone knew me as a kid, and you would have like all these like 20-year-old like chicks know me as a kid, and I'm like, oh, you're so cute, you're so this and that, bro. And you know, time passed, and I like went through like puberty, things like that. I went to like university. I like lived in different countries for one reason or another.
Oh.
And sometimes I would go back to my hometown, bro. And those 20-year-old chicks are like now in their like 30s and so on. And they would be like, okay, they would be like acting in a very interesting way. Like they would come up to me and they would make some very interesting offers. But I kid you not, like there is like.
Did you take up any of those offers that you were receiving?
I mean, some of them were like very hot, so I like some of them, yes, definitely. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like definitely.
There's no shame in that. You know,
People like what they
Sounds like a porn script. What is this?
Bulgaria is a
Dude,
porn
that
script.
was
From
my
what I-
question.
honestly, yeah, it's a hyper masculine. Everybody's fucking. This is pretty crazy. So
Like, dude, but have you been in a real porno before? You kind of look like you have.
No, none of that shit. Like,
I need a thicker stash.
like I've said, I come from a very respectable family, so I'm actually like kind of like cautious about my internet persona, and I cannot do the shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
I
we can
come from,
tell
like,
you're
I said-
really cautious about your internet persona. When people ask me what's Destructo like, I'm like, he's really cautious about his internet persona.
Bro,
The first thing I say.
listen. That is like fun, and that is like
what is the oldest woman you like? How old is the oldest woman you've been with as an adult?
oldest as an adult. Not even that old, like late 30s, maybe. Yeah, late 30s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
it's
can,
not
that
any
can
older
still
than
fall
that.
in the hot mom category for sure for you. I would assume.
Oh, definitely, like late 30s, definitely. But I was like younger. I was like, I don't know, like 19 to 21.
Is there
was
a
like- Oh, wow.
time? Oh, okay. Wow. Is there a time in your life that stands out as just like that really resonated with you with like the Bulgarian culture, where you're like, holy shit, like this is like where it kind of like clicked for you, or just maybe some type of crazy story experience that you have?
I really cannot like say something that like treat me out about the culture itself, because like if you ask me, I found like US culture to be insane as fuck. Like and well, I've grew up, for example, with like, well, most of us grew up with like, when you think about US culture, we think about things we see on movies and on like different podcasts and so on. And I would watch like some, let's say, some rapper podcasts, like, you know, like No Jumper is a pretty big podcast. And the stories they say on that podcast, bro, I would like think in my head, like that would be like the typical lifestyle. And they're doing some more like really off like how they say it's off pocket things, but like
Out of pocket and off the wall.
out of pocket, like yeah, and everyone's doing like so many fucking drugs in the US, but like so many. I'm not saying people here are not, but like drinking culture is bigger than doing drugs. Like okay, the underground scene here is extremely big, like the clubbing scene, so everyone does drugs over there. But I feel like in the US, everyone's doing like mad drugs, bro. Like everyone's doing like mad drugs, like almost
It's an issue,
everyone.
yeah.
Hamsy's done math.
We consume here. For like
There's
I think there's definitely
an
more of like
asterisk
an
next to
experimental thing in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like people are, I
There's
think
two
people in the
different
U.S. are
sides.
definitely more like open to like doing random shit they've never heard of before. I feel like when you go abroad, you know, it's like you've got like your main like 3 drugs that people do, like weed, cocaine, alcohol, like, you know, ecstasy, and it's like
that's the holy
not a
trinity.
whole lot of crazy other things. I feel like in the US, you know, you'll find
Yeah.
out someone will be like, hey, do you want a tab of like N764? It's,
yeah, well,
it's
that's what I was
fresh
gonna
out of the
say, is,
lab.
like the difference really here is that we have like that the more kind of acceptable social drugs, and then there's the fucking like on the street, like the bad shit that's killing people or making people kill people or making people kill themselves. All of but those the less desirable drug choices.
Exactly, yeah, because almost everyone, like a shit ton of people here do like cocaine, weed, and ecstasy and things like that. But I don't mean that. That's like regular drugs and things like that. But I would like engage with like US people and like listen to like US like people like podcasts. And they were like, okay, I'm doing like ketamine with like mixed with like fentanyl, mixed with like some dose of like heroin, mixed with like I don't know what I'm like.
Yeah,
It's like a normal thing, especially for the youth, bro. And I especially look at like the more like maybe like, not even the alternative people. I just feel like there's way more people who like compared to here. Like I said, here is like more in a traditional way. They have more traditional like minded people. I'm not saying there's not like a shit ton of like alternative and crazy people out here. There is like a wide variety of them too. Like I said, like the underground scene and so on is extremely big. I'm gonna get into that. But I feel like in America, bro, in the US, it's so much more, like so much more. Like trap culture, like rapping culture is like extremely big. So obviously everyone is like trying to get into that and things like that. And it's a massive difference in a way. I'm gonna go into some crazy stories. Don't think it's like boring over here. I'm gonna share some stories with you that are like.
Well, that's what like if there's one that stands out to you that is is representative of like
it's not
I guess a day in the life there, a day in the life if you could.
I can tell a lot of stories. I can tell some stories, bro. Okay. Okay, let's start with let's say one like simple story. So it was on the day of my graduation. I was like graduating from university. And at the same time, I also took like a vaccine dose, a booster dose. And you're not supposed to drink when you take that, but I couldn't give a fuck anyway. I was in my hometown back at the time, and I went to like the capital where I am right now. I wasn't renting this place just to go like celebrate my graduation. And I went to my graduation. Like we finished like the whole ceremony thing, and we went out like for a formal drinking with like my colleagues and like with like the lecturers and so on. So we started drinking there, and we like make plans to like go clubbing during the night. And before that, okay, so we go like doing these formal drinks, and then we finish the formal drinks, and then I had to find a place to stay. And I went to like some relatives of mine. I go to them, and we like sit down on the table, we start drinking a shit ton, and they suddenly tell me, we actually had plans with other people, so we cannot sleep here. And they give me the key to an apartment in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm already fucking shit-faced. I'm like completely shit-faced. They just give me a key apartment to some fucking random ass place. And they're like, you're gonna be good, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. I'm shit-faced. Take the key, leave for the club. We go to the fucking club, bro. And I'm obviously there. And we're like with the homies, with some chicks, this and that. And we're like going completely fucking bonkers. Like doing everything you might think of. Like everything you might think of. We finished that party. And it's like 6, 7 a.m. or something like that. And now Des7ructo has to find his like way home. And I'm drunk as fuck, and I have no fucking idea where I have to go. I don't know address, I don't know anything like that. So I look at the key and start like sending messages to these people that like tell me an address after like 30 minutes or like an hour. And now I have this random fucking address. And I open my maps and I like try to Google that shit. And okay, I go to the address, but on the address you have like 7 or 8 buildings or so on. So I just like start browsing the buildings and like going to different people's apartments, and I actually finally found the apartment. But I was so fucking drunk, I could not open the door for an hour. I'm like, bro. Bro, I could not open the door for a fucking hour. I'm entering the key, I'm like turning it, it doesn't work, bro. So I'm sitting there, I try to open it and sit on the stairs for a little bit. Anyway, enter the apartment, and I sleep for like 2 hours. I sleep for 2 hours and then return to like the place where I was at previously, so to return the key. Because me and the people we went to the club with and some other people decided to like, it's very popular in Bulgaria for us to like rent like a guest house somewhere in the country and go there and get completely fucked up for 2-3 days. So we rented like a guest house. And we slept for like 2 hours.
Excursion. That's we do that, bro.
That's what we do.
We're familiar.
Trust me, the story goes very interesting. And we get into the car, and we had like 4 groups of people going there. It was like in the middle of the country. It was like a 200-mile drive, something like that. Anyway,
Jesus.
We're like, yeah, we were extremely fucked. We got completely fucked during that. Everyone slept for like 1 or 2 hours, and we get into the car, 5 people in one small car, bro. And we start driving towards there. We have a lot of fun. And around 15 miles before we reached to like the guest house, the drivers decided to switch. The driver switched, and I'm like sitting next to the driver. And we have 3 people in the back, 2 girls and one of the homies in the back. And we're going completely fucking crazy in the car. And the homie is like, you know what, I'm gonna start drifting now. And the homie starts like turning off the systems, like the ABS, the hubs and so on, like off the protective like features of the car. And we start drifting with an insane fucking speed, bro. And I have videos of that, exactly how fucking crazy we're going. And I remember, bro, I'm like opening the window and screaming at some random guy on a bike. I'm like, something like that. Bro. 5 minutes. And I'm like, the whole time I'm screaming to the driver, bro, crashes, bro. I'm like, no, crashes, bro. I'm going like wild from the adrenaline. I'm like going crazy. 5 minutes after that. 5 minutes after, as we're drifting, bro, and we're drifting in the middle of countryside Bulgaria, bro. The roads are like filled with like sinkholes, because Bulgarian roads are extremely bad. Filled with sinkholes, like extremely fucking tight. We've never been there. We're looking at Google Maps at the same time as he's drifting. And we went to like a very like sharp turn, and there was apparently sand on the road, and the car fucking slipped, and it fucking crashed into a fucking pole, bro. We crashed into a fucking pole, and bro, it was fucking trippy as fuck, bro. We fucking crashed, and everyone was fucking losing their fucking minds. We crashed on my side, and I couldn't open the door. I'm like trying to kick it, and like smoke starts coming out of everywhere, like from the car. I'm like, motherfuckers, get out of the fucking car right now. And we spent like one or
we lost Prison Joe.
We lose Prison Joe?
Dude, I don't know how long he is.
There he is.
Okay. And we spent 1 or 2 minutes big time fucking panicking, bro. Like big time fucking panicking. Because the adrenaline rushes inside. We're like, everyone's like screaming and shouting. I look at myself, I'm covered in blood. People are covered in blood. 2-3 minutes pass, and I don't know what happened. But okay, so I have to distract from. So I found my phone. Because like, okay, listen, this is very weird. Because the year previous to that, we went to the same guest house, and I got extremely fucked up and jumped into a pool with my phone, and I swam in the pool like 30 minutes or 1 hour, and it was a brand new phone. And I actually fucked up that phone, so I lost a lot of money on that. And this year, bro, I don't know why, when we crashed, I lost my phone. And the whole fucking time, bro, after the car crash, like 1 minute after we crashed, I was thinking, bro, what the fuck, did I break my phone again? Not that I'm covered in blood or everything's covered in blood. I was like, bro, I fucking broke my phone. And I found my fucking phone, bro, and it was okay. And I don't know why, I just felt this complete fucking sense of relief, bro. I was like, okay, everything's good, bro, everything's fucking fine. Like, my phone is good.
Car's on fire, and you're just like, yeah.
Bro, people covered in blood, cars totaled, like, but I felt good about my phone. And I look at everyone, and everyone's obviously panicking. I was like panicking, and I relaxed after that. And I look at them, and like, I'm okay, calm the fuck down. They're obviously not calming the fuck down. Like 10-15 minutes pass, and everyone's like, are you okay? Well, let's say that we're okay. At least like we feel okay. But you know, the adrenaline was like hitting everyone, so no one knew that. And we crashed in a fucking random village in the middle of fucking nowhere. All of the fucking village comes, because obviously nothing happens in a village. There's a fucking car crash. It's the like first dramatic event like from 10 years ago. Everyone comes and like, yeah, sees us. And a complete like shit show like goes there. And like obviously the homie who was like crashed the car like switched with the main driver, so the car wasn't his. And so they start calling their parents, and like so their parents like come to the place like after like 2-3 hours. They had to come from the other side of Bulgaria to this place. So obviously like deal with like the crash to see if everyone's okay. And but I'm fucking busting my ass laughing off, bro, because I was so fucking happy my phone was good, but I was like, I don't know, I felt so fucking happy. And I was like, okay, I can clearly see it broke nothing, I didn't like have like punctured ribs or whatever, and I was like feeling good. And you know what, I saw that everyone was like okay-ish, and I was like, you know what, I don't give a fuck, bro. We already paid for that place, we're gonna go there and we're gonna get drunk as fuck right now. And they're like, no, we're gonna go to like the fucking hospital and go home. And I was like, no, listen, you are not going home. You are not fucking going home, bro. We're gonna go and fucking drink. And I was the whole time, bro, I'm like, okay, listen. We already rented the place. We already crashed. So why would you go home when you can go and get fucked up and have a good time? And they were starting to think like, okay, maybe it's a good idea. And they were like, but we're gonna wait until our parents come. And their parents come, bro. And the guy who crashed the car's father came. And he picked all of us up, and he took everyone to the ER, except for me. He took them to the ER, and then only me and him were left, and I'm like, you know what, let's go buy some fucking alcohol. And me and this guy's father who crashed the fucking car, bro, are going to the most fucking random shop in the village to find some alcohol. Everyone's in the fucking ER. We're going to the store, I'm fucking covered in blood, bro. Like, my hands are like bloodied, like my chest is bloodied. And I'm like, hello? And I'm like, okay, give me that bottle, that bottle, that bottle, that bottle, that bottle. We picked like 10, 15 bottles of alcohol, and his father was like, that's it? Yeah, his father said, that's it. We're like, okay, bro, if you say so. So I start buying more bottles of as much as we could handle, bro. We go back to the car packed with fucking alcohol, and we go back to the fucking ER, bro. And we look at everyone, and I'm like, okay, listen, guys. We have fucking a lot of alcohol already. You go into the ER, you're kind of fine. Like, they were kind of fine. No one had like any serious injuries. They were like bruised up, maybe a sprained rib, maybe like some small head concussions, things like that. It was not nothing serious, bro. And we like yeah, and like I said, we had like 3 or more groups of people already at the place over there, and we called them on the phone. And I'm smiling, bro, because I don't know, like my phone was okay. I'm still happy for that. And I call them on the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up? And they're like, yeah, we're here waiting for you. And I'm like, yeah, we fucking got into a car crash. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? Why are you playing? And then like, moved my phone away, and they see that we're like covered in like shit. I show the car screenshot, and they're like, what the fuck is going on, bro? And I called them on purpose, because I know that if I call them, the other people with me are gonna feel more motivated to go to the party. I wanted to party, but there was no fucking way. I traveled like 200 fucking miles and not party. Couldn't give less of a fucking care about a car crash, bro. So yeah, everyone actually got into the mood, and we actually went to the fucking guest house finally, and we got completely fucking totaled, bro. And the interesting thing was, bro, that everyone at the ER was like, okay, you're good, but don't drink the next couple of days. Don't drink, bro. We were like drinking, smoking, like doing all kinds of crazy shit I'm not gonna mention. And we got completely fucked up. And it was really fun that we were there for like 3 days, and on the last day, it was Monday, I actually had to go to work. But I was like, I'm not going to work, I'm having a good time. And I had a valid excuse. I called like my colleagues, and I was like, I just got into a car crash, I'm not coming to work. And they're like, what do you mean, good crash? And I actually showed them, actually bruised, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna believe you. So I actually stayed and fucking partied the whole fucking time. And that's how that story actually ended. The car crash story.
Jesus,
Bulgarian
man.
thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. What the
I
hell?
know.
Bro, that
Tell the
entire
story.
thing just spawned from what does a day in the life of Bulgaria look like?
Well, I figured it'd be something, because like I've heard, like being in Destructo's stream, I've heard him tell a few stories, so I figured he could give us kind of an insight. I missed a little bit of that, but I'm assuming the car crash and it was a pretty bad scene there, and then you divulge in that. That's the only part I missed, but I'm assuming that's what happened, correct?
Yeah, we crashed big time.
Yeah, dude. Out of all the times that you could drift a car, though, why in somebody else's car with 5 people in it? That's the only thing that bothers me.
Because Bulgaria.
Because Bulgaria,
That's just the cultural difference. That's why you don't understand.
that's wild to me.
Yeah, like I said, well, interests like that are like really big, like drifting, like football, like being things. These things are very popular, bro. These things are like quite normal. A lot of people like drift and do things like that. And the other problem, the main problem was that, okay, you can drift like at a place you actually know. Like, you've been to that place, you know how the streets look. But it was a completely unknown location. Like, we didn't know anything about, like, the streets there. So, obviously, you don't know what, like, sharp turns are gonna come. And it was, like, very narrow. Like, another car could have popped out at the same time, could have crashed into another kind of things. Like, it was a completely fucking moronic idea. And honestly, that's why I don't even fucking support like having that as an enjoyment, like driving at high speeds, drifting and things like that. That shit's not fucking worth it. Like, bro, just go find something else to enjoy. That shit's not fucking worth it. Like, you crash once and everything is like fucked up, bro. It can ruin your fun a lot.
I have issues with motorcycles. I have fear with motorcycles, dude. It can't even be your fault. If you're riding a motorcycle, dude, it just takes one idiot on the road to end your life.
I've seen the aftermath of a few motorcycle accidents that I wish I could unsee in my career, and I will say that I will never ride a motorcycle. I've been deterred.
Really?
But if you do, be safe. Wear a helmet, I guess. I mean, like, is that really going to help? I don't know. But
200 miles per hour, yeah. A little bit. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Like, sports like that are like extremely risky. Like getting the adrenaline rush, you can get it in different ways. Go fucking like, I don't know, ride a snowboard or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, why would you?
yeah.
Something like, I can tell other crazy stories too.
Well,
like,
I wanted to like I was thinking, like, I want to hear what is Destructo's worst ever like hooking up or sex story? Like what's the worst one? You're like, fuck, I don't want either A, anyone to know this, or like B, like that was just like the worst fucking experience of my life. Cause like I don't know, I need to know.
I don't really have a worst experience. I have 2 stories I'm gonna share that were very awkward. So I was like throwing like a big party in my hometown. And in my hometown, in my apartment building, we have like 2 apartments. We have an apartment and a studio. And I threw like a big party in the studio, and obviously I invited some people over, some girls over, and this and that, and we were getting like extremely fucked up, like extremely fucking fucked up. And in my apartment, like I live with my grandparents and so on, and I've never like showed like any kinds, like I said, they're like the more intelligent side of me. They're like always like try to like make me strive into a more intelligent way, like in studies and things like that. I'll never show like drinking or anything like that to them, because obviously like there's no point in that. And you know, like at my studio, getting completely fucked up, bro. And there were like a couple of couples, and they like started going at it. And there was this girl who was like alone, who was single. And me and her were like single. And obviously she looks at them, like everyone's like started making out, going completely fucking crazy, and she gets into the mood herself.
Remember her name?
I'm not gonna say her name. I know her name, yeah. But
just in case she watches.
Just in case.
I was still in quite good contacts with her. So
okay,
yeah,
okay, cool.
Can you describe what she looked like? I want to get about it. I'm like, I have this in my head now. Like, what does she look like?
She was an alternative girl. She was a Negro.
Alternative, I like
how
it.
you like
Yeah.
them.
Bro, I don't know why. I've been broken. I can go into that, but I only like alternative girls. I don't know why. I've been broken
You
since
more
a
of
very
an
young
ass
age.
guy?
Bro,
or a
can we
tit guy?
start
What do you
saying
think?
alternative
S.
girls?
Ass? Okay.
That's how
S
we
easily.
started. E-girl spawned from alternative girl.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
It's a similar aesthetic,
Okay.
Yeah.
but more online. You
Okay.
know.
That goes back to like the old school. Like I was like really like into Tumblr, and it started from Tumblr, bro. Like on Tumblr, bro, you could get some mad alternative. I can go
Tumblr?
to the- Yeah,
Tumblr was wild, yeah. It was a
Bro.
crazy place. Yeah.
back in 2010, 11, bro. Like in my teenage years, like it
Yeah.
was like you could meet all the fucking alternative chicks there. Anyway, it's like 3 a.m. and we're like extremely fucked up, and like I'm really fucked up, so I don't have a single care in the world. And this girl is like single, I'm single, and like everyone's like making out and starting going at it, and like I'm like, okay, and we're gonna go to my apartment because obviously I have free space there. But like I said, I never wanted to show my grandparents anything, but I was like, fuck it, bro, I'm with this chick. She's like really hot, bro. We're like, I'm extremely fucked up. She's fucked up. So
Relatable.
I take her with me and we go down to my apartment. I fucking go into my apartment and I wake the fuck up out of everyone, bro. I'm extremely drunk. I'm like screaming some loud shit, bro. And I'm like, yo, go to fucking sleep. And we go to my room, bro. And like, they're like, what the fuck is happening? And who is this girl with him anyways? I go to
You
my room
told your
and
grandparents to go back to sleep when you walked in screaming drunk?
not like go back to sleep. I was like, don't worry, go back to sleep. I was like,
Go back to sleep right now.
I'm like, not like,
That's pretty. I mean,
I
that's
was like, go back. I was like, don't worry about me. Everything's good. Go back to sleep. I was like,
Okay,
everything's okay.
I got you. I see.
And I go back to my room, but my door in my hometown is like very, how they say, there's no isolation, bro. And this whole thing was also awkward as fuck for me, bro. Like, cause like, okay, I don't want to wake up my parents, cause my grandparents, I don't want them to know what I'm doing. And at the same time, I'm with this girl, bro. And we like start making out, this and that, start having sex. And she's being extremely fucking loud, bro. And at the same time, I'm being like, this is the most awkward fucking shit ever, bro. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm there banging this shit like big fucking time, and my grandparents can hear the whole fucking thing the whole time.
Oh my god.
So the whole time I'm like thinking of how to make her shut the fuck up. I'm like, bro, I kid you not, bro. I'm like putting like pillows in her mouth, like I'm bite this, bite that, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, bro, this is the only thought on my mind. Bro, just like shut the fuck up, like I don't know, like do something, buy this or buy that, bro. And she's like, obviously, like we're having sex, and she's like going wild and wild and wild, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, man. I'm like, she's like on top of me, and I'm like looking at the ceiling, and I'm drunk as fuck. You know when you're drunk as fuck, you actually can bang for like hours, and you're like not like exactly like feeling it. You're just like doing it for like the thing. And I'm looking at the ceiling and I'm thinking, bro, what the fuck am I doing, bro? My grandparents are hearing me being like a complete fucking demon, and in their head I'm like this, like doing all this like good
You
school.
were inside of a Bulgarian woman thinking about your grandparents. Is what you're trying
No,
to say.
not thinking about them, but thinking about holy fuck, whatever
Oh,
can
okay,
hear,
okay.
bro.
I got you.
Like they can like hear this whole fucking thing. It was like a fucking awkward as fuck experience, thing for me, bro. It was awkward as fuck. But and so we had sex, and the next day I wake up. And I couldn't give less of a fuck, bro. I don't know why, but I was just like, I don't know. It's just a confidence. It's
I
just a
love
confidence.
Destructo.
I think that's the Giga Chad culture. You're just like, fuck it, you know. You just move on. You just don't acknowledge it. Just put it on the back burner.
I don't know.
You guys ever say? Did they bring it up to you? Did they ever say anything?
They didn't yet, because like they didn't like, oh yo, she was going so fucking wild, bro, good job. They were like, they were not like that, but they were like, okay, like did something happen last night, like is your girlfriend, something like that? And I'm like like no, nothing like that, nothing happened, obviously this and that. I was like, oh, trying to fucking cover it up, but at the same time I couldn't give like less of a fuck. But I was like, okay, so
That would have been the move to tell them that like you guys have been dating, maybe talking, that way they respected. Maybe I feel like that could have been a good move for you, but you just said fuck it, huh?
Honestly, bro, like I said, like my dad was like in the biker gang thing, biker club thing, so they've seen everything, bro. Like with him, like he was wild as fuck.
Oh.
He was like wild as fuck. Like they've seen everything. I cannot surprise them with anything, like anything they do. Like not a single fucking thing can surprise them, bro. Like anything. They've seen all the fucking craziest shit. Like so, they just didn't expect it out of me, you know.
Mm.
Cause like in their head, I'm like, okay, like I go to these like language lessons, I go to school, go to university, I have like high grades, things like that. Like, no one's meant to get a completely fucking shit face with a completely fucking random girl, like, and be going crazy in our room out there, like just sleeping and so on. So it was a bad yeah.
I was gonna ask, what was the other awkward experience, or is that the one? Because you said you had two.
There was another one that was very fucking awkward, bro. Okay, this is extremely fucking awkward. I was like 19 or 20, something like that. I think that is 19 or 20. It was like in my first year of university.
How old are you now? Out of curiosity.
I'm turning 26 next month.
He's a man of experience.
Okay, all right.
Me and Jake Paul were born on the same day, 1997, 17 January, on the same day.
You and who?
Me and Jake Paul, the same exact day we were
Jake
born.
Paul.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot.
Okay.
On
Are you
the
proud
same-
of that, or?
No, I'm just saying. Wow, bro! Oh my god, I'm so proud. No, I'm just saying it like as a comparison to how old I am. Like
I
we were
see,
born
I
on the same day. And another awkward experience was like I said, I've always been to like alternative chicks, and I went to this like scene kids gathering, like all kinds of like alternative people gathering. At this like it was not a club, but it was like a completely random place. And I went with one of my homies. And we go to this
Well, when you
club.
say that, I think of like the kids like pretending to be wolves under the bridge dancing and
Yeah,
stuff.
under the
No,
bridge. That's
no,
exactly
no.
what I
When
was
you say
thinking.
that's what I think of.
Yep.
So like you
I
gotta
know,
go.
Oh my
John
god,
Wick.
I had
That's just
bro,
like
I
that.
literally saw that video for the first time yesterday. I know what you're talking about. What
Wait,
the hell?
really? The first
Yes.
time?
Really?
Yeah.
That's like an all-time great.
I saw a
Yeah, that's a
TikTok
fantastic
about people
video.
trying to find the bridge, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then they showed the original video at the end, and I was like, "Okay, this is so weird." I just saw
Have you
this
seen that video,
yesterday.
Destructo?
Probably, yeah. I can't really remind myself of it when you're speaking about it.
Okay,
Because
okay.
most likely, I'm like very like into like internet culture, so most likely, yeah. But no, it's not chicks like that. When I say scene kids, I mean like chicks who are into like metalcore, like tight jeans, like all the emo makeup, like the Converse,
Okay.
like sneakers and so on, that kind of fashion, you know. Not like furries and weird shit like that. Nothing like that. I don't mean like weird, like yeah. I mean like proper alternative chicks who are like not like or things like that. I mean like we're like yeah into like nice style, like nice makeup and so on. Have like who are a bit different. Anyway,
Okay.
we go to this place and we go to the club type thing, which was they rented for the night. And there was like a big gathering of like people outside, and I could be like very extroverted, so I was like, I went to the gathering and I was like, yo, what the fuck is up? I'm this, I'm that, and I started like talking to random people. I was with like one of my homies, and my homie was actually the extreme opposite of me. He was extremely extroverted, had like mad social anxiety. So I was speaking to all of these people, and he's like, I'ma head out. Motherfucker just left me like that alone with all these people. I couldn't give less of a fuck. Anyway, we're like, I'm like meeting some new people. I go inside, we're listening to some music. I meet this chick. I like start talking to her. And like 2-3 hours in, we're like getting drunk and someone getting fucked up. We go outside of this place, and he suddenly starts being like very like touchy. And she's like, you know what? She starts saying some weird shit like, you know what? Like my head hurts or something like that. Let's go to this place. And I'm like, okay. And bro, you have the club over here, and you have the place where she took me, which was like the place opposite of the other place. We go to that place, and I enter the place, and from the start, I didn't think anything weird about it, because like, I don't know, it's a random building, there's some random
Wait,
people.
what kind of place are you in?
You keep saying the place. What is this place? Like,
How many places, bro?
It's a completely fucking random ass weird looking building. Like,
is it abandoned? Is it abandoned? Is this an establishment, store,
warehouse,
Office building, an apartment?
Yeah.
Not even on a it's so weird, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Like, what are we
No.
Building, buildings with furniture in Bulgaria lying around? Like, what are you like?
I'm gonna explain. Give me a second. So yeah, we're going to this building, and we go into the hall, and there's like random people moving everywhere, and I don't think nothing about it. And we enter this random room, bro. Because I'm drunk, I don't give a fucking with this girl. And I start looking around the room, and there's like all kinds of like I don't know, like musical like instruments, like things like that. And anyway, we sit on a table, and we get like very close to each other. We start speaking this out, we start making out, and then we like start having sex and things like that. Suddenly, bro, we're in this room. Someone opens the fucking room. Like, someone's the fucking room and sees us doing like that, you know, what we're doing. And it's a completely fucking random person. It was like some woman. And bro, she starts going fucking crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening, bro? Like, why is there like a random woman
what
opening
position
the door?
did you get called in when they opened the door? What were you rocking? Missionary, doggy style? Like, what was the?
It was doggy, but not like doggy bent down, but like upwards. Like, I don't know how to.
I got you.
I know what you're talking about.
Doggy upwards.
I look at this woman and I extremely get weird the fuck. She start going crazy, like starts screaming and shouting, and she closes the door. And I'm like, okay, what the? I like obviously like put on my clothes and so on. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck was that woman? And she was like, I don't remember what she was. She was like either like a teacher or like the owner of the place. Bro, it was a fucking musical school. She took me to a fucking musical school, bro. When there were like actual people there, like walking around and everything. And she took me into like a random fucking office room in the fucking musical school, bro.
It's just random people were
Bro,
having
I'm
sex
glad that
in your
happened there, because if that happened here, you'd be a sex offender.
Oh my god.
I would be, bro. She brought me there. She like started with all the crazy things. Why would I? Because I got sexually.
Listen, we get you a lawyer. It'd be all right. You got a good defense.
How am I the one responsible for that, bro? It was weird as fuck,
Just take the
man.
plea.
It was weird as fuck, bro.
Did you ask her why she took you there?
I didn't.
Very strange.
No,
What's like the age demographic at this musical school? Like there's kids here? Or is this like an adult?
Shit
Like
is everything, bro. Everything. You had like adults walk around. You had everything. I didn't know, bro. I'm really fucked up. I was like, this is her apartment or something, just like a weird, like I don't know, weird apartment building, like shared like
did you see
apartments.
in the front of the building like XYZ musical amphitheater school whatever?
Bro, I was fucked up. I couldn't see shit, bro. Like I wasn't thinking about. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was only thinking about, okay, we're going to some.
You're in a one-track mind. You know, the other head was probably guiding you a little bit. I get it.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it at all, bro. It was fucking awkward as fuck, man. Like I was like weirded the fuck out, and I got my shit out and I like left that place, and I've never been there, and never again.
Did you ever talk to her again?
Never, bro. I don't know her Instagram, her place, nothing. I have no fucking contact with her. Nothing. It was weird as fuck, man. Like, what the fuck was that? A fucking musical school out of everything, bro.
But you did say you use dating apps there. What kind of dating apps do you use?
Tinder, mostly.
So people use Tinder there.
Yeah, it didn't used to be so big, but it's kind of popping off now. Like,
I've talked about it before. Like when Tinder was initially released, everybody was using it, so it actually was like a really good app. Now, from what I understand, for people who use it, it's like a very scary place now. But when it first like came out, like everybody was using it, so it actually was a good way to meet people.
No, it's
Normal
still used.
people.
I mean, it depends also. Like certain.
All I hear is bad experience.
I haven't been on Tinder in years because I'm banned, but in college, dude, Tinder was the shit. Like, I'm still friends with a lot of the girls that I like randomly hooked up with on Tinder. Like, not even sexual friends, just like buddies.
Yeah, when I was in school, it was huge. But like, I'm talking about now, like people who I do know use it say like it's just not the same at all. Who used it
No,
before?
I have pretty good experiences with
You're
Tinder, but
fucking
I
Hamzy, bro.
No,
okay?
no, no,
You're the
no,
only
no,
person
no,
that
no,
knows.
no,
Bro.
no,
Listen, bro.
Professional
no, but
outlier.
I think it's an algorithm thing because, dude, my Tinder profile and my Hinge profile are literally the same exact thing, and I get so many more hits on Tinder. Like, dude, I don't find anything on Hinge. Like, I think I might be like shadow banned on Hinge. I don't know what's
We
going
lost
on.
Destructo again.
Oh, it's shocked down. Rip.
We can keep going.
They like push my
bro.
profile down to the bottom or something. I don't know. I think I'm like shadow banned or something. And the algorithm just like works really well for me on Tinder. I don't know. It's just like a weird thing, but I don't know. I find much better luck there than anywhere else.
I would say they've probably advanced because I think it's probably a lot different back then. Because I've not been using dating apps, but from what I understand, I remember Max talked about there is like an algorithm for who you swipe on. Like it you get put into it like matches you with like it kind of knows what you want, I guess, or it thinks it knows what you want.
Yeah, no, that's Hinge at least. Hinge has like a bunch of algorithms and parameters where it matches you against people that it thinks you like, and then you also have like your attractiveness bracket, which you're not really supposed to have, but they do have. So like the amount of times that you're swiped right on increases your desirability, which increases like how much they push your profile, basically.
Yeah, something about mine, like I caught an edge like in the wrong way. And
But on Tinder, it's
I think I might
on Tinder, everybody's
on Tinder, it's the opposite, dude. And they're literally the same profile, dude. Like I don't know what it is.
All married women.
Very different demographics, dude. Like Tinder loves infidelity, but no, Tinder and Hinge are very different demographics. I feel like Tinder is just way more casual, just in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've met a few girls on Tinder that like I haven't even hooked up with that have just become friends, and they come out with me and my friends, and they bring other friends, and it's a good thing.
I should
Could be a good YouTube video looking for
friends.
friends on Tinder.
Yeah, bro.
I have a
Finding
YouTube video
RuneScape
where I'm gonna
friends
trick
on
a Tinder
Tinder.
girl into training my RuneScape account. I'm working
Yeah,
on that.
that's a great idea, definitely.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's everyone's?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, what's everyone's worst Tinder experience? I'm actually curious about some stories, like how it is in the US, I guess, like some bad experiences.
I definitely have. I have.
I
a
have
real
some
bad one.
mediocre Tinder experiences. I don't have anything that's like just well, oh no, wait, no, I do have one. I've told on the podcast before.
Oh,
I can tell mine if you've already told yours.
I'll tell it to Destructo. You do yours first.
Okay. I'm actually curious. Yeah.
Yeah. So I matched with a very pretty girl. She was Lebanese and
Lesbian?
very wealthy. No, not lesbian. Lebanese. Very wealthy family, and it's one of the things she like made up front to me is that she's not. She said she could not date me because her family would disown her and would just completely cut her off because I'm a white man.
Yeah.
So it was just going to be a hookup thing.
Yeah.
So I did go over there and I showed up. It's this insane apartment. She has like a brand new Maserati parked out front, and I was like, damn, I wish she would date me. But we hung out, went well, we vibe well. We ended up having sex, and at one point, probably toward like we was into it for a while. Maybe I have good performance for me there. But she rolls over, and she like goes, oh, and like rolls over, jumps out of the bed, and she just beelines for the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, And like it's black. It's almost pitch dark. It's not fully dark, but pretty much pitch dark. And like it was dark. Like she didn't want to have any lights on or anything, which is fine. I know some girls like the lights on, some don't. But I turned the lamp on, and I was immediately just in shock. It looked like fucking O.J. Simpson murder scene. Like there was blood.
I thought it was shit.
There was blood everywhere, dude. All over my hands, my dick, my balls, the bed sheets, the fucking like. I was petrified, dude. Like I was disgusted, petrified, and just like, damn. I thought this shit was wet. It wasn't. It was just blood.
That's a danger, bro. That's a danger.
And,
I've similar, but not that.
That's the thing. Like she's like begging and pleading, saying she like wasn't on her period, etc. Like I don't know. Maybe I scraped something. I don't fucking know. Don't know what happened. But I I called my friend. I called my friend and told him to come fucking get me. Like I said, bro, I was like blood all
That
over my
just
hands,
means
like
you-
my phone. Just fuck. I was like, bro, come get me. He's like, what happened? I'm just come. I was like, come get me.
That just means you got a hog, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but I mean, it's yeah, that's one of the worst. That's one of the worst sexual experiences I've ever had. Just because I was pretty young. I think I was probably like 19 years old, probably 19 or 20. I was very young, so I was like, what the fuck? Because I've never seen anything like that. So I was freaking out. But that's probably my worst Tinder experience.
I would
but-
assume that
That'll happen.
To caveat though, I did end up hanging out there a few more times, and everything was fine. And we became friends, and we stayed friends for actually throughout college. So that's there's a happy ending at least, but that was terrifying.
God damn, bro. It's actually very interesting that she actually became friends afterwards. Like
Yeah.
that was actually a very interesting outcome.
That's nice.
Yeah. She was like insistent on reaching out to me and being very apologetic, and she kind of like reeled me back into coming back over there because she was kind of nice and she took good care of me. She'd feed me, like she would feed me very well. So she would always like buy stuff for me. You know, like the money was not an issue for her. So she was a good friend to have. So I was she was kind of mommy. So it worked out well. So
Fuck racism. That's like the actual outcome of the story, bro. Like,
Oh my god.
for me or her?
yeah, for you, I mean, like.
Are you saying she was racist towards me?
No, her parents, bro.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
That's
I
what
guess.
I mean.
Different culture, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
get it.
understandable. I guess they're like a wealthy family. They want to like,
Well,
probably
she
want to
said
arrange.
that she told me that she was gonna have an arranged marriage. Like,
Yeah, I was
she
just
would have
gonna
an
say that arranged
so
marriage,
that's-
it's
that was the
normal.
issue. So
My roommate actually just had like a casual fling with a girl from Somalia whose parents are almost certainly like corrupt dictators because she's fucking like Hermes bag rich on a fucking a young girl, like rich, and she had to hide it from her parents, and like they could never actually seriously date unless he was willing to marry her. Like that was the only way. Is like, so yeah, they haven't talked since. But I have an interesting story. It's a little it was weird. I matched with this girl on Tinder when I was a junior in college. Yeah, I was like a junior in college. And we talked for like maybe half a day before I was like, my buddy's having a party tonight. Like, come over, like, let's go to the party together. Let's fucking hang out, whatever. And so that night rolls around and she's late as fuck. Like, I was going to go with her. She's going to come to my place. We're going to Uber over. And I text her. I'm like, where the fuck you at? And she, like, this is the first sign of warning. She texted me like a random string of letters back. I was just like, okay, I guess she's coming. And she pulls up to my fucking house in her car. She attempts to get out of her car and stumbles and falls. And I'm like looking outside of my window. I go outside, like, I was like, are you okay? And she's like, sorry, I'm fucking wasted. And I was like, you drove to my house. What do you mean you're wasted?
In her defense, like drunk walking is bad, but drunk walking is definitely bad. Like
Yeah, thank God they invented driving. Drunk walking.
she's God's drunkest driver.
So, like that's the start, right? She fucking so she comes into my house and I start talking to her a little bit. Like at this point, like she's too drunk to do anything with. Like she's like blackout. I was trying to figure out a way to get her like home and like away from me without her driving her own fucking car. And I learned she was late because she was hanging out with her other friend who was really high on acid, and she was supposed to be trip sitting him. So they were at this guy's house. She just decided to get super fucking drunk. This guy's super high on acid, and they're like, let's go for a little adventure. So she drives, once again, fucking wasted, to the gas station to like go get snacks, like get gas, whatever, just have a little adventure. And that's when I texted her and she realized she was supposed to be hanging out with me that night. She leaves her friend at the gas station who is tripping balls and drunk drives to my house.
I don't remember you telling. When did you tell this story? I do not remember this at all.
Maybe I didn't tell.
No,
on the
you have
podcast.
never told this story.
I'm pretty sure we
Bro,
covered it.
I've never heard this story.
I've not heard this. No.
Do you do a
No,
different
no.
podcast?
She drunk, dude. Wait, maybe it was my first Sebe cast. Whatever. She drunk drives to my fucking house, leaves her fucking friend on LSD stranded at a gas station. All right, and like I cannot overstate how fucking drunk this girl is. Like to get that information out of her took probably 10 minutes. Right, and then she's like, "Excuse me, where's your bathroom?" And she fucking stumbles into my bathroom and just starts puking her fucking guts out.
No.
Puking her fucking guts out. And she was in there for probably like 30 minutes. I was like knocking on the door. It's like, do you need water? Like, are you okay? Like, do you want me to call someone? And after about 30 minutes, she opens the door and I was like, we need to get you home. Like I got her address out of her. I fucking called an Uber for her. And I eventually that was it that night. I shuttled her home. I didn't even see her get her car the next day. I don't know how when or how that fucking happened. But another bright ending. I still talk to her. She's actually one of my friends still.
How is
Wait. Have you fucked?
Yeah.
Damn!
We did. We hung out probably the next week. I was kind of a hound, bro. This is peak college taste when I first started lifting and like.
I mean, you gotta take what you get, because that was my thing with the girl I was talking about. I was like, I got over it.
Honest to
got back in there.
Honest to God, best pussy I've ever felt in my life. Just like, you know how they feel different? Like
Okay.
that one,
Damn.
dude, insane. Crazy.
from a drunk driving girl, bro? Up there, bro.
The grip reaper, dude. She was the grip reaper, dude. The fucking driving should have tipped you off.
Drunk driving pussy is the best.
Reaper.
Tasty
She didn't
life,
drunk drive ever
2022.
again. I gave her a stern talking to. I was like, you can't fucking do that. And I think her friend forgave her eventually, but he was pretty bad for a while.
That I would assume so, man. Holy.
Because it was like a half mile away. He had to walk back to the house. It was like a half.
I'm glad you
mile
told
walk.
that, because you have not told that on this podcast.
Yeah.
to my
I
knowledge.
swear to God, I
Unreal.
told that.
No,
No,
story.
I never heard that. We haven't even talked about
I
that in
don't
Discord.
think
or
so.
Solid
I
YouTube
remember
short right
I-
there. It's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. So that was a fun time. She's actually really cool. She's troubled, but she is really cool.
Oh, is she troubled?
She's troubled, yeah. She was troubled. She's better now. She's like slightly better now, but she was troubled.
No, but for real though, crazy girls, bro. Honestly, I got the best pussy. That's proven. It's a proven fact, bro. If they have something wrong with them, like yeah,
It's grippy, wet, and it's pink. It's fucking insane. Like
it's insane. It's insane.
Grippy socks. Grippy, yeah.
yeah. And then there was another Tinder girl tried to cut me one time with like a razor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that story. I remember that.
Yeah, I told her no. She was respectful about it, but
Mm-hmm.
Was
was
she just like knife?
that
Was
was-
she in a knife play or something?
well, okay,
Yeah.
so that was I know I've told the story on the podcast before.
Yeah, probably.
That was a Tinder girl who I literally matched with like 30 minutes prior to this happening, and it turns out she lived in the apartment complex across the street. So we chatted on Tinder for like a little bit. It was like a Saturday night or some shit, or a Sunday night. Neither of us do anything. I was like, fucking come over. So this girl comes over. No, it's right. It was spring break. I remember this. It was, or winter break. It was some fucking break, right? I was the only person in my house. And she came over, like we were flirting, talking, whatever. And she was talking about how she's like going to massage school or whatever. And I was like, fucking hit me up. Like, get me a massage. So I'm laying on the floor, right? Just on my yoga mat or some shit. She's basically sitting on my back, like going, she's good. She was going fucking like absolute balls to the wall with her elbows. And then we hear the door unlock to my apartment. And my roommate had given his keys to his younger brother. And he said, if you guys go out drinking, you can stay at our apartment. So my roommate's younger brother and like his girlfriend and 3 of his friends just walking in this apartment. There is this very petite Asian lady on top of me, fucking just like digging her elbows into my back. Like we both look up and they just burst out laughing. And I was like, oh shit, guys, I didn't know you could be here. They're like, no, you're cool. So like I was horny as fuck. So we go back into my
Wait,
room.
how naked were you?
No, I was clothed. I was
Okay.
like pretty clothed. So it wasn't like scandalous, but we go back into my room, start making out, and I'll be honest, I gave her the worst dick of her life. Like I fucking just some of the worst sex I guarantee she's ever had. I was not into it. I just needed a nut. And so that's like we were like making out before having sex. She was like asking what I was into, and I was like, "What are you into?" She's like, "Knife play," and she starts like reaching into her purse, and she's like, "Can I cut you?" And I like she didn't pull anything out, but I'm pretty sure she was reaching for like a razor blade or some shit. And I was just like, "No." She's like, okay. She's like, okay. So then I gave her the worst dick of her life, and I pretended to be asleep, and I actually rolled over, and I like kind of like fake snored, so she would, so she would get the hint, and she, God. After like 5 or 10 minutes of fakes, like just sleeping, I was very awake. I just like feel her get up off the bed, open my bedroom door, and then open my apartment door, and I never talked to her again.
Did it
The
go?
fake snoring, dude.
Did it go through your?
I wasn't like selling it, but I was like, like
Oh
little...
my god.
I feel like that's even more disrespectful, honestly. That's funny.
Yeah. It was a little fucked up. That was not, my greatest performance, but
Did it go through your head that she's gonna stab you if you turn your back around? Did you have like a thought like that, or not really? She was not that batshit crazy.
like I said, she was a small Asian lady, and she was like nice. Like she wasn't fucking weird or crazy.
Yeah.
Had some like a very interesting and unique kink. She's very respectful. She struck me as like self-aware and smart, so I wasn't worried she was like schizophrenic and gonna stab me or anything. And she didn't. So. Honestly, if she tried, fucking, I'll take her in a fist fight. Like I would win for sure, even if she had a razor.
It would be a fist fight, no.
Yeah,
if she had like a knife, I'd probably get out of there. But,
yeah, I think so too. That you would be able to like handle it. Honestly, I would think that that's more common. Like I haven't had such an experience, but I can assume that that's more common because, like, especially with like all the emo chicks, bro, in the past, like how like in 2009 and 10 and so on, how a lot of them like cutting themselves and shit like that. They might have developed some kind of fetish out of it, bro. They might have developed some kind of pleasure out of that, and like
maybe
that might have like,
I don't know.
It could be. It's still a crazy story, though. It's still a fucking crazy story, but
yeah, like it's not even like she just asked for it to happen. If it did happen, it would have been fun. Like if I turned around and she was like scoring her chest with a razor blade, like that would be crazy. That would be weird. But no, it's just she was probing.
You should have just said that happened for the story. Honestly, you should have just made that up. That would have been better for the story. You're right. Yeah.
It's honestly so I can actually appreciate. It's a good story still. I think because it's like what the fuck.
100%.
Cut the motherfucker.
Does
anybody else have a bad Tinder experience that they would like to share, or a question for Destructo before we get into because we actually have some pretty on your Twitter thread. There's actually a good bit of questions, so I'd like to get into those unless anybody else has anything else to ask.
Oh yeah.
I don't really have any crazy Tinder stories, but I did talk to a girl on Tinder once and invite her to a party, and she did not answer me back. Like we were going back and forth, like we were vibing, messaging, and I asked her if she wanted to come to this like pregame / party thing, and she said she was totally down. And then I sent her the address, and she just didn't message me, didn't answer. And then I go to the party and see her there, and it was my best friend who was having the party was also talking to her on Tinder and invited her, and she's there, and like I look like a fucking idiot because when
I'm saying Hamzy got Hamzied, bro.
I think this is
Hamzied.
Joker Batman Origins.
You gotta
story,
give to take. Bro. You
Joker
gotta
Batman.
No, yeah,
Origins
big time, dude. And I looked like a total idiot because when I saw her, I was like, no way, like you came, and she was like, yeah, I did, but not like the way that you think
not
I
with
did.
you.
I was like, what do you mean? I was like, she's like, yeah, he invited me as well. I matched with him also, and I was like, oof. Okay.
You should have just broke the ice and just been
That's
like,
wild.
Threesome? Like, you should have just been like...
Yeah, that one, you just you gotta take the L respectfully on that one, I think.
Well,
gotta...
it ended up working out pretty well because she brought a friend, And I don't know if this was like a pity
I
hookup
thought you
or
triple
what.
reverse. I thought you
Yeah,
triple
yeah.
reverse.
Bro, that would've been
No, not like that.
Girl back, dude. That was so sick.
Yeah,
I actually ended up, having a little thing with her friend, for the night, and then we never saw them again. But my friend just like ended up coming up and looking at me like halfway through the party, he like realized what was going on. He just like came up and was like, "So you know her?" And I was like, "Well, only as well as
did they
you
hook
do."
up? Did they end up okay.
Okay. At least
Wow.
someone got
So everybody
the tail.
won then.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
It's a good story.
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of a happy ending, but like I remember just walking in and seeing her and being like, "What the like? That's sick. You came. Like, why didn't you answer my message if you didn't come?" And she's like, "Well, there's a reason for that."
Yeah. That kind of.
it is
fun.
kind of awkward, but yeah, it's fun as long as it worked out in the end.
I need to know more about that story that you told yesterday, Destructo, on your stream about what's going on at your place and the homeowners and whatever. I want to hear the story about it, dude.
It's insane, bro. Actually, give me a sec. So
It was incredible. He told it on stream yesterday, and I thought it was so good, bro. I just told him save the rest, dude. Don't tell anymore. Just save it for the podcast, bro.
I'm
That
ready,
shit
dude.
is so
Yeah,
good.
let's hear it.
this
Let's
is
hear it.
fucking this is fucking crazy, people. By the way, like, okay, I moved to this place like 1 year ago, and okay, I'm a very wild and like loud guy. I cannot deny. I not like listening to loud music and things like that. And there's like a police academy too, like very close to my very close to the place I live. So a lot of my neighbors are like in the police and so on. And okay, I started streaming at the same time too when I moved here, and through the time was like, going wild, and then I threw like a very big party because like on the 8th of December in Bulgaria is actually today is what it's called the Students' Day. All of the students in the country get completely fucked up on this day. Not regular fucked up, completely fucked up. Every like university like goes in like mass groups. They go to like hotels, to like guest houses somewhere in the country, and they get completely fucked up. It's every year on the 8th of December. That's like a necessary thing. Anyway, so I decided to throw a party in my house and like make it was an extremely fucking crazy party, bro. Like it was insane. And this was the first time when I had some problem with my neighbors. They came to my door. They were like, "Okay, could you like turn down the music?" I was like, "No, it's like the Students' Day, so yeah, you should be like, I don't know, you can be kind of cool with it." And it was like a Saturday.
No, it's Students' Day. You can be cool with it.
Bro, it was a Saturday, bro. Like, it was Students' Day and a Saturday. The next day was Sunday. And she was like, "I gotta work on Sunday." And I'm like, that's a problem, but in your life, not my problem. Like, why the fuck are you working on a Sunday? And anyway, sometimes starts going through and I'm streaming and I'm being a little bit loud, but it's not nothing too crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm shouting when I'm streaming. It's nothing too crazy. And they start calling like the person who owns this place. They start like giving him calls and they start like complaining about me non-stop, bro. Every single like week. To this day, by the way, still. They start like making some mad noise complaints. And shit hit the fan when one time I'm going outside of my apartment to go buy food. I'll go outside of the apartment building. There's 30 fucking people. And they're like, "It's this guy." And they're like, "Do you live over here in this apartment?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Bro, everyone just like came around me and they were like, started like going off on me. And they're like, "This kid like threatened to kill me." And some other guy comes and like, "This kid actually threatened to kill me, bro." Some people like, "This guy tried to like kill me, rape me," things like that. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? This is my first time seeing you in my life, bro. It's literally my first time seeing you in life. And everyone's like, "Bro, this guy is insane. He's going like shouting. He's doing like some rituals. He's like threatening to kill us, like things like that, bro. We can't like deal with him, bro." And it's actual police people too, bro, that are saying that shit. And one guy is coming to me and he's like, "Promise, like, tell me you're not gonna do this." And I'm like, I just tried to like stare at him the whole fucking time. I didn't say a thing. I just decided to like stare at them like this. Because there was no point in talking to them, bro. They were insane. They're still insane. To this day, bro, they still act weird as fuck, man. And they were, I'm telling you, like 30 people, bro, grouping around me, like saying the craziest shit. I'm like threatening to kill them and things like that. And some people like trying to, they're like, tell me you're gonna be a good guy. Tell me like promise me and shit like that. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like they're like some guys, some random guys making me like he's thinking he's my boss or something, and I'm like staring him down. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like he's trying to tell me, promise me you're not gonna be shouting. Promise me you're not gonna be like playing music. And I'm like, what? Who the fuck do you think you are, bro? And there was like only one woman that came to my defense. And she was like this mom, I kid you not, it was like a hot mom, who like, bro, I kid you not, bro, I kid you not, it was so wild. And she was actually visiting some of the neighbors, like she was like she was like the sister of someone or something like that, she was like an aunt or something. And she was like, okay, don't seem like a bad boy or anything like that, I don't know. By the way, I was with shaved hair at that moment, it was when I shaved my hair, I can't say it looked kind of crazy. And she was the only one that was coming to my defense, and I'm standing next to this woman who's like, don't worry about it, they're crazy. And then like 29 other people who are going off for me and like screaming and like saying how I have threatened to kill them, bro. It was like an extremely fucking weird vibe, bro. And I just went and like, went to get some food, and I come back and I expected to like have moved on from that. No, bro, they're actually still waiting there for me, bro, and still like trying to go off for me, bro. And I'm like, literally like getting to like the front door, I'm just looking at them, like I'm staring them down, because like what should they do, bro? I'm not gonna be like bow my head down or something. I'm just looking at them in the eyes and just go back to my apartment, and I don't know, I'm still streaming to this day. I'm doing the same crazy shit to this day.
Bro, wait, why do they think that?
I don't know. It makes no sense. No fucking sense. Because they can hear me like apparently like shout through the walls of my computer, and they somehow translated that to me threatening to kill them. It makes no fucking sense.
They're hearing what he's saying on streams and just like assuming it's like threats against people or something like that.
They think you're the crazy one. They think you're just insane, you know, doing some ritual, screaming, yelling, you know.
Yeah, and they don't speak English too, so I don't know how they thought it was a threat. I've never seen them in my life, by the way. The people that said I threatened to kill them, I've never seen them in my life. This was the first time. And they come up to me, bro, like pointing, this guy threatened to kill me. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, bro? Like, I don't even know. I've never seen this man in my life, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's weird as fuck. To this day, bro, they're still going crazy. They're still like sending noise complaints. But do you know what I know, though? I don't give a fuck. Because like, I know how the laws work. I am not breaking the law. I might be loud, but if they want to do something about it, they gotta like they gotta call the police. They gotta come with these things that measure like how loud. Like
yeah, I was gonna say, do you have like an ordinance for the sound there? Because most cities have some type of ordinance that
we do, and I'm sure I'm not breaking it. And that's why they never actually called the police, even though they're the police themselves. Like some of them actually work in the police. They never did anything with the police because they know they can't. They can't do anything about it. I'm not breaking any law. They're just mental. They're just insane. I know, it's so crazy, man. I feel like I'm in like some asylum or something. Like, I couldn't give less of a fuck though, like, cause I don't know, it's like nothing out of the ordinary for me. I'm gonna move out of this place though, like at the start of like next year or so, but I've spent like an year already here and I'm still here. And I still continue to
Where are you moving to?
So right now I'm in what's called, like, I don't care about like doxing myself or anything. I'm in like what's called like the business park. Like, it's a business park in the capital of Sofia. And I'm gonna move to the center of the city cause like I go clubbing like twice a week, every single week. And yeah.
He's moving to the city so he can be
what kind of clubs
to
you
the
go
club.
to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, before we get into the Twitter here, like, what does an average like clubbing night look like? Because obviously the U.S. culture of clubbing, I would assume, is very different. It's a lot of standing around, a lot of waiting to buy a $30 drink, a lot of bullshit's involved. What does a night clubbing in Bulgaria look like?
Oh, no. It honestly really depends on the club. Really depends. Like, first of all, are you going to like techno, like EDM? Are you going to like trap music? Are you going to like Bulgarian music? Are you going to like some other show? I like variety, so I go to different parties. But I don't think they're that different, to be honest. Like, but it's just very active, bro. Everyone is like constantly like doing something. But I've seen a lot of like crazy shit. Everyone is like constantly like dancing and having fun and interacting, getting completely smashed, bro. I remember like I went to this rave in the fucking mountains, bro, at a fucking random hotel in the mountains, and I'm never gonna forget this, bro. I went to go to the toilet, and I go to the toilet, and it's like the female and the male toilet, bro. Bro, the female toilet, there was like a line of 30 girls, bro, standing in a fucking line. 30 girls in a line. You can see like 10 girls around the sink. And all of them are like going completely bonkers on cocaine. Bro. Like all of them, like the door is open. There is a fucking line. 30 girls in line, bro, just waiting for their turn. And they're just like, they're like snort, snort. They go out. The next ones like get in the line, snort, snort. They go out. It was like a fucking like a weird like train.
Exactly like a based party, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, bro.
I've been to one of these.
Allegedly.
But it was weird. 'Cause there were like 2,000 people there, bro. Like it wasn't like a small thing. It was like a massive thing, and no one gave a fuck, bro. And they're like these like they're not like trashy girls. They were like quite like well dressed girls, like looking healthy, fit, and so on. And like so on, they're like going completely bonkers of their fucking minds. But yeah, the raving culture here is very fucking good. The clubbing scene is like really really good. Underground, like the underground one, because like I would like for big festivals and things like that, it's not that good. I'm gonna be honest. Like you have like way like better festivals, even though in Europe, in other countries, they do have like I'm gonna assume the top of like festivals, but not in Bulgaria. We don't have really big festivals. But I prefer like the clubbing scene myself, because like once you start going every week, you're always gonna see like regulars, and you make like a lot of like fun contacts. You see the same people, and it's always like really really fun. Yeah, even though
What's the wave right now? Is it like techno, house, anything else mixed in there?
honestly, it's really big. There's everything. I would say like the whole fucking world, like the main thing, at least to some point, was like trap music. But techno is actually, I don't know, you probably noticed this, but techno is getting extremely fucking popular. It's like being a trend, not like music, but style-wise. You can see all these like reels on Instagram, on TikTok, everyone doing these fucking like TikTok dances and things like that, bro. And it's extremely big. So I think techno might be up there with like the biggest like style of music. I actually have a very cringe fucking experience from last week, bro, and a very good one. I got like this techno in this factory, bro, and I wasn't fucking feeling it at all. Like the music was bad. There was also, bro, I'm not. I don't mind people right.
Dang, what a preface that was.
I'm ready.
Listen, I'm not anything
I think
like
it'd be
that.
really funny if we just cut right there. Like we just cut out like 10 minutes. And then we just cut.
It just cuts.
Oh my god.
All right, get ready to edit this one out, dude.
I tried to keep the story safe, like until now. I tried to keep them like safe. That's not something we don't
Oh,
get
man,
too much.
let it rip.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Bro, I go there and there is so many motherfuckers, bro. And like there's like I'm trying to like enjoy my night, bro. I'm like that dancing, and bro, they wouldn't stop coming to me, bro. Like one guy comes to me and he's like dancing this. I'm like, get the fuck away from here. The second guy comes, bro. I'm like, get the fuck. A third guy comes, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Then the first guy returns after that and he's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, they didn't stop coming, they ruined my fucking night. And I'm sitting around there, I'm fucking mad as fuck. Music fucking sucks. There's motherfuckers trying to hip on me, and I was standing there mad as fuck. And on top of that, bro, on top of them, there were these motherfucking TikTok kids doing, you know, these like TikTok dances. And they come up to me and they're like, you don't really go to techno parties too much. And I'm like, bro, I've literally been with your mother to a techno party, bro. I've been there with your mom, bro. I've literally been there when your mother was raving, bro. I'm looking at them. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. So I'm like, it was like so fucking cringe. But there was a redeeming point. I'm getting like fucked up and I put on my shades. And I kid you not. As soon as I put on my shades, like, I'm like, putting on the shades, 2 lesbians spawn in front of me. Like, literally in front of me.
Oh
If
my
you could
god,
describe
man.
the 2 lesbians, how they look, what would you say?
Fine, bro, fine. They're like really fine, bro. And they're like this close to me, like this close, as close as my microphone. Like literally 20 centimeters away from me, like 5 inches away from me, or whatever. And they start mad making out, but mad going into it in front of me. And I sit there and I'm like, okay, this night is not too bad, bro. And like, they start like looking at me, but I don't do anything from the start, because I don't know, man. Like, I'm like fucked up, I'm in my zone and whatever. They look at me. And they just make out for like 3 2, 3, 4 minutes in front of me, and they just fucking disappear. I don't know. I was with some like girlfriends of mine, like they despawned, and I went to some of my so. I'm gonna get to another story after this. I go to like raves with like a lot of chicks like that I know, like usually. And I go to them to see how they're doing this and that. They're like extremely fucked up, or there was on so many drugs. Anyway, and this lesbian chick actually spawned out of somewhere again, and they're like going at it again. And I look at them, and they look at me, and like they were like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like they're just making out and moving at the same time. And they came like around somewhere close to me, and I'm standing like this, and I look at them, and they like look at me, and we actually started making out with them. Listen, this is so fucking crazy. I make out with them for like 1-2 minutes. They fucking despawn. I did not see them. Bro, I did not see them for the rest of the fucking night.
Damn, man, you get bad spawns. That's crazy. Bad spawn, really
Tough
bad
spawn.
Bad
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be honest, I was extremely fucked up myself, so I'm like the way I
Are you
perceived-
sure it wasn't just 2 men?
Come on, bro. I'm extremely fucking sure, bro. I'm extremely.
All right, I'm just making sure.
So they were
Like you were the only straight person there.
no. There was like
It was just
there was
like was it like a
no, it's not like a gay event. No, it's not like an RGBQ event or something like that.
okay. I'm just asking.
No. There was a lot of there was this one Russian chick who was like very wild there. There were like a lot of them. I've been to like these like organizations events before, and they were way better than that. But this time it was like only like gay people there, bro. And I was like a lot of gay people, and that shit would like trip me the fuck out, like because nothing, like I said, nothing wrong with that. But bro, when they start coming to you like one time, okay, I'm okay with this. Get the fuck away. A second time, a third time, bro. When they just like 3, 4, 5 men come to you, like, bro, wow, this shit fucking awkward as hell.
I mean, I don't think it makes you homophobic if you don't want someone touching you. So I think that's okay. If you don't want someone touching you or in your space, regardless of what their orientation is, I think you're okay to say you don't want that. Like that's fair.
Yeah, cause like I said, like I don't mind them doing their own thing, but once they're like being extremely touchy, they're not like standing away from you. They like grab you like this and they're like.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting your personal space. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're like.
I think most people could agree they wouldn't want that.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, get the fuck away. So I was not vibing at all, except for the lesbian part. That shit was insane. That was actually very good. So I still have like. You know what was weird? I kid you not. I've never seen someone like spawn and despawn like that, bro. Like I'm kidding you. It doesn't make sense, bro. Like they're
How fucked up were you? Like, what was it just alcohol and maybe any type of?
I'm always blackout fucked up. Like usually oh yeah. A lot of times like I can share some other stories, but I don't really know, bro.
I can just feel like I imagine you like you have the shades on, you're seeing all this stuff, but really you're just in an empty warehouse, just swinging your arms everywhere.
I mean, there was videos of like the place afterwards. Like I can show you some videos so you can see. Actually, I have.
Well, you did say you were going to show us. You made an analogy earlier to. You wanted to show like what Bulgaria looks like compared to places here. You said like it's a lot worse there than here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I remember us speaking about what were we speaking about? How did you get to like American ghettos or so on? What were we speaking about?
I believe that's what I don't know where you're speaking, but that's what you were talking about was American ghettos is how you said it.
Fuck, I don't remember, but yeah, we were speaking about like I don't know, man. It's out of context now, but yeah, we were talking about like I don't know America or something like that, and I was like saying how like you would constantly see like ghettos in the US and how everything looks so fucking trashy and low life, and I'm like, bro, it literally looks like better than 80% of neighborhoods in Bulgaria, bro. Cause let me show you how. Where can I post
you
like
can, you can in that After Dark there you can post some photos of Bulgaria and we can have Nick throw them up on the screen.
I mean, I don't want to like.
I can actually, if you post them there, I can put them. Yeah, we can look at it right now. Actually, post it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I forgot we can pull stuff up now. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
it's like Bulgaria in general is like.
Yeah, the After Dark channel. Do you see that, or does he have access to that?
No, I don't. I can post here.
Yeah, we can react to Bulgaria together.
So yeah, because like Bulgaria in general is like extremely beautiful. Like honestly, our nature is like extremely fucking beautiful. We have like beautiful mountains, like the seaside, everything is amazing. The thing is that we had communism, and a lot of like the architecture that's prevalent in a lot of places is like communistic buildings, and a lot of them like are like very old nowadays. And let me just show you how like a typical neighborhood looks like. Like you're gonna see, just compare it to like ghettos and compare like the average. But I still cannot post in After Dark though. I cannot post there.
Put it in.
Or we could do it in what is it, mic muted?
Yeah, I guess I can do it there. Yeah.
Is there a general
Yeah,
mic
that's
muted?
fine.
See, I don't know. Can you like open this image?
Yeah, give me a second. I can pull it up.
It's not an IP grabber, I swear.
I don't believe you.
That is
All right. I'm pulling it up. We can react to it. I'm about to go live.
wow.
That's an average Bulgarian neighborhood. That's even a good photo. That's not even a bad
That
photo.
is that gives perspective. Yeah.
And that's not like a bad part or anything like that. That's just like an average like neighborhood, like an average neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I've always been tripping out when I see like the US ghettos, and you have all these like little nice houses with like yards and like trees in them, and you're like, okay, this is not so bad at all. Like where the fuck is like the problem? Like I don't see it. But obviously the problem is like crime and shooting and guns and violence.
Probably like just like that's full of people. That entire like all those buildings.
Yeah,
there.
like how much of that is filled?
Everything.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, that's a good photo. It's a good photo to show people here in America. You know, it could be worse. Could be a little worse. I mean, I'm sure there's people with situations here that is worse than that, but that for that being your normal neighborhood, that's definitely that's if you think if you say that's normal, that is definitely some perspective there. That's
At the same time, I don't only want to show the bad side, because like like Bulgaria is like actually one of the oldest countries in Europe, so we have a lot of like older buildings who are extremely beautiful. And like it's not something you're also gonna see there, but it's actually.
Do you live somewhere right now similar to that?
Yeah. These were the crazy people that like accusing me of threatening me.
Well, that makes
them,
sense because
like-
it looks like everybody's pretty close proximity there. I mean, they're gonna be able to, especially if you're yelling and screaming.
Oh yeah, they can most likely hear me. They can most likely hear me. They can still suck my dick though, but in all honesty.
Can they see you too? Is it pretty easy to like look through?
No,
No? Okay.
no way, they cannot.
Yeah,
I hope at least. I don't know. They hope
that is like just like looking at that image. It's a very striking image. It's just like you like immediately make a 10 assumptions when you see
Reminds
that
me of
photo.
Escape from Tarkov so much.
It reminds me of that COD 4 mission, bro.
I love fucking
What do you look
Train.
Pripyat? The Pripyat?
Yeah, Pripyat, yep.
Dude,
Oh,
totally
yeah,
looks
looks
like
like
the
it, bro.
COD 4 mission.
Yeah.
Soviet block architecture, very classic.
Yeah, but that's way more common than you might think. It's way more common. Like it's extremely common. I'm not
No, but you
saying.
definitely have some very, very beautiful parts of Bulgaria. I'm sure. You know, like, are there parts of Bulgaria? There's parts of Bulgaria that are on the water. Yeah.
Yeah, can we come out with a good? Yeah, what's something like a nice place to visit, like a beautiful area. Like let's show us something.
Don't they have like a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
coast or?
It's extremely beautiful. The coastline. It's extremely fucking beautiful. So it's basically like completely different. Something like this. Let me see. Go to mic muted.
I was gonna tell you too. Were you aware that Bulgaria has one of the best beatboxers in the world? There.
I was actually a pro beatboxer.
What? Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. So now that's a little different there. That's a little different. Now that's nice.
It's
That's
an
something
extreme.
for-
See, this makes
That
me
is
want to
where
do base
we're gonna
Bulgaria.
go, if we come to Bulgaria, that's base Bulgaria. The
Yeah,
other
actually,
picture
come
is where we'll probably end up at somehow.
That's what I think of when I think of Bulgaria.
I have
That's
like
beautiful.
I'm also going to show like the ski resorts too, which are also extreme. Like I have like a layout plan of like if you come to Bulgaria. I'm gonna say it later, tell it later.
So
This
like
also-
you could rent a place up in here. Like there's
It's extremely cheap. Everything is extremely cheap for foreigners.
Really?
Extremely cheap.
like what
Yeah,
do you
'cause
think like American dollar wise if you like per night to get a place in this area right here?
Extremely fucking cheap, bro. You can get it for like You get for like $30-40 per night, bro. Like it's like
In that last place? Are you
Bro,
serious?
I looked flights to Bulgaria to
Bro,
his
yeah,
city. He
yeah,
told me the airport
yeah.
we'd have to land in from
Yeah.
from Idaho, it was $700. We could go to Bulgaria.
Oh my god, dude.
Holy shit.
bro,
Bro.
Destructo, can you guarantee our safety at all in Bulgaria?
Listen, Bulgaria is like.
Well, not. I mean, I'm not too worried about some of us, but
I
there's
just
some of
want
us
a
I
quick
would be worried
yes,
about.
because anything other than a
Like-
quick yes is terrifying.
Because especially with the culture there, like if they see Qneeks, like we might turn around and then he's gone, right? So
Yeah,
we
but,
would,
okay.
yeah.
Like we can't
But,
bring
uh,
Qneeks and Doll, is what you're saying, and everyone else is good.
No, there's like a lot of, like I said, alternative kids, so you're not gonna get into trouble, especially with me. No worries. If they're alone, they might, but it's very unlikely. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm staying very close to Destructo if we go to Bulgaria.
I'm gonna say this, but Bulgaria is way safer compared to the US, and actually, Bulgaria is one of the safest places in
Really?
the world. I'm gonna say
I mean,
why.
you're probably not wrong. I mean, you can literally walk outside, and I mean, we obviously have a lot of issues, social issues in America, where you can die really fast. So, I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, you're probably not wrong.
In Bulgaria, it's extremely easy to get into a fight. You can get into trouble very easily, but that's it. You're gonna get into a fight. Okay, you're gonna frost.
Yeah,
some
I mean, it's gonna be a
punches.
fist fight, and the guns aren't gonna come out. Typically,
Yeah,
I would assume.
no one's gonna shoot your ass, bro. Like
Yeah.
you can in the US, bro.
Yeah, you get shot real
Bro,
fast.
Bulgaria is a green country on the Safety Travel Index. It scores an 80.
What is
Brazil
wow.
Brazil is 52 for
Yeah, Brazil.
Oh, yeah,
That's a different ballgame there.
Afghanistan is 14. That's bright red.
Damn.
Yeah, Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What number do we get? Do we give ourselves a number?
Let me look.
I was saying, what is America? It's like the 70s, probably 60s.
It depends who stays to place.
68. Bulgaria is 80.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I mean, it makes sense. Okay. All
I
right.
believe it.
I would agree with that. Bulgaria
I
is
think
very
that we're
safe
more
place.
scared of the area than the danger. I think that's what we're scared of.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I think that's what's doing it for us. Okay, so
definitely.
it's not going to be a Call of Duty 4 mission when we go there. Outstanding. Sounds good.
Good.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I can say that it's way safer than any other place. Definitely.
Yeah, that looks
easily.
great. I'm down.
That's why like I have like a layout on things what to do because like I said, we have an amazing like
And you said the
clubbing.
American dollar goes pretty far there, huh?
But yeah, like two
Oh,
of our
dude.
Bulgarian. $1 is like two
How
Bulgarian.
much
Canadian
money can I
dollar,
spend at
yeah.
a strip club?
Bro, do you know how much like the average like monthly wage is? The average one. You've actually.
told us it was like $200 or something.
It's not. It's like 700, but still that's like the average. If that's for like the capital, like $700, like the average, not the minimum. That's like the average.
Yeah.
How much you can spend in a strip club? Actually a lot, but Bulgarian strip clubs aren't honestly that impressive. Nothing like Magic City, I would say. So I wouldn't think that's not the place I would take you to. I would take you like the underground clubbing scene, not the one
We
with.
go to the underground techno raves. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
So I have like a layout of things. So basically, here's what a plan would look like, a base plan. But you gotta come for at least
Okay.
a week. At least a week, though. No,
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah,
can.
if we're coming that
I'm
far,
not
we're
flying to Bulgaria. if
I'm not
staying
staying there for
7
like
nights.
2 days.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a long trip.
So Bulgaria, like most European countries, are size-wise, most of them are very small. Like Bulgaria, from one end to the other, is like 300 miles. 300 miles from one end to the other. It's nothing. Yeah. So if you come here, like okay, the first thing that we would do is like I would definitely take you to some like on the first night to like some underground like clubbing like and so on, so we can actually experience like the clubbing scene and so on, to some restaurants and things like that. We would like completely like get like demolished over there for like one or 2 days. Then the next destination is the mountains. Bro, the mountains are fucking amazing. We can go to like a really nice spa over there. There's like extremely fucking good resorts. Actually, Bulgaria.
Oh,
got me on this
baby.
one. We're going to
Yes,
Bulgaria.
I
We're
am
going.
in. That's all I needed to hear. Can I get a
This
spa
is-
and cocaine, bro? Let's fucking go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes. Allegedly.
Bulgaria is like very rich when it comes to like mineral water like reserves and so on, like, and also like geysers and things like that. So there's some very nice like spa like locations and so on in the mountains, like nice resorts, clean air, everything. We can go there like detox for like 1
Do
or
you
2
sell
days.
timeshare? Is that what your job
Dude,
is? Like,
I
what's
am
going on
I
here, bro?
feel like
we good?
I'm in an elaborate scheme right now to go to
Yeah,
Bulgaria.
bro. I feel like we're gonna get murdered as soon as we land. This is fucking...
Bro.
Have you watched Euro 3, bro?
Wait. Side question: how good is Bulgarian Bulgarian food good?
Yeah,
Like,
that was
good
my
food?
exact question was what's the food like? Like what's a standard what are some dishes you recommend that we would not be like keen to?
Y'all got any Michelin stars over there?
I'm not too sure about Michelin stars, but trust me, you're gonna fucking love the cuisine, bro. It's like I cannot trust me. Like
He said
it's
cuisine.
actually,
He knows, bro. Like he's a
it-
salesman.
it's there.
There
Trust
are.
me. What? It's there on the list. It's there on the list. It's there on the list. Like the food thing. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. So after like we go to the resort, we detox there. The body's like relax, like clean your system. We're going to the seaside, bro. The seaside is fucking amazing, bro. The seaside, fucking beautiful seaside. We also have like the nightlife is amazing there. You have like a lot of like beach like clubs and resorts. We can like party at like the beach. The other day we can like also like
What's like the is there like local fishermen there? Do you get like local like is there any like local fisheries where they have like fresh fish or lobster, etc.?
Yeah. A lot of them definitely. I'm gonna explain like that comes onto the list. Like
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. The next day we can like chill around like the like the towns around the coastline and where we can actually like feel like the culture over there, like the food, like the whole like actual culture, the buildings and so on. And after that, after all that crazy partying and so on, then we can like actually go to like an actual sightseeing trip around the country. You can actually like try different restaurants. You can try all kinds of different cuisine and so on. You can like go to like historical sites because there's like a lot to learn. Like I said, Bulgaria is like one of the oldest countries in Europe, and there's like a lot to be seen. Like you can see lots of castles and so on. Like lots of like nice and unique places you're not gonna find anywhere around the world. Bro. Like a different type of culture, like I said, from like the typical like US.
Sounds like a hell of a
Okay,
vlog
I have,
series.
I have a quick question. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. You guys gotta look. Destructo, I'm gonna show you what I have Googled. Is I have just gone ahead and Googled Bulgarian women, and I just want you to be like, ah, yes, that is kind of like what we're looking at, because there's just like there's a broad range. So do you see like what are we talking when we see like, ah, yes, this is what my fellas should be expecting.
My fellas.
Yes, Bulgarian. Yeah, that's the average. Bulgarian women are extremely
Which
beautiful.
I want. But like you gotta point one out, be like, okay, yeah, like there you go.
Do you think that are they going to be into tourists? Like, is there a lot of
No.
tourism there, or what's the general consensus?
There is tourism. I cannot say if they're like just gonna like because if you're a tourist or something like that. They might. Who knows, man? They just might. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, most likely. There's like a wide variety of people. Like definitely.
Like,
what are they gonna think?
What percentage of people there speak English? You think? And like just a guess, like an estimation.
Everyone, almost every like young person
Really?
speaks
Okay.
English. Everyone speaks.
That's helpful for us.
Everyone speaks
People
English.
think about a just large group of loud Americans.
Honestly, bro, no one in Europe thinks that's a good thing. No one in Europe thinks that's a good thing. But
Yeah.
Sure.
but like I've said, if you're with a local person, like it's completely different because like obviously like they're gonna introduce you to like Bulgarian friends. That's happened so many times to me. Like
You just gotta
and-
check us. Like if something is happening that we need to know, like where we need to like pipe down, you just let us know. And if I'll make it happen if someone else does it because I don't want to die. So.
It's not about like no, nothing is gonna happen to you. I mean, like I'm just gonna like introduce you to like or for other tourists, you can get introduced like very nice people. Like people are there are a lot of good people here, man. There are a lot of good people who are going to appreciate that and you're going to have the time of their lives. We're like our hospitality is like very high, bro. Like everyone is going to. A lot of people are going to take great care of like tourists. Like they're going to make sure you have the best time ever. Like this is just in our culture that you are like well fed, that you had like okay, proper food, proper like you've drank properly, you had a good time, like that you're safe and so on. Like I've said, everyone has the perspective that like the Balkans are like a very dangerous place, but they're not, man. They're not. Actually, people are very hospitable here. Like the hospitality is like great in here. Like I said, obviously we have the hyper masculinity kind of thing, and obviously if you're like more like how do I say this, more like what was the fucking term for that, bro? Like
Feminine?
Metrosexual?
like twinkie and feminine, yeah, like like obviously
A Twinkie is something different here.
you're not gonna get the most. I know what it is, bro. You're not gonna get the most respect out of a lot of people, but at the same time, you're still gonna find those people that are gonna respect. Like I said, there's like all kinds of people, man. The variety is insane. But that,
I'm pretty solid. We'll definitely consider. That's a consideration for sure. I think that's something we could.
I don't
Oh,
want to
it's
die
good.
before I've gone to Bulgaria with Destructo.
Yeah, true.
Can I just
I
say
wanna
that?
be in
Like,
Bulgaria with
No,
Destructo.
we'll make it happen one day. I'm
If
sure.
that's an option.
Yeah.
Actually, I explained all that because the government is listening and I have to sell like the marketing strategy of Bulgaria. None of that is true, bro. But
Want
yeah,
to know
yeah.
more about your first job, like the job that you said you were a manager for. I never knew what you actually did in that job, and to me, it sounded like you were like some sort of scammer calling people on the phone, bro, for their credit card and shit like that.
Wait, you mean the job where I became a manager of US company?
Is it a U.S. company? Oh shit, dude. Well, that changes everything.
Yeah, I was like 21 years old and like I was in university or something like that. Or it was, yeah, and it was like summertime and my parents were like, okay, you're in university like third, fourth year, why don't you get the job? And they're like telling me to get the job. Now I didn't want to get the job. And I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna get the job. I go on the internet and start looking for jobs, not in Bulgaria though, because I'm gonna get the job in a foreign country to get more money, obviously, which doesn't work like that because like you have like different kinds of like taxes in the US and so on, and obviously it doesn't work as simple as that. But I actually found a job, and I've been working in social media for a long time, like before that, and I had a social media experience, and I found this job which was like a digital marketing manager. I've not really worked as a manager before, like you needed some managing experience. And I looked at the job ad and I saw like all kinds of requirements and I didn't know anything about it. But I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And I just start like going to YouTube and typing in all the requirements. Like I gotta learn this, I gotta learn that, just enough so I can actually land. I know what to say on the interview. And there was also like a requirement to like introduce yourself in a video format. Bro, I fucking like dressed up like extremely fucking formally, like everything. I made myself look like extremely like how to say this. Extremely presentable. I changed my background, bro, and I recorded a nice video where I was like speaking fucking perfectly. I was like saying like I know this and what I have experience with this too, that too. I have never worked with that in my life. And there were like I don't know 50, 60 people like that were candidates for that job, like from the US and all over the world. And I got picked for like a second interview. I got to a second interview and obviously I was like well dressed again and I like reviewed everything that you need to know for the job position, everything. I've never worked that in my life. I just know like what to say. And I started speaking with the CEO and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell him what he needs to hear. So I was like, okay, I have experience with this too, I have experience with that too. Like I've worked in this business and I've managed people over there, which is complete bullshit. And he was like, okay, I'm impressed with that. Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. And then he like starts explaining me what the job is about. And basically I had to be like the manager of like a group of like 15, 16 people where we had like graphic designers, SEO specialists, video designers, copywriters, and so on. And I had to like implement an actual strategy, like from some, I don't know, some super multi-millionaire, like rich kind of like guy from the Philippines. I had to implement, and I was like, obviously I can fucking do that shit. And he was like, okay. And that was the CEO. I was working directly with the CEO, and he actually gave me the job position. And he actually he like made me download this app. They would like special apps like they had us a special phone app that we used to communicate on. I don't know why it was like special app. And he would tell me what to do, bro. And not only he would tell me what to do, but I would also tell him what to do. It was like weird as fuck, cause he had to like record these videos for like his like his business was business about entrepreneurs. Like basically,
wait,
he was
did
like
you
an
work
Andrew.
for Andrew Tate?
It was not him. It was extremely fucking similar, but not him. It was a different guy. But it was the same thing, bro. And he was like someone like, okay, I can get you rich. I can get people out of their like 9-to-5 jobs and things like that.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. And Andrew Tate.
It most likely, bro. It's just such bullshit, bro. Like, but I was doing a good job though, because like my job was not scamming people. My job was like implementing a strategy which others would have to work on. And I don't know why they gave me that job, bro. It was so fucking weird until the graphic designer had to like we had to send him like a photo or something of ours, and I sent him a photo, and they had to like draw like a cartoon version of it. And he returns like the cartoon version of the photo, and the sides of my hair were white. Like I was like I had white hair. Like that guy thought I was like 40 years or something like that. Like the team had no fucking idea
Oh my
that I was like
gosh.
They had no fucking. There was a 21-year-old kid from Bulgaria, from a small hometown from a small town in Bulgaria. But they had no fucking clue, bro. Like the CEO was the only one who like saw my CV and something like. It was also crazy that he actually hired me when he saw my CV. But my CV, to be fair, was like, I know how to make my CV look good. Let's say that. Like I know how to say. So no one in the company had no idea who I was, how old I was, and I worked at that job for like 6 months because sadly it was like a short-term project, and I implemented the strategy. I told like I oriented like how the whole team should work. I like told them everything, and I actually quit the job. There was actually kind of drama about me quitting the job, but that's another thing. Like, but yeah, that's how I like scammed myself into like being the manager of a US company. It was like, I don't know, simple as that. Fake it till you make it.
Bro.
Bro, that's why I say fake it till you make it is the realest fucking thing ever. I don't know why I'm convinced about it.
That's what we all do.
Yeah. Because, bro, I had no idea. I had never worked with the tools I was supposed to work. Never in my life. Like, I had an overall idea of like social media, like, and like how to grow businesses and things like that, but I've never worked like as a manager or anything like that. And I actually had to learn very fast, and I did somehow. But I don't really want to work a job like that again. Like in general, like I said, I don't want to work a job again because like that shit's stressful as fuck too. Like, cause you work with like a lot of money, with a shit ton of money. He's like, you can have these like tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars and have them and grow my business. And like, okay, like I know how to do that. And like, I'm like telling I'm literally telling people, do this, do that. I'm telling the CEO, go record these videos, bro. He's out there like hiring like professional like. And he lives on an island. He lives on a private fucking island in the Philippines or somewhere around that zone, bro. And he's hiring like people to go like shoot videos for him. They actually have to come to the island with I don't know, a boat or a plane or whatever the fuck, I don't fucking know. So it's like a very like big investment, bro. And I'm like a 21-year-old kid, bro, from Bulgaria, bro, like handling all this money, bro. Shit was weird. Shit was weird as fuck, man. But I was like, fuck it. It works. And yeah, I did that for like 6 months. But like I said, I'm not doing that again, I think, because like it's very stressful. You work with like a shit ton of money. You work with like a wide group of people, like, and if anyone fucks up, you gotta cover their like cover for their fuck up. Like you gotta fix things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All
But
right.
fuck-
Do we want to? There is a good thread here for questions on the Twitter. We can get into some of those. If does anybody want to pick one? I can rip one if you want me to.
Let's see.
Yeah, rip one. I'm gonna pull
Send
it up.
Rip it.
My first is from Jake C. Please justify your favorite type of pizza, which I have heard this a few times. So go
We
ahead.
need to get into this. All
What's your
right.
favorite type of pizza?
And like before you even say it, dude, for anyone that's listening, just guess. Just guess
Well, if
as
you're
to what
angry,
this
is it
man
like
likes.
pineapple or something, or like
Typically, pineapple.
You
is
can
the point of
have-
That's the
You can have-
controversial.
I'll give you 100 guesses. You'll get it wrong, dude.
Okay.
apple and goat cheese. That sounds really good, actually. I would eat that.
It's
It
very
actually
specific,
does.
but no, dude.
Is it anchovy?
No, go ahead, Destructo. Go ahead.
Anchovy's pretty good.
To all the boys, dude. Yeah, take
Oh,
a swig of
he's
your
getting the
water, bro.
out. Yeah, what the
hell's going on?
Get ready for this one, bro. This bothers me every
what brand of
time.
water is that? Can we see that?
I'm not
Yeah,
sponsored.
I can't read that shit.
What the hell is that?
Balderan, izvorna voda.
The
Seems
logo
good.
looked like a mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
No, it's just like a mountain. It's like a mountain.
Oh, well, waterfall.
Okay, I
and,
got you now.
and a stream, yeah.
All right, what is this? What is this pizza ingredient? Now I need to know.
Okay, it makes no fucking sense to me why this is weird. It's very common here. It makes no fucking sense to me. It's really good. Really good.
Mayonnaise.
Listen, bro, it's pizza with ketchup and mayonnaise. Like you cover.
That's disgusting, bro.
I've heard
How?
of mayonnaise on pizza, and it's almost exclusively like an Eastern European thing.
How many of you have
So,
tried?
wait, let
They
me
love
ask,
mayo,
is the,
dude.
Never
is
tried.
the
They
entire
love
base
mayo.
is the entire base of the, so like you have the cheese on top and then the mayonnaise and ketchup is under?
No. You get the pizza,
So normal
You get
cheese
like
pizza, and then you
you get
put
knife
ketchup and mayo on top of it.
yeah, and you
Oh.
like you spread it over the whole
You
pizza.
know, I would never.
Doesn't
in my
sound
life
too
order
bad.
that. I would take a bite.
Like,
I would
doesn't
take a
sound
bite.
too
I would
bad
never
for
take
me,
a bite.
honestly.
I'm
It
not
sounds
getting sick.
repulsing. It sounds repulsing, but out of respect for you and your palate, I will take a bite and give it a go. But it does
Trust me,
sound
you need to
repulsing.
try it. And there is also
you-
like a live, yeah.
Do you put on the ketchup and the mayonnaise before or after you cook the pizza as well?
After.
Must be after. Yeah.
Thank
Could you
God, dude.
could
I
you
couldn't
dip it
imagine.
in a mayonnaise ketchup mixture and have that be the same thing? Like if you just dipped it, would that be the same?
No, we just put them separately and like let's mix them after the process.
But like, isn't that just the same as dipping it?
He cuts it up too. He cuts
Yeah, that's
it up
very
in
important,
pizza
Byron. That's
before-
very important too, by the way. Like,
Cut it up.
you get like a whole pizza, you put the ketchup and mayo, and you cut it to like small pieces, and you just take small.
I do
pieces
know it
and
is a
make
European
more.
thing. Is they eat pizza with a fork and knife. That is standard. I do know that.
Not
You cut it into
always,
like
but-
little bites.
Yes, dude.
Wait, no, 'cause we
In-
get those little pizza squares. Sometimes you'll see the pizza cut up into like a little grid like that. I've seen that in the U.S.
I've seen a gridded pizza.
yeah, gridded
It's
pizzas.
it's in like if you go to like a restaurant, not like a pizza place like Domino's or something. Like if you go to a restaurant and like order a pizza, you would usually like cut it up. If you order Domino's and things like, obviously you're gonna need slices of pizza, and you can also grab slices like everywhere you go with ketchup and mayo. By the way, ketchup and mayo is present everywhere. You have like the choice, you put it on, and it's good as fuck. Trust me. You cannot comment on ketchup and mayo.
I'm not sold on it, but like I would give it a
Yeah,
shot.
it sounds gross
I
and
wouldn't
repulsive,
try.
but I'd give it a go. I give it a go.
Everyone is hating without trying it. You gotta try it. Trust me. Good as
No, I would try it. I would
I'll
try
try
it.
it. I'll
I
try
think.
it.
I'd have
I think.
to at that
well,
point.
well,
Yeah.
also, I think ketchup and mayo is like the most goated combo mixed together.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And
It's fry sauce.
Do you think part
Yeah,
of that
I
is
think-
the part of the culture where everybody is drinking so much? You think it's just like fuck it, and it's just a vibe with the pizza?
that's also what I was gonna say. Actually, it sounds like a real good, just late night drunk sloppy type.
Yeah, like
meal.
really ooey gooey saucy, just dripping.
Oh
and shit.
yeah, dude, drip all over me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't thought about it, but it might be. It might be the reason though, because like
Okay.
it's a very
You
big
heard it
thing.
here
but-
first. Mayo ketchup pizza is a product of alcoholism in Bulgaria.
So,
Listen, the only problem that people in Bulgaria have with alcohol is that it's not enough, bro. There's no alcoholism. Like you just run out of alcohol. Like,
Well, yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
but trust me, try this. Everyone was going crazy in the chat. I didn't know that was like a Eastern European thing, apparently, or whatever. And everyone was going ham, bro. And no one has tried it at the same time. Like you gotta try it, and you're gonna see for yourself. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's unreal.
Look at Jake shaking his head, not believing, bro.
I tell
listen.
this all the time on my stream.
well,
and everyone
hold
has
up,
the same
Jake,
reaction.
Jake. You eat hot pockets all day, bro. Like you're not.
I don't
in a
eat Hot
position-
Pockets, I
You're
eat
not
French
in a
bread
position to
pizza.
I
criticize.
eat French pizza. I
You're in
only
the
eat
last
chicken.
position to criticize.
Yeah, no,
on, I
you're
think,
right. You're right. But at the same time,
experiences.
I'd rather eat
No, I'm with
anything
Jake.
microwave
That's fucking
than that.
disgusting, bro. That makes me like repulsed, and I want to vomit. The fact we just talked about fucking mayo ketchup pizza for the last 5 minutes is fucking
Your mama
just
really not going to
disturbing.
show up the next podcast.
Yeah, bro. He's gone. He's just.
We'll take a bite, I promise, man.
I'm not.
Some things have been answered already on here, but I guess this will go along with the pizza. Maybe it is your thing, but Tasty put on here. What is your favorite thing in the whole wide world? Like, what is
Whole wide world.
what is most important to you? What do you enjoy the most? Whether it be life or what is it like? What hobby aspect, food, anything?
Igros. No.
That's from a mile away, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna
yeah.
say tennis skirts. That was my assumption.
I was thinking about it, but no. Should I give a serious answer?
Low waist.
Honestly,
No. That's I mean, if you want, it's up
That
to
is
you.
a
Whatever
serious
comes to your heart first. Like that's your answer.
Honestly, bro, like what I like the most is like I don't know, like living a dynamic life. Bro. That's what I really didn't feel like the job thing. Cause like I don't know, man. I just cannot get stuck in this cycle. I gotta be doing some. Every single week, that's why I go like twice a week to like raves. I would like do some crazy shit. Like I would go like rock climbing on a Wednesday for no reason at all or something like that. I just cannot like, I don't know, live a monotonous kind of life. And I just like the variety. I guess that's my favorite thing, like living a more dynamic kind of life.
That's based.
It's a good answer.
I like
That's
it.
based as fuck. Yeah.
Somebody else want to pick one?
Yeah,
Um,
actually.
yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
What about you guys? Do you want to do it? Like, do you want to do everyone with the questions, like, or how do we go?
Well, we're
can
kind
go
of just
some of
going
them,
through and picking out like the good ones, and also mainly the ones that like we haven't really touched on.
Well,
Yeah,
here,
some of them have definitely been answered.
I mean,
Yeah.
before we forget, bro. I mean, we gotta ask the question, no?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
That's
yes.
the
True.
question. Yeah. You're right. That's the question.
Might as
All
well.
right,
have to
Mr.
ask, bro.
Destructo. It's you, fucking e-girl from the rave, and one other person from this call, and you are doing an Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Who are you doing it
We got a really good
with?
one.
We're doing an Eiffel Tower. Someone in this call.
Honestly, bro, I've heard all the answers already on the podcast, and I don't see how people pick anyone. Like, they're saying things like, I don't know, someone's too tall, someone's too short, and things like that. Honestly, I don't have a personal preference, bro. So, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I can't really choose anyone based on anything.
No, you have to pick one of us.
Don't
five
be
now.
don't be
Like, you
don't be
have to say a
diplomatic about
name.
it, man.
No,
Who do you
I'm
want?
sorry.
No, you're not. We're not moving on until you pick one of our five names. Like, there's
one name.
Yeah, it doesn't work
Yeah,
like that.
Who
You're
are
trying
you?
to be a
You gotta
fucking
pick one. Who are
politician
you
about
Eiffel
it.
Towering with in this call now?
Okay, I'm gonna.
No, you
Are you
didn't.
pretending to be
didn't
frozen?
Come on. Frozen now. Come on.
Bro, you have way too many pixels.
Bro,
You have
everybody's
too many pixels on
answered.
your camera to do that. There's too many
I
pixels
was like,
showing.
dude, did he really just freeze?
There's too many pixels showing for you to give that an attempt, my friend. Unfortunately.
I can't, bro. I cannot. I
You
literally
have
can't
to.
choose.
We're not moving on. We're like, I'm sitting here. I got nowhere to go. Like, you got to pick somebody.
Okay, we're sitting here.
How,
If you're
dude?
okay with every single person on this call, just say one of our names.
Who would be first?
You don't
No,
have to be first. It's just anyone at all ever.
no. I can't. I literally
How
don't have a.
is Destructo the hardest one to get this out of? This is a
Yeah.
curveball.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This is I
know
am a
what?
flabbergasted. What is this podcast 28? This is the hardest time we've had.
No.
Because I don't have personal preference. I don't really see.
Hold on. Who is in the camera below you? Who is the person below you right now?
He's
Jake C.
No. In the setup, it's Prison Joe.
Okay. Do you choose Prison Joe?
Okay.
That wasn't as committal as I would like. I don't want to lead you to it. I want you to say it.
We'll split the e-girl together, dude. Just pick me, bro. I got it.
Jake
Okay.
C is excited.
Jake C
wants
wants
the
it.
opportunity.
Let's
Okay,
fucking
dude.
do it, dude. Let's go to Paris tomorrow. I don't
got the
care
fun
about
chip
that.
and get
You told,
girls
me,
next.
you told me you weren't homophobic earlier, okay? Just pick one of us. God damn it.
Hey, listen. There is nothing wrong with that. I respect people with calls.
You're not making a good case right now, okay? You're not making a good
I'm
case for that.
Destructo and I'm not homophobic.
Listen. I have a
You talked
friend.
about having a gun to your head earlier, and it's really sounding like you do, okay? So just pick somebody.
I have a friend like that. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna choose Jake then. We got the fun kit. We're gonna get the Igro then.
Okay.
Honestly, that's a good combo. You guys work well together. Okay.
Okay.
Holy
All right.
shit.
I will not
That was hard.
disappoint
That
you
was
in the
difficult,
Eiffel
you
Tower.
know?
We had to fucking squeeze that one
I'm
out of him.
sweating.
That was,
Why am I sweating?
beeping right now.
I'm sweating.
What is the heart rate on the Apple Watch?
I didn't wear my watch today.
63 BPM. It's a decent resting heart rate. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's
You're
good.
dying, homie.
I'm dying, bro. That's good.
Every breath we
Gamma not
take,
forgotten forever in my
we're
heart.
closer to death.
That's pretty. Yeah, true.
That is very true. That is very true.
Anybody else want to grab one?
There's one I liked from Ignoble. If
Yes.
Hamzy and Destructo go on a 7-day bender in Vegas with unlimited food, substances, and women, but only one of you makes it out alive, which one of you is it?
I'll answer first. I'm gonna answer. We all answering this?
Yeah,
I'd
like
to answer.
I want to say Hamzy, but I've never seen Destructo in action. I just know that Hamzy is invincible.
I'm gonna go with
Hamzy will make that
Hamzy
alive.
just for the home field advantage, just because he knows
that's
Vegas.
true.
He
He
knows
knows
Vegas. He
Yeah.
knows he could definitely lead Destructo to death really fastly, and Destructo won't know. So it's yeah. I'm gonna go
I'm
with
picking
Hamzy.
Hamzy.
He does
I'm
have
picking
home
Hamzy
field
because I
advantage.
feel like Destructo would be more than happy just dying.
But
with
if
unlimited
Hamzy
food,
was in a
unlimited
bender, if this
substances.
question, sorry, if this was reversed in Bulgaria,
Rip.
I'll keep going. If this is in Bulgaria and then Destructo had the home field advantage, I could definitely see him taking the W.
Probably.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
like
but
he
but
would have no clue.
also, I really liked Uncle's reply to this content. To this
That was a
comment.
good one. I saw that.
He said,
What'd he say?
Hamstructo, they will fuse and become one.
It could happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we would just merge.
You got the record for most disconnects, but you joined back the fastest of anybody we
Yeah.
ever had, so it's okay.
No, we
Hey.
would definitely just fuse and take over the entire country.
That
if you
is
guys-
very true.
If you guys fused, I would submit. Like, you know, you're the new government as far as I'm
Oh yeah, that
concerned.
would be quite the combo.
But honestly, like if I go to like Vegas, like I was actually in a way surprised, in a way not surprised. Like when you were like speaking about your Vegas experience, like I've said, I've been playing like full time like poker for a long time. So if I go to Vegas, I mean, there's like two ways to spend like time in Vegas. You're going there to either have fun and lose all the money, or I can actually go there as a skilled player and actually sit down and enjoy some tournaments for like a couple of days in a row and actually do that. Because I know how to do that. I can actually play quite well. So I can also just sit there and like play like Texas Hold'em all day and do that. There's an
Yeah,
option.
I'm garbage at that.
Yeah,
When I
One
play
thing
poker,
I never did ask you, Short. Have you ever been to the United States, or like if you have been anywhere outside of Bulgaria, where have you been?
I've been to Germany, England, Greece.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've traveled a lot. I have like relatives living in like Germany, in like England, in other place.
oh,
I've
so you've
traveled a
never
lot.
actually been to the US?
Well, no, actually, it's like very uncommon for people to go to the US, like from Bulgaria at least. It's
Really?
very uncommon.
We gotta make it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, it can happen.
It's like really far away, like to begin with, like, and you have like all these countries in Europe. Like you would, like for most people, you would like choose to, like visit Rome, like in Italy, or like Paris, like or like in France, or like the Netherlands or something. Like, 'cause you have all these countries that are like a 2-3 hour flight next to you, and you
Yeah.
have all this culture to experience.
sense.
Yeah. It's not like
We'll
the
get
US.
you out of there.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. I am coming. It's gonna happen.
I will field this from Mr. Illicit Bam. Shout out. I love you.
Shout out.
Wide people.
You kind of
Happy.
answered the first question already, so I'll answer. I like the second one though. Do you have any plans to include any other games or variety in your stream in the future?
Yeah,
That's a good
I've
question.
been considering it, but in my very honest opinion, especially with the viewer count I have, if you do, it's not gonna be for growth. Like if I do variety streaming, the stream is not gonna grow. It's gonna be just to have fun and just like show other people like a different like perspective, like the other games and so on. It's gonna be more like showing like other games of the RuneScape community and getting people from the other community to like come to RuneScape. Yeah, in a way.
Well, I
'cause
was just say like I could see you, like I would love to watch you just play any other game. Like it would just be a fun time, like watching
Yeah.
you navigate.
Dude,
I'm sure you'd make it very
Destructo
entertaining.
poker stream.
Oh, that'd be kind
yeah.
of sick.
I've been considering it, by the way. I've been considering that like quite a lot.
You get a good sponsor for that as well.
And you can
Just
still
saying.
stream poker. You're good. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
actually,
be cool. You should. That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
I've been considering that, and also like for example maybe like StarCraft 2, because I was like extremely fucking good, and I can still be like top 200 in Europe, and I can play like on pro level.
Do you think we could like do a virtual poker night and all of us stream it? Is that possible?
oh my
Dude.
gosh.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be a lot of fun.
Oh
be very cool.
my gosh. That would be so fucking sick.
That would be because you can
Be good
we can
content,
just like we can play for like fake money in like a private online table.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we can
Play for
do,
fucking GP,
real
dude.
money. We just can't tell people. Yeah.
Do
Oh,
you imagine? We did a little for
play for
some
GP, dude.
GP.
the GP poker tournament?
It's not real.
Dude. That's actually sick. That's a really good
But we
idea.
actually wouldn't be using GP behind the scenes.
I mean, we could use
Obviously.
real money too, but like, you know, it's for GP.
It's for GP. That's actually a great idea. We can actually do that.
Base poker
Like-
night. I like that.
Yeah, Destructo's
that's
down to
good.
take all of our money.
I'm gonna
Look
write it
how
down.
excited he just got. Yeah, we can actually do that. Actually, yeah, now, yeah.
We can make a video out of it too.
Yeah, but you know what's really weird about poker, bro? Because like there's a lot of skill involved, but I think like most of the money you make from poker comes in the long term. Because like it's a game that where your hand can swing a lot, and even if a good player can still lose to you guys.
100%, yeah.
I'm not too bad at poker. I've done a little bit in my day.
I can
Yeah, I played a good bit
Dude.
of Texas Hold'em.
When I play
like
poker,
it.
my strat is to just literally be as safe as possible,
That
fold
guy.
as much as possible, sit
Admit,
there, drink,
yeah.
and just talk bullshit with the boys all
No,
night.
okay, that's a good strat though. That's the most.
Just don't get eliminated.
One of the most popular strategies is being tight aggressive, which is basically like in the earlier parts of the game. If you're playing a tournament game where like the where like the blinds like raise it's like to
Yeah, I
play
was gonna say
Yeah.
on the tournaments they have really high big blind, small blind. They'll get you out there quick if you try that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you-
don't like playing poker with actual poker players.
Poker players hate playing poker with me because I don't follow any of the rules because I'm bad. But like it's bad enough. It's bad enough and so their strategies don't work on me as well.
Yeah. You need
Yeah,
someone
that's
like that on the table.
Yeah, and it is annoying, by the way. It is annoying because like a lot of like, especially like online poker is like very big nowadays. We have the internet and everyone can like Google strategies, and like the most common strategy is being tight aggressive, which is basically like just playing the safest fucking cards from the start of the game of the tournament, and then at the end you just start going crazy with like you increase your range a lot more. And everyone nowadays is following a strategy, and not only that, but you also have an HUD tracker, which is basically tracking like. At any point in time, the game is like the software is tracking how aggressive someone is, how like much he plays that hand, how much he plays that other hand, and you know what hands the player play. That's why like online poker players like play like 8 to 10 tables at the same time, and even more. That's what I did. I played like 6 tables at the same time, not that much, but yeah, you play like a shit ton of tables at the same time. Because you track everything, and that's why it's an extremely competitive and extremely fucking hard to like make money out of like online poker nowadays. Extremely hard. Because everyone is decent. Everyone is at least decent. Everyone has a very basic idea. Everyone has a tracker. Everyone like at least knows to like play at least safer cards, like and so on. And that's why, by the way, like being someone like that who plays crazy, who doesn't follow these rules, can be a very tough opponent. Because like you just don't know. You look at his like tracker and okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like he just might pull out anything. You can like read him as easily. So I can see that
it's
working.
fun. We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
I accidentally closed the thread. I'm not gonna lie.
I would pull another one if no one else has one.
No, I yeah. Go Hamzy.
I had one. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. You're fine.
So Saintens asked if. Well, we already covered Crazy's drinking story. He also asked, "Is new techno better than old techno?" Which I kind of just want to ask your opinion on. Like, are you at all? I know you're into it, but like, are you like considered like? Do you consider yourself like a music snob by any chance, or do you just like want to go to the club, hear some tunes, you don't care what you're hearing? Like, do you have like a specific artist or song that you want to hear when you go out, or you're like, I just don't care, I just want to hear the thumps and dance?
You like the thumps?
I usually I'm not like an elitist or anything, like I fucking hate that shit, but I do like choose my techno kind. I like going to like acid techno, harder techno. I don't like going to like tech house as much, cause like honestly, bro, and that's not because the music's fault. But like I said, I like alternative girls more and so on. And if you go to like a little bit of like harder styles, you can meet like very like interesting people, so to say. Because like I think that tech house, there's nothing wrong with tech house. There's a lot of good like tech house like music, but a lot of like almost everyone like listens to tech house. It's not like something like very special. Whilst there's a specific audience that goes to like the harder techno parts, and it's you meet some very interesting people over there, like very like unique kind of like people. So that's why, because I like going to clubs to meet people and like enjoy the music with people. A lot of people are like, and if I go to a club and I'm not vibing with the people around me, I'm not gonna enjoy the club itself. And a lot of people ask me like, okay, but I need to hear like, why do you for the people? Can't you just enjoy the music? And I'm like, okay, I have like a pretty good sound system in my home. Like obviously my neighbors can tell. So if I just want to enjoy the music, I'm playing bangers all day, but I'm vibing in the room. But I just want to go there. I want to meet some I don't know, like weird ass fucking crazy people, and like I want to vibe with them and just enjoy the music with them. So that's why in a way I choose like what kind of events to go to. But I honestly go to everything. Like in the last week, I was like to a techno, to like a private Russian party, to a Japanese jazz event, and also I went to a 90s kids party too. I went to like 4 different styles of music. I like to like experience like variety.
Yeah, nice.
I like to party a lot. Like I like to like, go to clubs a lot. It's like definitely my thing. I know that you started off as like a DJ on Twitch, which was actually very interesting to me.
I did, man. Yeah, that's how I started.
That's one of my favorite pieces of Hamzy lore.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that you're like quite like well knowledge when it comes to like EDM, techno, and so on, like those types.
Yeah. That's why I find it interesting to know, if you're, your like snob level of music interest or like what you're into.
Yeah, I'm not like.
So it seems like you're definitely into like the kind of like more alternative side of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm into more like.
Yeah.
I can tell that just by the techno that you play on your stream that you're probably leaning more towards that.
Yeah, to like the harder techno and so on. I would
Yeah.
occasionally play like tech house too and so on. Like people enjoy it.
But it seems like the crowd matters a lot to you when you like figure out like where you're trying to go for the night.
Yeah.
Definitely like matters a lot to me. You gotta see the Eagles, man. You gotta see them.
Yeah.
I would really like to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know exactly how it is, man. Sometimes I'm looking at like I'll see like a really cool artist and I'm like, oh, it's at that venue, where the crowd's just gonna be kind of whack, and it's like, do I really want to go see it? And you have to like, kind of like weigh the cost.
Yeah, exactly. You like okay, you can have like an okay time, but then you're gonna wake up the next day and you're like, that wasn't it. That just wasn't it, bro. It was like I just wasted my whole fucking night, like not exactly enjoying it. My day is like fucked because I'm like extremely hangover and so on. And like that's not my thing.
Yeah, that's a cool take though.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Like the people around you, if you're going clubbing, they're very important.
Are we
Any other
good?
questions?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna add this one. I wrote this one down myself, and I saw it on here. The name Destructo. What is the origin of Destructo? That's a good question. Like, how did you come up with that name?
I have no fucking idea, bro. Bro, I've been trying to remember.
The 7 too, with the 7 in it.
Okay, the 7. I'm gonna tell you why the 7, but like.
Because it's a
Okay.
T.
Yeah, that's.
And Destructo is already taken.
Yes.
No. There's a reason for that. Like I said, I've been on the internet since I was little, so I invented this nickname probably when I was like a kid or something, and I've had it since then. But as I started like growing up, I wanted to like have internet presence as like a content creator, as like someone as a pro gamer and so on. And if you type Destructo, there's actually a DJ. He's not that popular, but yeah, he's kind of like popular.
He's big, man.
Yeah, he's kind of big. Yeah, fuck him. And I had to like separate my name from that, because if you type Destructo on, let's say, YouTube and so on, you're gonna get his name. And if you're not like popping off, it's gonna be harder for people to find you. And that's why I chose like a 7. And if you type it with a 7, now that's like way more recognizable. There's more recognition. It's easier to find it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Fuck Destructo.
Marketing genius. Destructo. Fuck the DJ.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Fuck the DJ.
This one is from YAC. Do you have a master plan or like a 2-year plan? Like, where do you see yourself in a couple of years of content creation? Or are you just gonna kind of wing it and go with it?
Alive, hopefully. I don't know. But no, actually, do yeah in a way. I don't have like where I'm gonna be in 2 years, but obviously, like, I know how I am now. I know what kind of content I'm gonna do in RuneScape. I have a lot of ideas about RuneScape content that I don't want to do right now, because like there are ideas that are gonna be way better when I have a higher viewer count. Because I don't want to waste, so to say, my trump cards now. So like 40 people are gonna see them, and I'm gonna be like, okay, that was fucking insane content that I could have like used when I'm like way more popular. So, for example, let's say I'm gonna do Inferno, let's say in January and so on, and I think that's gonna increase my viewer count by some point. I'm also considering making YouTube videos and so on. I also know I know if it's gonna pop off. I know how to market them. I have good ideas. I know like how the algorithm works and so on. So if it works and it increases the viewer count to a specific amount, then I can like start like going into like the actual RuneScape content I want to do, which is like way more interesting than just like, I don't know, just doing the regular raiding I'm doing right now, like more interactions with like other people and so on, like in different scenes. So it's not like a long-term plan that in a way it is a long-term plan, but it's like a step-by-step kind of thing that I have.
No, that makes sense. I think all of us kind of preface our content that way. Like at least for me, I don't know if I've talked to T-Pop about it. We hold on to certain pieces of content kind of to use in the future once our current content that we're enjoying kind of goes stagnant, I guess you could say. So I think that's a good...
Yeah. I do that actively.
A good shout.
Yeah, because I think that the number one most important type of content on Twitch is obviously something that creates an emotional outburst in the person, mainly like drama type things or something that gets like the emotions like Rise a lot. I need to
That'll
do some
definitely do it.
mistakes.
That's
Bro, I
definitely
had
one of the
no
point
idea
ones.
Destructo like thought like us, bro. Like this is how we
Yeah.
talk. I thought you
He's got the
winged
content
it,
brain,
bro.
bro.
I thought you winged it way more than you actually are winging it, dude. I'm like, I'm like getting shocked right now when you say things like that. I'm like, holy fuck, dude. He thinks like us.
In a way, yeah, but in a way not. Like I freestyle everything. I just have like I do not think about this stuff. I do not think about them. I know them naturally because I was on Twitch for like 10, 12 years. I don't think about this. I start my stream with nothing in my head. Nothing. I don't have like no plan about how the stream is going to go. I'm not thinking about any topics I'm gonna speak about. I wake
It's
up,
terrifying.
have breakfast, start the stream. I don't think about anything. I don't think at all about what I'm gonna do. I just lead myself into it. Someone comes to the chat and he's like, "Man, get to do bandos." I'm okay, fuck it. We're doing like bandos for the next 1 hour or something. Okay, the one was gonna be crazy. Come PK me over there. I'm like, okay, that, and I consider like, okay, which people were watching me. Like for example, I have some people who are watching me for the TOA. I'm not gonna go do like some PKing right now and like lose like half of the people because they don't want to see that. But I don't think about it. I just like, I don't know. I just feel that naturally. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel it naturally. Because I think I've just been on Twitch for so long that
I think that's why
just,
you're successful. You understand the content. I mean, you know,
Content brain, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, hopefully successful.
Yeah, and the more you interact with
Destructo-
other creators, the better that will get for you.
Partner
Yeah.
in 2023 easily.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
see you being huge, bro. When you started talking about
definitely
making
before
YouTube
Ignoble.
videos,
No, come on, man.
yeah,
What?
that's gonna be tough.
What?
Brutal. Why'd you have to say that?
Before ignoble, that's what he said.
Hey, respect
This
for my
next
homie
question
Ignoble.
is
It's a
from
competition.
Mock. Shout out to Mock. What is one thing we should bring back as a society?
I don't like that look.
If you don't know.
Bro,
He's crazy champing.
you obviously know the answer to that, bro.
I know the answer.
You know the answer to that, bro. You know the answer to that. It's very simple. You know what it is,
You gotta go watch the
I'm
Destructo
listening.
live stream.
bro. Bro, I think that society's downfall came when low-waist jeans and high-waist thongs and drum stumps went out of fashion, bro. That's literally, remember this. That's literally the downfall of society, bro. That's literally, trust me. Like, that's
What
He's kind of right though.
what is the tramp stamp? What does it mean to you? Like, how could you describe it?
okay. Listen, tramp stamp not in a 40-year-old crackhead type of way, but in like a 20-year-old girl who's into fashion tramp stamp kind of way.
That's like an extension of e-girl art ho aesthetic.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah,
It's
but
in like an ironic, nostalgic way. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's still everything was different back then. I kid you not. Like it also like it's a deep topic, man. Like
What do you think an ideal tramp stamp looks like? What do you think is the move? Like tribal, the butterfly.
not the butterfly.
Words.
There are some tribals that are not words. Tribals are very good, and there are also some, I don't know, there's some crazy ones that are really good. I can only explain the pattern, but it's like weird pattern. It's very good. Also like some I don't know how to say
What
it.
about
Some
like a dragon?
Yeah, some creatures and things like that look very good. Like it's I can explain.
Maybe a
What do
big
you
crocodile
think about
back there.
womb tattoos? Do you know what a womb tattoo is?
You mean the underboob ones?
No.
Nah.
It's like it's like here in this area, and it goes down above, like the vaginal mound. You know what I mean? And it's like a
Vaginal
fucking,
mound.
it's like a fucking it's like
Bro,
a
why,
goat skull
I didn't
with
want to point out.
antlers,
I just
and
wanted him to say
and the girl's
vaginal
so
mound, and none
bad.
of us say anything like that.
Bro,
just-
he's been wanting to say vaginal mound since he got that stupid linguist degree, bro. He's been waiting for years to say that, bro. The vaginal mound, bro.
There's an actual word for it. I don't know what it is, so I freestyled it, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
The pubic area?
the,
I mean,
the
I don't know,
freestyle
bro.
sounds like the actual word. That was good.
I kind of like that, though. I mean, I'm going to
Yeah,
say that
I'm
now.
using it now.
honestly.
Like that's
It's just
going in the
you're not
vocab.
wrong. There's like a little bit of a thing.
It's
man.
true.
Like,
It's true.
It's gonna be a challenge
It's
on my
true.
next stream to sneak in vaginal
It's,
mound.
it's like a, I mean, there's no FJP without the vaginal mound. You know?
Exactly. The fatter and juicier the pea, like
Yeah, the bigger the
yeah,
mound.
the
need
mound.
that base.
Like we all know, like you know.
yeah. You gotta if it's that sturdy, like you need some fucking infrastructure. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you want us to bring back low waist jeans,
High waist thongs.
And tramp
Tramp
high-waist
stamps.
thongs,
Also another
and tramp
thing.
stamps.
It's cool skirts with leg warmers also. Let's not forget about that.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool skirts and leg warmers. Listen, I'm a man of culture.
I-
You can trust me on
I
these
think
things.
I think most of us in here can get behind that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You're preaching to the choir.
Honestly, the downfall of society, bro. They removed low waist jeans, high waist thongs. Downfall of society. Nothing has been good. They
All right,
replaced every.
Destructo. So it's a nice weekend. Okay, you're gonna go out clubbing. Mr. Good Day Cows wants to know what is the alcoholic beverage of choice? What are you making? What concoction are you whipping up? Are you gonna rip it from the bottle? What are we doing?
I drink. That's my biggest problem. I have a very hard time getting drunk, so I drink at least 7 types of alcohol every single time.
There's not like a drink you rip. You just hit the bottle.
Everything. It's a problem, bro. Like, I cannot get drunk. My tolerance is way too fucking high. I got, like, for example, I would, like, do a drinking stream. I would drink, like, I either get, like, a Jägermeister and vodka or something. I would start drinking that. I would then mix some beers and some ciders. I would go to, like, a bar. At the bar, we would again drink some cocktails.
Would
have,
you
like, 4 or
consider
5 types
yourself
of
an
alcohol.
I don't know,
alcoholic?
Hamzy. You might not make it out if you guys hang out, bro. It's not.
Oh, I
Destructo.
get fucked up. I don't know, man.
We're gonna have a drink off with Hamzy.
Would you consider
what would
yourself
it-
an alcoholic, Destructo?
Hell no. I don't have a problem with that.
That's good.
You're only an alcoholic if you admit it. So
Exactly. That's how it works. I don't admit it, I'm not one.
Based.
No, because an alcoholic is someone who like drinks every day and cannot honestly, someone who's addicted to something is someone who cannot live without that. Who like prefer to like not like stay conscious about it and like alter the reality with some product because they don't like reality or whatever, just addicted, like chemically addicted to it. So I don't really have a problem like that. I just like getting fucked up. I just like partying. I love it. Like it's a vibe, man. It's what's bad about it? I don't see anything bad about it. Like I don't know. I see you live like.
hey, if
kinda.
you're drinking responsibly, there shouldn't be anything bad about it, right?
Oh no, I'm not drinking responsibly, but like I'm not. I don't have a problem with it, so to say.
If you're drinking unresponsibly but still doing somewhat responsive things, I mean, it should be okay, right?
Yeah, cause like I'm like doing what I'm doing. I train every single day. I have a healthy like eating like a healthy eating like diet, like a lifestyle and so on. I'm in extremely good shape. I feel good. I don't really feel that good sometimes, but I let's say that I feel good on the usual. Like it doesn't like in any way harm my performance. I don't have performance issue in any kind of way, like physically, mentally, or so on. Like I don't really feel in any way like impeded by like partying like a lot like that. I can
Okay.
like yeah.
Well,
I
that leads
think-
me to another question on here from Lukey. It is, what is your favorite Bulgarian meal? Like, don't say the pizza. The pizza's not on the table. Outside of that.
Yeah, it's very hard to pick one, so I'm just gonna say something that's very common and very good. It's called banica. Let me go with that shit. Let me. It's a
Yeah.
pastry.
Can we pull that up Can we pull that up to you, Pablo?
Yeah, I
Let me
got
show
you.
you how it's written, and you can like see different pics and pick a picture. It's called banica. It's in Mic Muted. It's basically like a pastry type thing. Like you can like compare it to like a pie. It's usually made with like butter and Bulgarian cheese, which is like feta cheese kind of like the Bulgarian one. It's kind of different. And you can also like have one with like apples, with like
Oh wait, you want me to Google it? What is it? Okay, Benitza.
Oh, they look so good, man.
Yeah, you can have it with anything. Apples.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Holy.
Nice.
Ah, okay.
And this
peeping
combined,
this?
yeah, and this combined with some yogurt, like Bulgarian yogurt, because we have like Bulgarian yogurt, is bomb as fuck, bro.
Oh yeah,
What's
that
unique
looks
about
good.
Bulgarian yogurt?
Yeah, we actually, it's like a bacteria that resides only in our country, and it's very popular like export, like in Japan and so on in other countries. Like Bulgarian yogurt is very specific. It's called kisevo mleko, but you can type Bulgarian yogurt or so on.
Yeah, I'm typing that.
Yeah, it just looks like normal yogurt now that I've googled it.
Yeah, it does look like it, but it's like very specific. Trust me, it's not even the same. It's very different, like consistency-wise, like texture-wise. I don't know how to say it, consistency, I think.
Interesting.
How does it pair with the? How do you pair with the? How do you pronounce that? Banista.
Banica.
How do you pair the yogurt with it? Do you put the yogurt on it, or is it just like you just put one to the other?
No. You just like have some banica and have like the yogurt with like in like let's say like a pot or something, and you just eat it with a spoon.
I see.
Yeah, it's like very good, like together with it. It goes very
That
well.
does look really good.
It is.
I think we're through pretty much all the. Well, this is one more good one here from Eric. Who would get an Inferno Cave first, you or T Papa? You both start today.
Oh, that's the easiest question I've ever heard in my
Oh,
life.
if we both start today, it's fucking over, bro. I would demolish Destructo. If we both started
There's
today,
literally no way.
if we both started today, I would. I mean, like, I don't want to race him, but like, it would become my life. I would obsess, and if we like made it competitive, like, I would destroy Destructo. I'd get it so quickly.
Nah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now I don't even want to play the hardcore. Now I'm upset. Like what? Like what the fuck? I would destroy Destructo.
Nah, Destructo is my vote.
Do I smell a challenge?
I'm gonna vote Destructo.
Bro,
on this one.
Destructo is a
I'm gonna go
TOA
Destructo
bot.
too, because
Do we even know he's
T-Papa
real,
is-
bro? Destructo's a TOA bot. I like not even a chance, bro.
Do I smell a challenge?
Papa Notorious, the big talker. Okay, like I'm just not gonna vote for T Papa just because of his performance in the top video that we did together. Like
Fair
that's
enough.
like what I draw
Deserved.
everything up
I
to.
fell apart. I earned
So,
that. That's fine. If
Yeah, so
you
I
wanna
just
base
feel like
it
you're
off
gonna
of
choke
that,
under
yeah.
the pressure. And Destructo, like he's not like he goes live with no thoughts in his head, and that's terrifying. Okay, he's an actual serial killer.
That is what
So-
Buddhist monks spend decades trying to achieve.
I'm taking the Bulgarian Nightmare. Okay,
That's fine.
first round knockout.
Bro, I literally have never won the stream. Never.
Hey, if it works, it works, man. Run it.
Yeah, like
I don't think you need to though. You're very good at
Yeah,
just
you do it.
riffing and going with it. So
Okay, but honestly,
so.
if you're not going out of your way to do something very creative, what is it that you can plan for your RuneScape? Like, there's that much content, like so much content you can do. Like, it's not like there's. I mean, obviously, if you want to be very creative, you can always go creative. Like, I'm gonna be doing 14-minute solo top with one hand tied behind my back kind of thing. Like, obviously, you can always go creative. I'm doing this combat task today or something like that. But in a way, it's like we have the 3 raids. We don't even count chambers. We have 2 raids. We have the Inferno.
Oh, man.
So true.
Too true, man.
We have the Inferno, and there's solo bosses. And what we can do with solo bosses? You can do combat tasks, but that's like very limited. You can like try to pet hunt. That's also very limited. And when it comes to PVM, you have to either be extremely creative or just go with it, man. Just like, this is it. Okay, we're doing that. No other planning when it comes to it. I think you can, like I said, you can be very creative. You can always do like a specific account type or like interact with other people. Let's say we're gonna do this content with that guy in such a specific way, wearing like a specific gear requirement. You can be creative. You can plan out things like that. Definitely, I think there's a lot to be done. But if PKing wasn't such a joke, honestly, there's a lot of like content that can be made when it comes to PKing. I think that PKing, like, you can be way more creative in PKing in a way. But I don't know, man. I don't like the way PKing is in the game. Because like I said, like, obviously personalities are the best thing. And in PKing, you're facing one personality against another. Not that you can do the same thing in PVM, obviously. We can do a challenge, like I'm challenging T-Papa to an Inferno run. Where you can do things like that, which can be fun, obviously. But I guess in PKing, you can do like a lot more... Because if you think about it, like, who are like the most popular RuneScape streamers of all time. Let's say Ice Poseidon was doing primarily PK content, right? Both, I think, also like started off. I guess he's doing everything, but didn't he start off like in PKing and things like that?
Mainly,
I'm not.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a heavy pass and PvP. Yeah.
I guess nowadays it's not like that. Nowadays, like the prevalent streamers are always in the PVM section, like most of them. I guess nowadays, but if you think about it, like all the time, and if you think about like player interaction, like if you want the Twitch drama, I guess it's way easier to like start some shit up in the PK section than it is in the PVM section.
Oh yeah, no,
100%.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I mean, that's happened before. Not really, I would say as much now, but like in the past, the PvP community, yeah, like it used to be more so than it is now. Like it used to be a lot of drama and shit talking, etc., etc. Streamers not liking each other and whatever, you know.
And that's the good stuff, if you ask me. I think that the section needs a lot more drama. If I'm being honest, honestly.
Well, you and T-Papa can start with the Inferno. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
there you go, dude.
There you go.
Yeah,
Start a
you
little
ready,
drama
T
there.
Papa?
No, the hardcore needs to die, but yeah.
Okay, let's
you
hardcore
look
that.
deep.
Let's keep doing what you're doing for now.
We got
Oh,
Top
bro.
Tuesday coming up.
That is true. I've been telling everybody I'm going to murder you, so I'm hyping it
Your
up pretty
your
good.
Dynamite server is 100%.
Oh yeah, Cerberus is gonna be a tough one. You can die very fast there if you close your eyes for a second.
Yeah, we'll probably die there.
The old the ghost and the shooting a lava at the same time on you is gonna definitely be tricky. So good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna range you this. I'll be a little safe, but yeah.
Oh okay. Well,
Are you doing hard mode?
Samsy's so mad that you're ranging it.
I have to though.
He's so upset.
Bro,
I've
they
talked about
literally
it with,
made Arclight for people like you, dude.
But no, but like
work on Serb.
No, it's just like I was like I asked like 3 people. I'm like, as a hardcore, should I range or melee? And they're like, you'd be a fucking idiot to not range. And I was like, okay, I've never fought Serb. Like I don't even know, but that's just what people have said. They're like, yeah, just go fucking range it. You won't die. If you melee it, you might die. So
I mean, it is safer. It is safer. Do you want to do the reaction videos or do the workshop? I guess we do the reaction, right? Do you want to send those real
we
quick?
can do workshop. I'm down with whatever.
I don't have much for the workshop. I got one that like is kind of
let's,
okay.
let's go. Okay, we react. Let's go. We can do both. All right, are you
Yeah,
ready?
just send the videos. Well, we can do that first, and we'll do the workshop, and then we'll finish up.
Are you guys usually
Alright.
awake during this time? Or only for like,
Yeah.
the podcast?
When I start my bedtime ritual between now
Yeah.
and 4, it's currently 3.
I had planned for this to be a longer one, though, you know, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, strap.
Zoe would be passed out right now if she was here. She'd be like actually asleep.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready? Are you unmuted? Can you hear it? It's a little quiet, so you gotta
Yeah.
make sure you turn it up. I can't get it up any louder. I don't know why. YouTube shorts are weird.
Yes.
We're ready. We're going to react to some.
We got it. We got it.
All
We're
right.
going to react to some videos here with Destructo. So
Is this
We
tower
don't-
ones? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's
This
about
is
to
different one.
start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yes, as I ever be.
I have a genuine question. Do you guys touch your when you pee to control
What?
it? Like, do you just no hands? Like, do you use hands, or is it just no hands? Like, or is it one hand, or like what happened? Like, can you just no hands it?
A few moments later.
Listen, I gave you 3 options. I gave 3 options: hands, no hands, or one hand. That's
Please pause it. I cannot listen to anyone.
This girl's dumb as fuck.
I don't know, man.
This bitch dumb as fuck.
How did this video get in here? You chose
I didn't want to
I
say
didn't choose anything. I just pulled
Associate
them.
producer is trolling with this video. What the fuck is this? You grab your cock and you point it towards a hole. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think we're doing? They're just fucking swinging it around. Have you seen all the different types of cocks there are in the world? The different shapes, sizes, forms. Like, you gotta point it. Like, it's just simple.
This
Unless
is
you have
like
a
a,
micro penis, then I guess you're fucked. But I
You can
don't know
tell
what
this
that's
girl
like.
does not have a
You can
penis.
still aim that, or so I've been told, is you can still aim a
You can do the
micro.
T-pop where you sit into the toilet and you'd be fine.
That's
'cause
the
your cock,
way,
like,
bro.
it's not
And you
going
never
anywhere.
have to think.
Is that why you sit in the toilet? Do you have a micro penis, T-papa?
Yeah, that's it. I have a micro penis.
You heard it here
Not
first.
fun.
All right, next video.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Is this the same girl?
No.
I don't
Yeah,
think so. It's,
I don't
it's a
think
different
so.
one.
Looks like it, but I don't think so.
I love how
I
you
guess-
just scream. This girl's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Bro,
She was,
bro, I
like, you know?
pre-watched this one, bro.
Respectfully.
I'm clicking play. You ready?
Lydia,
Yeah.
my girlfriend promised me anal sex if I can make you laugh.
huh?
Please don't laugh. Her strap-on is huge.
Oh, wait, what?
Lydia, my girlfriend.
That was it.
I got a little chuckle out of me. I got a little tiny chuckle.
That's all right,
Greg
that's-
is trolling, bro. You got to do better, Greg.
Yeah, what-
Yeah,
what
my-
is this,
my-
dude?
you gotta do better, Greg.
I was
has
expecting some
PTSD
bangers,
right now,
dude. It's like
Yeah, there's some crazy shit, some crazy shit.
Okay. Just pull them out of my reaction to Andy
like
channel.
high
I mean, I'm
school
better than this.
TikTokers right now.
Oh,
Alright.
Karina?
Yeah, we got
All
some
right, I'm
Krina
listening.
cop. We got some Krina cop. You ready?
How much have you made up until today?
It's actually not as crazy as you think. Well, it's crazy, but like
Just say it.
4.2 million.
What? Wait, what?
My first
That's what I would
hit ever, I made
expect.
165,000.
Yeah, honestly.
How much have you made up until today?
It's actually not.
That's not
What
that crazy, actually. I actually expected more.
Yeah, me too. For what
Is that
period
how
of
much?
time
Is
is
she
that?
saying like? Is that just off like OnlyFans? How much
Uh-huh.
she's made? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's
That's
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's
4.2 million.
understandable.
I mean,
yeah.
$165,000 for a titty pic is kind of insane.
All right. How
mean,
much?
That's a lot
thing
of
is,
money.
like-
How much
compared to
would
what
you
I have.
realistically-
How long has she been doing OnlyFans though? What? Probably like
Yeah,
a couple
that's
years.
Year or
So
two.
like if she does it for another 4, 5, 6 years, like she'll never work a day again in her life.
How much
Oh,
would
yeah,
you
that's a good point.
realistically have to make per month on OnlyFans to like show your asshole and dick and everything?
I'd have to make
100K a month.
well north of $1 million a year, I think.
Oh, definitely.
I do 100. If I'm
Yeah.
if I'm making 100,000 or more a month off showing
Yeah.
my dick, asshole,
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think,
gonna say
I think I'm
100K.
100K.
100K a month will do that.
100K a month, you can see my asshole. That's fine.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's a pretty easy.
I'm with the 100K, bro.
Like, I mean, some of us would probably settle for less. I'd say too.
I think I
I'm looking
could
at
get
Hamzy.
swindled down to like
I mean,
80.
50K wouldn't be bad.
That's a good point.
Like that's like a
20K.
job, dude. That's like a normal salary, you know. You're just like
5K
if
a
you're
month,
showing a little bit of
I'll
asshole.
rip my ass.
$800.
It's not that bad, dude. I mean, dude, bro, imagine going into the office. Like,
Bro, just give me
Yeah,
your
you make a
Netflix
good
password. You don't have to
Who
go
do
to
you
the
think-
office anymore. That's the thing.
Of
Who
everybody
cares?
in here, Destructo, like of everybody in here, who do you think would enjoy like actually like doing OnlyFans the most?
I think it's you. I think it's Prison Joe.
I
It wasn't a
can,
loaded question. I mean, it's not a touch
I
question.
can see Prison Joe, I can see Hamzy also. And I can also see, I guess, I don't know, maybe T-Papa slice you in a way, but it has to be like specific conditions. I think.
T-Papa has to do fetish content.
what are the
Honestly,
conditions?
it kind of is like
Dude.
T-Papa kind of is like a Ron Jeremy type character, you know? Like he's got probably have some.
I can see him pop off with some crazy stuff. Yeah, like you say, like yeah.
I
Okay,
could.
alright.
I want you to know, I could pop off with some crazy stuff like that.
I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way or anything like that.
All right, you ready? We have another one. How to be single in 15 seconds.
She's using
I already
one of those
know.
apps. You take a picture of both of us, and then it like combines them and shows you what your future babies are gonna look like. It's a little early for that, don't you think?
You don't wonder what our future babies will look like?
To be honest, they're probably gonna be wondering what I look like. She's using one of those apps. You take a
See, that's fucking funny, bro.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
That's pretty good.
It's a good one, bro.
What's he wearing
I've seen his
headphones?
I've seen his content before. He's stays roasting his girlfriend. He's pretty funny.
No, he does stay roasting his girlfriend. It's good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Theo
shit, dude.
Vaughn?
We have a
Okay.
Theo
The
Vaughn
legend
clip.
himself.
He is a legend.
Those
yeah.
first two videos were trolls. We're getting better. We're getting some heat. We're getting some heat.
We're building.
Hey, if you think you have a better video than this, hit our DMs, okay? If you got a heater, okay?
Oh no, there's
you know?
a channel. There's a channel in
There's
the
a
base
channel
code.
in the
Just
base
drop
code,
it
but
in
no
there.
one's doing that. So maybe a DM if you're fucking lazy, okay? Like I don't
Yeah.
care if it's a good fucking video. Post in the Discord or the DMs, whatever. Let's go.
Short or TikTok or reel, whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, you ready? Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
When I was young, we used to play this game called Gay Chicken, they called it. The game was you and a buddy, you'd grab each other's wiener. Right. Penis, they called it.
In those days.
Some of you guys call it penis. Yeah, you'd grab it, and the first person to get an erection lost the game.
Right.
I did real well.
What is the gay chicken season?
Well, I would say it's an autumn game.
This is bro.
That's great. You guys want to play?
my
That's
God.
pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you think we do at base events, bro?
I'm losing, bro. I'm gonna be hard as fuck. I mean, I'll be trying.
I rock up to functions bricked already. So like,
Yeah.
We'll try and lose before any of you fuckers, dude.
Yeah,
The
Getting the
homies,
first
seeing the
erection.
homies does that to you, bro.
yeah, that'll be a tough game.
Oh yeah, I saw this one, bro.
Oh,
I saw
yeah,
this
this
one.
one.
Too,
You ready?
Yeah.
Doesn't he who RuneScape?
He does.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? It's
Yeah.
called. It's on the screen. It says Joe Rogan talks RuneScape with Danny Brown.
That chest.
I used to play this game.
But Danny Brown can't even form a coherent sentence. Do you
I
say
am
how
like a
crazy
type of
things
nigga
are?
on video game. You be finessing on RuneScape.
What's that? What's RuneScape?
RuneScape.
Joe's so
What's
high. Oh
RuneScape?
my god.
James,
Yeah.
It's just James, bro. You over
What
there
is it?
with-
What is RuneScape? Oh, RuneScape. Oh, so this is like some fantasy type shit.
We're gonna
Like,
stop.
I'm gonna
Come
cast
on,
a
let's
spell
stop.
on you.
Come on, can we stop?
Look at this. You
Let's
thought
get
I
back
would be
into
into this?
real
You thought I
life.
would be into this?
Let's get back in
Now
real
I'm
life.
insulted. I was fine until now. Now I'm like, what the fuck
RuneScape?
happened? Yeah, what is that?
Bro, these niggas been finessing and been making so much money off RuneScape for years.
Oh, I'm sure. People make money off all kinds of things.
That's not cool. For real. No, I'm
What
being
is he
honest,
talking
like,
about?
that's cool.
Exactly,
so
I told
high.
you. I told you. He can't form a
The
coherent
RuneScape,
sentence.
like with how it happened with
I'm
video
sure
games.
it's awesome.
No, how no. See, that's the thing. I wish I was on the other side.
Bro,
No,
that guy is a cook, bro. That was
generated on a different level. Holy shit.
oh my gosh. Okay.
You need a 35-year-old man in a suit running a goat farming business, bro, explaining this shit to Joe Rogan, bro. He's gonna be like, okay, man, I run 500
That
people
is
over
true. Though,
there,
like,
bro.
if like there was a guest on there like that, like you said, a 35-year-old man in a suit explaining gold farming, Joe Rogan would probably be locked in, asking all kinds of
Bro,
questions. It'd be
he's
super
losing his
added.
mind, bro.
100%.
He's like,
Yeah.
I have like 500 Venezuelans working for me. They have supercomputers in their fucking Bulgarian flats over
That
there.
guy
like,
did not do any justice for us, or like give us any airtime. We got about a minute of airtime from that. He did not do a good job.
I guarantee Joe Rogan has already forgotten that conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
Honestly, Andrew Tate's promotion was way better when he was speaking about his brother like being addicted to like RuneScape and things like that.
Andrew Tate talking about RuneScape?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did too. Yeah.
Man, we can't catch a break, bro. Man.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
No, honestly, bro, he didn't. He kind of like he tried to like disrespect it, but in a way, he actually made like gave a good advertisement to it. Because he was like, okay, yeah, my brother was so fucking to this game. He was like, RuneScape is the hardest game, by the way, that I've played. Like, it's so fucking hard and all. But like, I always tell my brother to like stop playing these games. But like, video games are like a waste of time and things like that. But at the same time, he like said some positive things in a way about RuneScape, which, yeah, kind of like I think it was more of like an advertisement than denying the game itself. And so on.
It was, yeah.
Who knows, man? He might have been paid to promote it. Who knows? You never know.
No. They're not going to pay Andrew Tate to promote old school RuneScape out of anyone.
I'm gonna message the JMods right now.
Jagex has made some questionable decisions, but I don't think they would. I don't think they do that. But do we want to do the workshop?
Yeah, I got some good ones.
All right.
Oh shit, I'm actually hyped.
You I'm actually hyped. Get them out of the way,
dude. I have some funny I was just checking my message requests, and I just like have this one of this guy, bro. He sends me a picture of Tasty in his turtleneck and just roasts him, and then puts the Lonely Island guys.
I was wondering why that guy screenshotted my Snapchat story, bro. Oh my god. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who is the chatter? Who is it?
Jed Hewitt, bro. Fucking making me die right now as I was going
God
back.
damn it, Jed.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
gosh.
Jed's back at it, bro.
All right, so I have a heater chat submission that I think I wanna tweet, okay?
Let's see.
This one's good.
Go ahead.
Esex so good, she got me turning my VPN off.
Okay, dude.
That's like so dumb.
It's so dumb, but I like it.
It's so good.
It's good. It's good. It's a good one. It's a good one.
For you, I'm not hating it. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet that one for sure. And then I got some in the drafts. You ready? You only go to heaven if you OD.
What?
That's a tip-up tweet, man. I respect that. It's a tip-up tweet.
Bro,
Okay.
that's how you know it's bad. Destructo knows immediately. That's a T-pop tweet.
I don't even get it.
Yeah,
That's how you go to heaven. Like you
I mean,
OD.
it's so dumb. It's funny, kind of, but I mean, it's on brand for you. So
All right, here's my really good one though. Here's my really good one and original one, which is actually shocking. It sounds like I stole this one, but I didn't. Pornhub needs a version of Spotify Wrapped.
That's actually I like that.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's your best tweet. You should tweet that.
I
You
would
should just tweet
argue that this is like top 2 or 3 tweets.
No, you have to
for
tweet
sure.
that now though, because we're just coming off Spotify Wrapped. So
I just tweeted it 1 second ago. It's now live.
I'm genuinely interested in that as a product as well.
Dude, could you imagine? You know how funny it would be like if people were just like open and just like fucking posting that shit too? Like that would be fucking
This year,
hysterical.
your aura
You're
was
top porn star.
Like if Pornhub, dude, if they put that out, like and like a couple people posted
your favorite
it,
artist,
it'd be so funny.
Bella Danger, Riley Reid, Lana Rhodes.
You're in the top 1% of viewers of this article.
1%.
You're Lana's biggest fan. You consumed 14 hours of her getting gangbanged.
I would love to see Hootie Tootie's Pornhub Wrapped.
Oh,
Oh my god, it would be
That's what I
so
wanna see,
crazy.
There's gonna be some people who are just not gonna share. It's gonna have some wild shit on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro.
Oh man.
That's actually really good though. I can actually
Yeah,
see them,
I think
like,
you should definitely tweet that. You're supposed to wait.
Honestly,
for
good
the same
tweet.
time.
Good tweet.
Oh,
and
we're
good
supposed to do it at the
tweet.
same time? Sorry, I already tweeted it.
You already tweeted it.
I guess
My
the only
bad.
reason why they wouldn't do that is like a breach of privacy. They might consider it like the user,
Yeah.
so that's why they don't do it. But it seems fucking amazing though.
All right.
Fuck privacy.
Anybody else want to go?
I'll get mine out of the way. And this is actually a draft I've had for a little bit, but in like, recent times, it might be a little bit more topical. If I am paying more than $15 for your OnlyFans, I want to see your birth canal.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
It's not a bad one.
Fair, based, 110% true. Like,
It's a fair request. I think it's fair. I mean, it's not you
then
demand
I
a
can-
high quality product if you're paying good money. I mean,
That is very true. Honestly, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
yeah, I think you
we wanna
should
get-
tweet that.
If we want to get really unhinged, I could add like another tweet so it posts with a comment that's like, I want to see so far up your asshole. I want to know what you had for lunch.
I would not add that. I think you should just tweet the original. But that's
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, the original can
yeah,
pop
it's a little
off.
aggressive. It's a little
I don't
aggressive.
know. This is how I feel. Like I'm speaking from the heart,
But you
Speaking
should,
my
you
truth.
should
One
tweet
or the
that.
other,
Though. It's a fair request.
I think you just gotta realize what I just pulled up Krinikov's OnlyFans. It's $20 a month, and you see her asshole. That's a good baseline. You know what I mean? Like
That's a really good baseline. I think that's a solid deal.
Krinikov. Okay, you gotta. Yeah, that's Karina. $20 a month, and you see her asshole.
She's the queen.
So
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
throwing that out there.
I'll go next. One of these is a submission. One of them is my own. I won't tell you which is which, but here's the first one. Sometimes I wish my balls were square so I could stack them.
Dude, what kind of fucking?
Bro, that's definitely his. That was not
That's
sent
a
to him.
high- that's a
That's
high
Prison
tweet,
Joe's
dude.
tweet,
That's
bro. He
definitely
wrote
not
that
yours,
shit.
man.
Prison Joe, because Prison Joe doesn't smoke weed. There's no way.
That is a stoner tweet if I've ever heard
I
one in
think
my
you'll know which
life,
one is
dude.
mine after you hear the next one.
All right.
There is a lot of rumors in my town that I beat Down syndrome.
Oh my god.
You beat Down syndrome.
Stop.
You
can't tweet that, bro. Don't-
Like, what's going on?
Like I can't like that one, bro.
I don't know. I can't, bro. Don't do
John,
that.
I think it's a little too after dark to tweet. I probably won't tweet that. I don't want to get
Do it.
canceled.
Fuck it.
I mean, I'll like
Okay.
it in I'll like it in fucking.
What about the square balls? What do we think about the square balls?
I like
love
that
the
one.
square balls,
I like
dude.
that
You
one a
like the
lot.
square
Fucking
balls?
joke,
I
right?
Square
immediately thought
funny.
about it. Like, think
Okay,
about
we'll
how
do the
much more
square
you touch your balls if they were
We'll-
square.
Yeah, it's a lot safer too. You know,
Yeah,
I
that
won't
one-
offend
that one's
anybody with that
silly.
one probably.
All right, I'll get mine out of the way. It's got some quotations. How come when Santa climbs down someone's chimney, he's spreading Christmas spirit, but when I do it, I'm breaking my restraining order?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I would say I would change breaking to violating.
I like that actually. Yeah,
Yes, change breaking
like
to
that.
violating.
that's some police knowledge right there.
I wish I
You
had
learned that at
one.
Kroger.
See, you got nothing. Destructo, you got
I
anything?
don't. But real quick, I do have a chat message that I got in my stream, which is not really tweetable, but that was the best thing that I could find. Something. If I don't have a tweet in mind, I look at the screenshots that I have made from chatters. And this person says, TBH, I don't believe Doll is real. She's a robot built by Jagex to attract new players. In parentheses, simps.
I think you should just tweet that. You should just tweet that. Just tweet it.
I
think
put
that's
it in the
more
mic
than-
muted, bro.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
That was a real message.
Oh, that's
Dude,
amazing.
I saw a good message in No Monkeys chat today. It just said, "Would you let Coxie watch your kids?"
Oh, dude.
No, I wouldn't. He's gonna teach me how to cheat, bro. He's gonna make sure they're gonna be cheaters. He's gonna teach them how to cheat, bro. They're gonna be unfaithful men and women. Can't have that happen. You should just tweet that. That'd be funny. It's a funny tweet. That's actually
It could be. It could be. Yeah.
I would just, especially coming out like if you tweeting that at 4:20 in the morning is just hilarious.
This coxy shit is actually hilarious, bro.
Should I tweet that one over the OnlyFans one? What do you guys think?
What, the doll blush one?
No, the Coxy one over the OnlyFans.
I would, yeah. If I were you,
I think so too. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Let Coxy watch your kids.
Yeah.
Just the 3:20 in the morning.
Yeah. It's a good interaction. Like you're gonna get a lot of interaction off that tweet. It's like half the comments are gonna be about cheating.
Starting the RuneScape drama.
Just a thought that you have at 5 in the morning, bro. That's great. All right, what about you, Destructo?
Honestly, I have some extremely basic ones that might actually be cringy. They're like all things they've posted on like Facebook. Like, honestly, I don't think they're gonna be funny nowadays, to be fair. For example, I have one that is like, bitches change their name to my bitches when they see me tweet.
No, that's 2012, bro. We can't be doing that, bro. We can't be doing that.
Nah.
Yeah, I thought that it was gonna be kind of not good. I don't really have any, like, I have some really like basic ones, like I kind of like I don't know, I'm not really like vibing. Some I don't really vibe with. So
you come up with some good ones off the cuff. Every time I see a Destructo tweet, it's just like something that you pulled out of thin air, like during your stream, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's when I actually post. I don't want to think about the tweet. I just want to like.
You gotta pull it from the ether.
Yeah.
Yeah, it spawns there, and that's when I post it. I don't want to like force it. It just like spawns, and that's about it. It's actually good. I don't want to like force it myself. I don't think it's good when you actually have to think about it, like construct it.
Jesus, oof. All right, are we tweeting him?
I already tweeted, yeah.
Oh, I launched, yeah.
Fuck. Oh shit. Okay.
I'll go juice. I'll go juice.
Yeah, I pre-came, so I ruined everything. Sorry.
You know which one was underrated, by the way. I don't know why people didn't like it. I guess they didn't understand it. The one that was like in quotation marks. So what are we? And then also known as Royal Seed Pot Speedrun. That was a good one, bro. Honestly.
Royal Seed Pot Speedrun.
Bro, that was a good one, and people didn't understand. I guess or something, or I posted at the wrong time. I don't know. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. That's what kind of makes the Twitter workshop funny, is that we post at like the literal worst time, I think.
Oh yeah, the absolute worst time.
But I think that makes it a lot funnier.
Bro, I was thinking that you were like posting at the best time, because like I've never used Twitter in my life, and I was looking at around like when you guys are posting, like to post like my tweets and so on, and I have no fucking idea to this day what like the prime time is.
All right, I do have a tweet.
Oh, okay, we got one.
It's not really that good off the top of my head. Suffering from success of failure.
What does that mean?
Suffering from success of failure.
Real true.
It's deep, bro.
Succeeding at failing. All right,
I get
you know what?
it.
You're confused. I'm not going to tweet it. Fine. I get it. It's bad. Just tell
That's
me
what
it's
the
bad.
workshop is for. You say it out loud and then
Dude,
you go, fuck.
T-Pop is so relieved right now.
Say it out loud and it gets all quiet. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a miss. That's my bad,
I
guys.
am cooked. This is like a 5-hour podcast, bro.
Yeah, we
It was a long
destroyed
one,
it.
dude.
We destroyed it, yeah.
If you are watching, in the description below, we will have all of Destructo's socials. Follow him on Twitter, follow him on Twitch, subscribe to his upcoming YouTube, hopefully, and subscribe to his Twitch channel. Paid, of course, in full. Gift him all your subs, give him all of your money, let him dominate your life. Have a good night.
Best streamer
and
on
fuck
Twitch.
you.